Gangsta Greed, hope you're sorry. This is your boy N-O-R-E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is motherfucking Drink Chats Podcast. Make some noise! I've been fucking my own ears up with this. And right now, we got one of the creators of Dipset, one of the creators of Love and Hip Hop. Gotta call him the father of Love and Hip Hop. He got his lady here. We doing something different.
Got two of the creators.
There we go. We doing something different today. You know what I want? Me and Jones, we've been talking, and he wanted to do something different with Drink Chats. And we was thinking we was gonna go on the boat earlier and all this thing. I fell asleep. But I wanted to do something different. I said, you know what? A couples thing. We have never did that. Like just him and this girl. First off, I love their relationship, and I love how the strong, the Black unity, Latin unity. I love that it's going down. Who, if in case y'all not knowing who we have in the building right now, we got motherfucking Jim Jones. Make some noise! And we got motherfucking Chrissy. Make some noise! And you gonna help us out, Chrissy, because we never have girls on here.
All right.
Like, who do we have? What girls? We had Amber Rose. We had Trina and Cassie.
Cassie came.
Cassie,
That was an
Anthony.
accidental couple.
Yes, actually, this is yeah. Okay, so the only other couple we had is Diddy
and
Cassie.
Cassie.
That's a good. That's a good place to be in. So right now, so Jim Jones, you walking a little crippled right now. What happened?
I had a bad day today on the water, man. The waters was rough out there, man.
Okay.
It wasn't good for me, man. I'm gonna give up jet skiing for a little while.
Oh
man.
yeah, and you're really a water guy. Like I be seeing you in the regatta and all that. Like you just be out there.
Yeah, I like the water. I don't really like the ocean like that, but I like water. I like playing on the water. We got boats and stuff like that, you know.
I see the boat, man. I see the boat. Let's make some noise for Jim Jones and the boat. A nigga from Harlem, you ever think you be in Miami, be on a boat every day? I seen you, y'all teaching Chrissy how to drive the boat. You ever thought you would be living this life?
I don't know, bro.
Let's make some noise. Let's make some noise for that honesty. I always had the hustle, but I never thought I would be where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Not this far. I mean, when you're younger and the thrill of being in the industry is one thing, but 20 years later is a whole nother story to still be in the same industry and persevere through the ups and downs and still maintaining your relevance and, you know, keep recreating yourself and, you know.
Right. And it look like you're having a lot more fun nowadays. Like, for some reason...
Can we clap for that?
Like for some reason, I seen you at Swiss Party the other day, and then I seen you at a couple of other parties. I'm like, see, and it's like you actually embracing the industry, like finally. Is that correct, almost?
I'm embracing myself. I'm trying to have a little bit of fun. I mean, you know, I grew up a little bit on the wild side, so I kind of missed the fun of everything.
Right.
So, you know, I'm just trying to get reacclimated into this bullshit industry.
You know what I realized the other day? How much shit I missed, like for trying to be like keep up an image. Like I missed so much.
100%.
Like I remember being kicked out of the tunnel. I couldn't go nowhere else, and I thought that was cool. Like as opposed to playing the game. Like now I wanna go hang out at the Soho House. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna do that. Like I wanna do that. Like I wanna be able to. I don't want to have to be tough every day. Like, that's the reason why I made my new record, Uno Mas, because it's like, I can't talk about guns no more on records, me personally, because I just really don't want to do that shit. But I admit, I personally missed out on so much. So to see, like, the transitions and see, I remember it was a episode of Entourage. I don't know, anybody here watch Entourage?
Absolutely.
Well, remember when Vince fell off? And then, because he did the Colombian movie, the Pablo Escobar movie, and then, so Vince said, I'm gonna come back to the game. And when he came back to the game, I remember Ari Gold saying to him, well, you gotta play the game this time, Vince. And it feels like the older we get, the more we play the game.
You evolve.
You evolve.
Growth,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Evolution. Of the nigga.
Other nigga, hold on. You got your cranberry? You good? We about to start drinking. We had JD here yesterday. He went crazy.
He was wilding out.
I can't believe what JD told us. He told us big stories. I almost had to tell him relax.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God.
That was crazy.
That Tiger Bone brought it out.
JD been around for a long time. I remember the first time we met JD in when Cam was signed to Un. And he was doing his first album.
Right.
had all that money, so they was flying us everywhere. We was down in Atlanta. We went to his house. He had the big mansion out there and all that. I remember them. He had the pool table and all that dances. I just remember them gambling.
You see how I pour now, Jim?
Oh, that's how you feel.
Oh,
That's how you
shit.
feel.
Really?
I changed, Jim.
Lightly, you don't even
That's not even involved. That's some other shit right
This
there.
that foreign shit. I learned this in France.
In France?
Headphones.
We.
Yeah. So let's get into this love and hip hop thing a little bit because it was originally made for you and Chrissy, correct?
We made the show. It wasn't made for us. We made the show. It was this guy named Jim Ackerman who ran VH1 at the time. He was trying to get me to do a reality show by any cost, and Chrissy was trying to do a show at the time, and the show she was doing didn't go through. So we told her I'm gonna try to get the show that Jim Ackerman wanted to do, and tell him that make the show more around your life that includes me, and I'll be involved with it as much as I need to because I ain't really want to do it.
Solid.
And that's exactly what happened. And from there, everything rolled into
Right.
love of hip hop.
Right.
A little bit more intricate than that, but that's pretty much the basis.
Right. And now you guys got your own show, correct? On WeTV, correct?
Yeah, we had one season on WeTV.
Oh, okay.
Chrissy and Mr. Jones. We also did
You did a season on VH1 as well, right?
Yeah, that was VH1, Chrissy
Okay.
and Mr. Jones.
Okay.
And Vow and Never was.
Val Never, yeah.
It's been
a
Val
long
Never's
time.
on yeah. We got a few shows on our belt at this point, so I mean, it's been good. TV's been good to us.
Now, what do y'all like better? What do you like better? Music or TV?
I don't know. The thrill of music and catching the hit ain't nothing like it. So you know how that goes and shit like that. It's more explosive than being the number one actor, the number one football player. Like ain't nothing like having that smash record and shit like that. So I mean, but TV, I love the production side of TV, being able to put televisions on TV, ideas out there and shit like that. Like it's dope. I mean, plus it ain't no better form of marketing and promotion for yourself or anything that you're trying to sell as far as being on television.
Best commercial ever.
What you like? What you like better?
Well, I've never had a smash hit, so I can't. So I can't say, but I think that they kind of complement one another.
Right.
So I think they're necessary. It's a necessary evil.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. This is like my first year, I guess, of producing television.
And how you feel about it?
I love that shit. That shit is
It's a
way
different.
more.
It's like you putting some shit together, you put
It's
it out
way
there,
less
and then you
stress.
allow the people to enjoy.
It's way less stress
And
because
it's a different pressure.
and TV is a commitment of things. So like when you do music, like if you get a hit, everybody takes claim for your hit.
Right.
Everybody like, what? I gave him the beat. I hooked him up with the
That's
producer.
Exactly.
because when you do music,
My man did the hook.
you start at the bottom.
Right.
You dig? As
Right.
opposed to when you on production,
Right.
you the boss.
Yeah.
You dig? So everything, you know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
they was to give us music deals back in the day like that, where we start at the top, then
Right.
it'd be much different. The shit is just weird like that.
But like you say, the feedback of a great song is.
Right. So many people claim your success. Like when it's and so many people claim your success when it's a TV show too. But it is a collective of people. Like
Some
when you-
people steal your success too when it comes to a TV show.
Yeah. There's a lot of fake drink champs out there. Let's throw them out there. We see y'all. Just because you put some liquor on the table doesn't make you the drink champ. You gotta relax out there.
gotta relax.
But I don't knock nobody hustle. But I've been seeing a lot of them taking our stuff. Even not just the liquor and things
Yeah,
like that,
but
but they tactics.
so you see somebody knocking your shit. They do say imitation is the best form of flattery.
Absolutely.
But fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck all that.
How you feel about it?
I don't like it. I don't like when niggas do my songs over. I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't like no imitation at all.
Nah, this one girl, she did over sometimes. And see, sometimes it's a record that is about my father. So I'm not gonna let I'm not gonna appreciate any other artist touching my shit. But she went and she I don't know her name, so it's probably fucked up, but she kept the basis of the song still alive. Like, I liked it. So homegirl, whoever did Sometimes Over, she went to Nas Portrait, and she shot the video there. So, but I don't like that. I don't like when people take other people's because we came from the era where we had to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't be like the next guy. Like, you know,
No plagiarism.
yeah, like my favorite rapper in the world at the time was Granddaddy IU. Nobody knows who Granddaddy IU
who don't
is.
know who Granddaddy
You know what I'm saying?
IU
Like, I mean, you know, like the young generation.
Granddaddy IU
But what I'm
was
saying
wicked.
is, I study Granddaddy IU, right? But if you look at my style, you can't see no Granddaddy IU in me because I focused to be something different. You know what I'm saying?
You let him inspire you, and then you went-
I praised him, but I went the other way. So, but with that being said, how do you feel about these? Like, this is mad fake Dipset movements out there right now. There's mad movements trying to be y'all. Like, how do you? Oh, those taste buds? I like that.
Honestly, I'll be.
Don't lie. Don't try
okay.
to make it pretty.
It's okay.
Let's
It's
talk
okay.
about it. Talk about it.
It's a different time, so it's like if this was in the era where we
Right.
was doing what we do,
Yeah.
niggas wouldn't have did even tried to even remotely do anything like the sort. But
Right.
at this day and age, we set so much of trends and did so much for the culture and shit like that. It's only right that the kids follow suit and shit like that. So when I do see the bird up or niggas saying drip said, and you know what I mean? Shit, they
It's
like
a lot
my
of that.
they like my grandkids.
Right.
You did?
Right.
Like, yeah, like that's how I feel about it. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Right.
I see these same artists in the street and things like they show respect.
Right.
So it ain't like they stealing no shit. They just
Right.
copying and pasting shit like that. I respect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I ain't mad at that.
Not the copy and paste.
You gotta bow down to the real thing, though.
Right,
You did?
right.
And
As
this ain't
long as
about
they- yeah.
this ain't about having a hit or nothing and shit like that. You know, Dipset wasn't really about the hits. It was about
The
giving a
movement.
group of niggas, creating a movement, to giving a bunch of niggas from the street opportunities to get out the street. Like this, people that came from the Dipset movement that are doing so well in the industry now, like from all sorts, from people that were interns, to people that were engineers, to people that were artists, to people that were style. Like everybody, I see them all in the game holding major weight and shit like that.
Right.
And it makes me feel good when I see
Right.
that shit. You know what I mean? So.
Right. That's an ill point because like when you see successful companies, you see Rockefeller, you see these guys are over there and they got, you know, this guy from over there and he's the president of such and such now. Like, so it's always something dope when
Y'all
you see
too?
that. Now, what's your favorite era of hip hop?
My favorite era in
Yeah, your
hip-hop?
favorite era.
I don't know, man. Like, you know, I like my favorite era probably it would have to be being in the living room with my mom's breakdancing. That's 80s when 98.7 Kiss was playing hip hop. You know what I mean? Like people don't even remember that.
DJ Magic.
It wasn't no Hot 97. It was 98.7 Kiss that used to play all the hip hop songs, and then like every Friday they used to play all the rap music and shit like that. And my mom would get in the living room and break dance and electric boogie and all that type of shit with me. That was my introduction to hip hop, and then. Ever since then, I've been in the school of hip hop. Like I studied this shit. Like I studied every rapper. I studied every rapper style. Who was fly, who wasn't fly. Which nigga could really rap. Which nigga was aggressive. Which nigga was really in the street. Who had a street name. Like it just was a part of the game. I brought every Sauce magazine. I brought all the in class where you take all the write-ons from the little girls and shit like that, and just wanted to see what the rappers had on from Eric B and Rakim, who used to actually be my favorite and shit like that. He used to have all the motherfucking Gucci Dapper Dan suits and shit like that with the Air Ones. Like Eric B was a spooky nigga, man. Like niggas, you know, Big Daddy Kane and Eric B for me, that would have to be like my top two of all time and shit like
Wait,
that.
but you said Kane and Eric B? Or did
Big
you say
Daddy
Rakim?
Kane.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know, it's like the Cameron Jim Jones, you know, the whole, that my bad, Rakim, the great one and shit like that. But these are the first raps that I started to remember.
Did you ever meet Rakim?
I met Rakim and me and Cam had the liquor store.
Get the fuck out of there.
And
Rakim bought some Hennessy over y'all?
that was before we signed the deal. It's like 96. We went hard to that shit. You know, we ain't had no deal. We came rapping. Nigga, we almost melted in this store. He had the hoodie on. He came with some Hennessy and shit like that. We like, Rakim the God, No, we went crazy in that shit. Like, yo, that was like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just all those moments that I remember coming up. Like, anytime I got to see a rapper, it just like instilled some type of energy in me. Not saying that I thought I could ever be a rapper. I just
Right.
loved the lifestyle, and then I used to look at all the hustles and the drug dealers, and then it just was one of the two and shit like that because of how fast they was living, and you always see the cars and the women and the jewelry, and
Right.
as a kid, I just was stuck. I was just like, that was a fix for me and shit like that, and who knew?
I always love when an artist is not proud to be a fan. Like, I don't give a fuck. Wherever I see Granddaddy at you, I'm gonna go like this.
Absolutely.
Like that. I see KRS-One, I'm like this. I see
I
fucking
do that-
Coogee
I
Rap.
do that
That's what
too.
the show is.
Biz
I do that
Markie,
too. Every time
oh.
I see Snoop, I go crazy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, that's my main man. Like from Deep Cover when Snoop first came out, I was like, oh, he's an ill one. This is too.
Yeah.
I stole his CD. Me and my man Omar, when we were in 12th grade, Richmond, we stole his CD out of what was the HMV, the HMV stores, the music
Really?
stores. That was HMV, right?
HMV. Is it HMV and that clothes store?
No, that's H&M.
Okay, I'm done.
It's 93, my nigga.
Okay.
This
This
ain't
is-
94.
It's not Sam
When
Goody.
he said
No.
Ain't the Wiz?
HMV.
No, it was
That
a music store
That
called
was on
that.
86th Street. That was damn near next to Harlem. So that might have
Okay,
just
yeah,
been
yeah.
an
Because in
uptown thing,
Queens,
shit
we
like
had,
that.
we had like Jimmy Jazz and shit like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, yeah.
So that was HMV. I stole Snoop shit. I stole a couple of them, but Snoop was one of them that niggas learned that shit damn near overnight. Like niggas don't. I miss that part of the hip hop era where you buy a CD and you just sit there and you study
Front to
like you
back,
had an
yeah.
exam the next morning.
That's
See,
how we
everything
know
he
about
just
the
said is, I
chronic.
hope the new generation, from what he said before, and I asked him something, then what he's saying now is like, see, people just think that you just become successful. Like, people like, I heard artists say, yeah, I'm gonna be like Jim Jones, and it's like, they didn't hear nothing you just said. They just think that Jim Jones was the hype man that became the rapper, and it was easy. They don't think nothing, they think it was that easy. Like, they don't understand. And you know what my favorite era is in hip hop that I participated in is 1998, and that was just doing tours with you guys, like,
Oh, my favorite era I participated
Yeah,
in?
yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
97, 98, 99.
98 is mine.
You heard? Like,
That, yeah.
the Diplomat era was something different because that changed
Right.
our life, but just the introduction to the
The
game when
introduction.
Cam got us, because I was there for the whole shit. I remember when how Cam got his fucking deal. Like,
Right.
niggas did, like Big did one of the most incredible shits in America, like in the world. Like, when whatever happened when Mace bring Cam to the joint, he told Cam that he gonna give him a deal, and then God bless, Big had passed away, and then Cam brother, his cousin Bloodshed had passed away, and it was like Cam just went to like an emotional spiral and shit like that. Like he was pissed off because he knew he was right there at the door, and we was in the liquor store, and then they was doing the I Love Big Papa video in Mount Morris Park, and we came from the liquor store. He's like, let's go see what's going on over there. Locks and everybody over there. Everybody knew who Cam was. He was sizzling at that time on the mixtapes and all that shit. And then I seen Un was over there with Buck. I didn't know who they was at the time, but I knew who Un was because I remember they was like Un Diaz, and they showed him in the Source magazine. The Source was so informative, like you wouldn't know who nobody was,
Hip-hop
but
Bible.
they had a picture of Un in there, and I was like, oh, that's the dude that got the 64 million and all that shit, and did the Un Diaz record label with Big before, and then I seen him, and I'm like, yo, Cam, that's the dude right there, that's Big partner. We going over there, and we were like, yo, so my man Cam Big said before he passed away, he was like, yeah, call us on Monday, dude.
Oh, so that was true. That Big definitely was signing Cam. But
I'm telling you, Big said that. He ended up passing away.
Wow.
Then we go to Big's Lock Singing We Love Big Papa memorial video shoot. We seen it on. I'm like, this my man Cam. He like, yeah, dude. Big told us about you.
Right.
Call us on Monday. Just like that. And then Cam got signed like in the next week.
I have a freestyle from Cam that he said that the.
Let's go to the videotape.
He said the rhyme is the rhyme he spit for Big. That's what he told me.
Oh, wow.
100%. That might be.
Yeah,
that
he's
might
like,
be it.
he's like, this is the rhyme I spit for Big.
And what year was that? At 97, 98?
Well, no,
That was
He did the-
96.
No,
that was
he
96
did
when
the
Cam
freestyle for
spit
you.
that.
Oh,
when Cam
96?
spit that for Biggs, that was 96. Remember, Big died in 97. You dig? And then
Okay.
Bloodshed died in 97.
Okay.
And then, and so off and so
This was
forth.
like, I don't know, Paul, it was like 97, I think. Yeah, I think it was
And it was kind of spooky because after we did sign the deal, our first show was like damn near on Puffy World's tour. We like did like 2 shows when Cam was hot, and then they're like, oh, y'all going to Miami. We going on Puffy World's tour. So our first show was like the big Puffy World tour. Crazy, right? Now, every night we seen the big memorial, then the world tour ended on the memorial of Big passing away. So it was just eerie how you get signed and then you just it just was nuts.
What was the first year y'all did Summer Jam? Was that 98 or 99? Cause I got a funny story. Y'all almost killed me.
Oh, no. What?
Doesn't sound funny.
At all.
Listen. Remember, they brought me out as a guest.
98.
It was 98? All right.
Wait.
It's 98 or 99. Because this is
I
the
don't
first
know. I
time
don't
y'all
think
did
it
Summer
was 90 I don't
Jam,
think it was
and I was y'all
99 though.
surprise guest.
I think it was 98.
Oh,
I didn't know you
Yeah,
talking about.
I was-
Hold on,
yeah.
Please tell me. Please tell me
about the
what happened.
nine shit. That was
No.
under them. That was
That's 98.
98.
It's
98. Oh
this
my
is your
God.
first time having Summer Jam, right?
Oh, my
so
God.
we went and rehearsed. So in rehearsal, they kept saying, Nori, wait for the boom. So I was like, all right, cool. So you hear boom, and then I come out.
I think
and
I heard
say,
this-
and I say my
Niggas
shit.
almost died.
So what happened was, the boom didn't come. I'm like, yo, they're like, go out. I was like, the boom ain't go. So when I came out, this is saying boom. Like, that shit was right there. I was like, but now I'm in front of the whole crowd. So I can't even act like I'm hurt. I just gotta be like, yo, I'm like, yo, I swear to God, my first Summer Jam experience, I swear to God,
They were trying
man.
to do too much.
Yeah, they
had
did.
the big setup.
Yeah.
You'll come out of this box. You'll come out of this box. The pyro's gonna go
Your
up.
box,
They was
that's
trying to
exactly
get
what it
Puffy
was.
shit. Puffy had niggas brain fucked up with the pyros. Like it was pyro season for all rappers. Like Diddy got the pyros now. We need shit to blow up on stage,
Look,
nigga.
and the crazy shit, in practice, we had it perfected.
Nah, practice was lit. And we did a live practice with actual pyros and shit
And
like
it was
that.
good. It was good. Everything, and it was just me. That shit blew up like right here, like, but it kind of to the crowd, it looked like, because I lit up.
Oh,
so
shit.
kind of to the crowd, it was like, oh, they killed that. It was like, well, I'm like this.
Meanwhile, you almost
yo,
on
I
fire.
almost died. I was just like, yo, that shit was crazy. You know why I liked it? 1998 was one of my favorite years because of I felt like we didn't really know what we were getting into. We were gullible. Like, I had a little bit more skills experience than y'all because I had just dropped the War Report the year before. But really, I didn't know because I was on my own. So, and then I would see y'all in the shows, and we was just so happy at that time. And then we learned the business afterwards.
That era, like you said, it just was being innocent and just
Right.
soaking up everything, getting to see all your idols and shit like that, not knowing that they're now competition, but niggas was so green and shit like that. Like, man, like 98, 99 was some good years. Like it really turned life around for us and shit like that. Like,
Right.
nigga used to come to the pride, like it just, we had a different type of bond. We would come
He
out
told
to
me
Queens,
earlier
we would come
about
out to
you.
Queens, play basketball with y'all. We shot
I'm
videos
gonna tell
with
you
y'all.
something.
You
Nigga
would come
lined
to
me
my
up one day.
project.
Listen,
Oh,
at Horse and Carriage video shoot, right? I'm getting busted, and I'm keep threatening them with basketball. I'm like, yo, we're gonna play ball. This is why I did it to Looney Tunes. I did the same exact thing to Looney Tunes that he did to me. So I didn't know these niggas is nice. Like, these niggas just, I don't know why. I had new Cam because I played for Riverside. I think he played, no, I played for Gauchos one year, or he played for Riverside. One of them shits. Like when we was kids.
He played for both.
Okay, when we was kids, I seen him in Gaucho's gym, so I should have knew that I knew him from that, but I didn't. I was a bozo that day. Them niggas seen me coming. Them niggas say, oh yeah, you want to play basketball? Yo, my nigga, these niggas, they must have didn't drink the whole day because I'm busted. There's but so much I could do, and you know I could boogie. And these niggas whipped my ass. They're the only people to this day that beat me in basketball in the industry, and I still got it personal. You know, I still.
That's
I've never forgave him.
That's 98. What was we like? 20, 21,
something like
shit
that.
like that.
I don't know.
We still getting fresh off the basketball court. We still was playing
young
ball
guns.
all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
That's how innocent we was. And y'all shot a video, and we was in video clothes, all of us, and we still played basketball.
Yeah,
That's how
nah.
innocent we was as people.
And the energy of New York was different
Right.
around that time.
Right.
There was a lot of people making big names for themselves and getting big checks that were so humongous. They were changing their life since the 90s and shit like that. Like,
I look at these young brothers, and I see them getting money. And I'm so happy for them, but they don't know the era of a big budget.
They don't.
They don't know
it's like,
that.
now they getting their show money.
Yeah,
they getting to their chicken.
They getting it.
They got that down pat. They got their streams. They know how to avoid the radio. But these niggas don't know about going in their office and negotiating $4 million deal, $5 million deal, like all on you, going to the bank with a check and the bank them, Mr. Jones, how are you? Like, yo, it's totally nuts and shit like that. Like, yo.
And when did those budgets stop? Like around 2004? 'Cause I think they stopped and around the time you was working for Atlantic. Around that time is when the budgets like kind of decreased.
2000. I caught a nice lick around 2008, 8ish.
Oh, okay. Okay, they're still
So
going.
that was like I was like the last of
Yeah,
the
it must have been one of the
last of the last. I
2006.
kind of slipped in because of the balling record. They was like, man, I was like, I ain't doing no 360. I know you joint venture. I was kicking all that shit I heard for my
Right.
whole career. These niggas
Right.
getting joint ventures, like, and I still didn't know the game. I'm just kicking shit that I heard. Like, no. I need 50-50 joint venture. I ain't doing no 360. I need to own my own label and all that shit,
Right.
man. That shit when niggas be like, yo, I got the label. That shit don't mean shit.
And you also,
You heard? That shit is just words, dog. You do not know what a label mean, my nigga. Like, yeah, you the CEO or what, dickhead? Like, you smell me? Like, because I was once that dickhead. Like, I was like, man, we like, I'm the CEO. CEO, like, you have no idea what it really takes to be a CEO, make this record label function like a real record label. Like, we
distribution
getting
stuff,
hits,
yeah.
dog. Like, that's something different. Anything gonna move with a hit. But when you ain't got a hit and you gotta make a record label sustain and shit like that, that's a whole nother monster of being a CEO and owning the business and shit like that. But it's all semantics. We can get into some other shit.
right? No, that's all good. It's all good, man. We gonna take it everywhere. So now, how the clothing thing? Like, how did you like get into that?
Honestly, I did a freestyle. I said, I'm a vampire life, true blood, Sookie. And then me and my man Snags went and printed up just some sweatshirts. It said vampire life on it to match a couple pair of sneakers. I was on BET with the locks in them. And they like, I need some of those.
Right.
And had me twisted. And my man GB's that owned the sneaker store in the Coliseum.
Yeah,
I was with Young Yala the other day. I went in there with a box of t-shirts when I first started. Like, yo, whoever buy a pair of sneakers, give them a free t-shirt. Man, G looked around at me like, free what? We don't give shit for free out of the store. Told his sister, put some tags on it, put them shits up for $45. Them shit sold before the day was out. He like, you might have to really do a clothing line because these shits you just left in here is sold. And I had left like 80 shirts in there. He like, that shit is all gone. And then from there, I got it going and ran into little complications, but now I'm back and running and shit like that. I learned a lot.
But we're gonna support Vamp Life out here.
I appreciate
We're gonna
it.
support that. I was meant to tell you to bring some shirts,
To a
goddamn
pop-up,
it.
dude.
And we were at the
Bring it in
pop-up
here,
shop.
yeah,
Yeah,
bring
get
it
some
in
shirts in the pop-up shop right now. So now you was a director at one point. Like you were really out here directing.
I'm
like,
still a director.
What made your mindset to even think like that? Like
Because of the era.
none of us was.
Because of the
like
era.
we all was a little mad at you. Like
Because
how
of-
do you think like that? Like,
The era of big budgets. Like when me and Cam got signed.
what was that era? Was it dying or was it multiplying?
Nah, it was this just like when we talking about big budgets. These
Right.
dudes don't know what big budgets is. That's where
Right.
it all came from. Like when me and Cam first signed, we didn't know what these budgets was, and not saying niggas raped us, but we didn't know what it meant and shit like that. So we just went with the flow and did what everybody told us to. Didn't ask about nothing. By the time we got signed to Rockefeller,
Right.
Cam did a solo deal, and they gave us a diplomat deal. Me and
Right.
Cam already had a vision from being stuck in the street in limbo for that 2 years and shit like that. That's another whole nother story. Like people don't even remember how we just was. Cam lost the deal when under them lost the record label, and we were just stuck in limbo for like 2 years, and then Dame came and scooped us and shit like that. I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. This is Green Champs. This is what was I talking about? Oh no, the director.
Director. What made you go that way?
Yeah, the big budgets, I be high and y'all got me
That's
drinking
good,
shit.
that's good.
So the big budget, so by the time we got to motherfucking Rockefeller and they signed the diplomats and shit like that, me and Cam already knew how we wanted to be seen. Different. We wanted the people to see as far as us
Right.
giving people Harlem and shit like that. And then we would sit there and think about video treatments. I write all them shits out, and Cam was like, yo, when we do all this deal, I'm gonna let you nigga, you got the shit all written out. You gotta direct this shit. I'm like, I'm gonna tell them that you direct this shit, and you smart, stay close to the director, learn that shit, and go. If this video come out good, I'm gonna let you direct the rest of the videos. And he kept that.
So
was
what was your
one thing
first video?
He kept it 100% solid on. It was Oh Boy.
You directed Old
Wow.
Boy? I totally
The video,
forgot
too.
I
that.
directed everything from Old Boy to Diplomats to Jewels to Cam. I directed everything at that point for like 4 years straight.
This nigga's the down low Hype Williams on the low.
Like Dipset said Anthem, I directed that.
That's the one with the American flag?
The shit when we got the whole walkthrough and shit like that. We wrote, like I directed a bunch of joints that y'all love and shit like that. Ballin', all my videos, Certified Gangsters, all that shit.
Damn, my brother.
I directed videos for Rockefeller, for State Property, I directed Remy Ma's videos.
Now, is it true Jay came to the Old Boy video shoot, but he didn't get in the shoot?
They came because Rockefeller had just got one of their big checks. I guess it was like 20-some million, and they had Cam was a big deal at that day, and that was like, you know, the new signing, and the video was big, so they all came to the video set to take the $20 million picture, because that's what Dame was. Dame was on set with us getting twisted, so Jay and all of them came over there to take the picture. He wasn't tripping about that at that point. We was more happy than anything. We felt like we got $20 million. This is we back in the game. Got a hit record. The video. We got money in our pocket. Phone calls outside. We didn't really care about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, plus Cam had, Cam is a prideful dude. He ain't never let that type of shit fade him. You know what I mean? He quick to say fuck all that. Fuck that.
Damn, that sound like me.
You know what I mean? So,
Can't even fry. I'll be saying that all the time. As soon as they like, no, fuck that. We gonna focus on us. Yeah, I'm that type of nigga too. I can't even lie. But yo, so now you being close to Rockefeller, this is something that I never would have thought I could have ever seen. I never thought this would have ever happened. Jay and Dame breaking up. Did you see any signs while you was there that this is about to be over?
when Dame made Cam president, I was like, this is about to be a wrap.
Oh, you really
Like
felt
to
that?
myself, I was like, yeah, this is over. Because once that happened, the next day it was tension everywhere. I was like, this is.
Because Karen Civil said it was over a parking spot. Remember she said that?
Nah.
She had to relax?
Gotta relax. She was an intern. She don't know no better. She just going over what she heard, what interns say and shit like that. You did?
Okay.
She
No, she was talking about
she
her and
popping
Cam.
now.
I'm talking about, my bad, I switched topics. I meant Jay and Dame. Because, like,
Nah.
Because at one point when I seen Jay and Dame,
Listen,
I never thought.
I don't know their business.
Right, yeah,
And I'm not here
it's
to say
speculating.
that,
This is
but
speculating.
I know for a fact it ain't about a parking spot.
Yeah.
Gotta relax.
Right.
Gotta relax.
No.
A parking spot, these niggas got drivers.
No, I've said that. I said that. That's my fault. No, it's my fault.
That's a
Because when
fact.
she said that, she was making Cam and Jay. My question, I messed up. So
You got me fucked up.
Yeah. I'm
What
talking
you
about.
saying, though?
Okay. I'm talking about when you was at Rockefeller. Did you ever feel a sign that Jay and Dame was gonna be no more? Like, did you ever see
I
that?
just said that
He said, yeah, when he made him president.
When
Oh, president,
Dame
oh,
made
yeah.
Cam president of Rockefeller.
Right.
The next day, it was tension everywhere. Everywhere.
In the office.
Because it was like Dame bust a move.
Without telling nobody.
Yeah, you did, and it just, it's bosses up there, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know how it go, man. And that's how I felt. I was like, it was nasty. The energy was nasty. Like that was just like the beginning of everything. Just going from there and shit like that. Like it just, you could felt us from being in baseline and everybody doing music together to when that happened, everything separated. Like it was, you could felt diplomats over here. Like it wasn't, the unity wasn't there like it was before that happened and shit like that. You know what I mean? And then you had the Beans, you had the Bleaks, you had everybody there that been there. Some of Jay's right-hand mans that been there with him from Brooklyn and all that. So you can imagine how the tension between some of the artists was like, what? These niggas just not even been here a year.
Right.
You did? Like,
Right.
so, you know what I mean? And then we was cocky. We was going platinum like Kanye. Everything we did was platinum. It was us and Kanye that went platinum on Rockefeller and Jay. Those ain't nobody else. And they had a slew of artists and shit like that was bubbling and popping and shit like that. We came in and got sizzling over there. Like, so it was, young kids from Harlem. You know, if you know any Harlem niggas.
Y'all are cocky and horrible.
Yes.
But all right, so now let me change it up a little bit. You also damn near created E1, Cotton.
I wouldn't say I created E1. I would say
You helped it out
I helped them.
You helped it out
raise
a
the
lot.
profile.
What did 50
become-
call it? 50 called that company. He said that's where they go to die. And then you came and you went to live.
I kind of turned them into a major label.
You made niggas look at them like serious
Yeah,
people.
like they was giving
Like we
up
all
bags.
kind of laughed at them at one point.
100%. And that was
And then
I
we
was
said,
like
Jim getting that
meditating.
mugger over there. Hold on.
Yeah, like, I was-
let's redirect our shit. Hold
Yeah, I
on.
that
remember
was the
Fat
first
Joe
album,
telling you, like, you went over there and did that.
Yeah, like that was a great move for us. I tried to get $1 million from Dame at that point.
Right.
I was big at that point. I mean, not big, but I was
Moving.
moving in.
Right.
I was directing all the Diplomat videos. The Diplomats already went platinum. Cam signed the deal. Joel
Right.
signed the deal.
Right.
And I was like, just give me $1 million. I don't need nothing else. I'm handing everything. I'm gonna do all my own videos and everything. Niggas shut me down.
Right.
So then I was, me and Cam had the conversation of these niggas down south, they just be doing independent and shit like that. I'm like, our power is Diplomats. I don't think it's gonna matter if we put Jim Jones Diplomat record out on Def Jam or Diplomat record out, period. They gonna buy the Diplomat record. And that's what we was banking on, the power of the bird. And we went to Gotcha, that shit popped hard.
Right. And what was the standout record that made it was Ballin', correct?
I mean, Ballin', it was a few others, but Ballin' was like the ultimate
But that was when
rock star.
niggas had to pay
That was,
attention
yeah, that was a
to
Michael
Gotcha.
Jackson record right there.
It was huge, yeah, it was a huge record.
Hey, Ballin', Ballin'. Come on, no, lie. Come on, y'all help me sing with that.
I don't want to hear that. No.
You don't want to hear that? Oh my God! It's not the reaction that does.
I get mad at these clubs and DJs sing that shit like,
Oh, you're not the only one. I hate when I go to the club and they play my old
Yo,
shit.
come on,
I'll be like, yo, I got some new shit, nigga. Play that new shit, nigga. Yeah.
come on, dog. Don't do me like that, dog. I respect it, but damn, man.
Alright.
You know what I mean? But you gotta respect the people for what they love and shit like that. I mean, that's one of the records that got me here in a big way.
Yeah, in a big way. That's just, I would say, Super Thug. That's your
that
horse
was
and
it.
carriage. That's
was
your,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
That was it.
Yeah.
That was an anthem for
Yeah.
That's your signature.
Yeah. Don't stay away from that because that's a great record. What you about to say, Ian?
No, I'm saying that was an anthem for a while.
One time, Giants helped it out. I did this Spanish remixes. Jay did a remix for me. I appreciate it.
He wasn't fucking with you, man.
I milked that record for what it's worth and shit like that. That opened up a lot of doors for me and created a lot of opportunities for me.
Like how is that? You mentioned Jay because I remember me going to a pop-up shop. Big up to my boy Biggs, one of the people that's always stayed the same with me. And I just went there and I went and bought mad gear. He told me to chill. You don't have to spend money. I said yes I do. I spent money, and he's like, yo, it's crazy. I just spoke to Jay and he asked me what's up with Jim Jones, and I said, word? And I was like, I shook my head like. This is the era where everybody, we all older now.
Absolutely.
Like, so how was that when you first approached that? Jay, he said, because he actually reached out to you. That's ill.
Well, it wasn't. It was more of a.
Tell him I said what's up. It's reaching out, man. I'm just she was trying to be like, you trying to be humble, but no, that's hard. Go ahead, continue, Joe.
Nah, it was like a mutual friend I know. It was like, yo, what's up? What you been up to? Just talking randomly about the business, and he was like,
Right.
I'm gonna see something. I know what you need. I'm like, huh? And the next day, he like, yo, I was speaking to OG Juan. He was like, yo, wow, come down to the office and come speak to him. And went down there and kicked it with Juan. And you know Juan from Harlem. He one of the legends from Harlem and shit like that. So it was a good conversation. But you know how that go. You're not walking into them type of places without them already knowing what
Absolutely.
they want to do. You know what I mean? But to be there in person is like confirmation of
It's all
the
love.
growth and
It's all love.
where my head is at
The
and shit
past
like
be the
that.
past. Look forward
You
to
know
the
what I mean?
future. And that's what I think hip hop needs. My God.
you all right
the
over
weed,
there?
the weed,
Okay.
the weed
All
done
right.
got stuck in me. Oh, I forgot.
I mean, I like all the camaraderie in hip hop, but I like competition also. And hip hop has also always been an aggressive, competitive sport.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do you think since like you doing business with Jay, it affected your relationship with Dame?
Nah, I don't really care about that. Me and Dame had some other shit going on.
Oh.
Dame did stuff. I ain't really tripping off Dame.
Yeah.
You did?
Okay.
Let Dame be in peace and stay in health and all that type of shit. You heard?
Right.
Let him do what he do.
Absolutely, man. Big amount. Salute. We love everybody.
Yeah.
We do. Let me
Shit
fill up
like
your
that.
drink, goddammit. You, this is your medicine. You fell off the jet ski. You still ain't tell us what you did on the jet ski, nigga. Come on, you did some Sean Kingston shit?
Almost. I almost got Kingston
You said
out
the
here.
Sean
You almost got Sean
I almost
Kingston?
got Sean Kingston out here.
Big up
100%,
Sean Kingston.
100%.
Wagwan.
Yeah, for sure, rude boy.
Not much.
That shit almost got terrible out there for your boy.
I was just with you yesterday. You was good.
Yeah. Now, do you think, now, Jones, I used to see you as a kid, wild guy, out of control. Do you think Chrissy is the reason you calmed down?
Yeah, she's part of the reason that I matured a lot. 100%. When you find a good woman,
God damn it.
a good woman is someone who wants to see.
Let's make some noise for good women, goddamn it. Yeah, Chrissy, we're gonna keep getting your big up.
I'm
Keep
good.
continuing, Jones.
I'm good.
I mean, you know, they hold you down. I mean, they do more for you than the niggas that you run in the street doing shit like that. At the end of the day, when you think about it and shit like that, I was telling somebody that the other day and shit like that. When you got the other half, when you used to get locked up, the first person you call is who? The girl, right? You'll call this person,
Call a
that
lawyer.
person, call a lawyer for
Or
me.
Bob Colino.
All that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just, you start to think about all the things that
No
you did
worry,
for and
Mary.
shit
Call
like
no
that.
worry, Mary. Mary.
I don't want to talk about them niggas, man. I don't want to be on the
Are you
phone.
no worry, Mary?
We used to fuck with Kalina.
Oh, Kalina was my nigga. Yo, you know you in C now, though, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yo.
You almost listen to me, man.
You almost sent niggas
God,
jail.
yo, listen to me. My man got
Love
caught up
Bob
in the
Kalina's
case.
song.
My man got caught up
Can
in the
y'all
case.
stay focused?
Listen
Can
to
y'all
me,
stay
hold on.
focused,
Hold on,
please?
though.
We all
Hold on,
focused,
though.
go ahead.
Hold on, my man got caught up in the case. We went there and bring that nigga some money. Boom. Right?
Yeah.
My man was like, yo, then the next thing my man went to see him again, he said, yo, the nigga's crazy.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going back to him. I'm gonna let him keep that money and I'm gonna go get another lawyer. Thank you. I know what you was trying to do, but
Yeah. He was the
I don't know
man.
what he did for you, but
Right.
No, he was. Kalina
No,
was
at
about
one
it.
point, everybody's case,
I
he
was
beat.
walking out of the car, it was like George Jefferson.
Yeah.
Boy, that nigga was ill.
Bob Kalina.
He get up there with the ball with half the George. He had the real George
And he was
Jefferson.
shaking. He was shaking from back
That
then.
did,
He was like that.
And
But
killing
he'll say
shit, though.
he'll say some ill shit to the
Word.
judge. You like, oh, you killed that. I mean, you know, you still in your mind like,
I'm getting out of here. I'm getting right out of here.
In your mind, you text him like, you killed that. Yo, I should have and yo, then
Y'all
he
so
went
stupid.
see now, but he was still taking niggas' money.
He wasn't nasty. He wasn't nasty
Yo,
now.
Yo,
And
listen,
he-
I ain't gonna put him out there like that. He was a good lawyer.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, all
I ain't gonna
right.
lie.
Stay
For
focused,
what he did
guys.
for me, for what he did for me, like,
Nah, for what he did for me.
yeah. And he even beat Mario case. Yeah, the crazy shit one
He
time.
did what he could, and he can't.
I'll tell you the
Yeah, like he did that nigga. He got busy.
I'll tell you one crazy story. I'm in Vegas, and my brother does some dumb shit somewhere, right? And so the kid goes to the police and say, him and Nori did it.
Oh no.
I'm in Vegas. There's no way I could have did this shit in Jersey. So Bob was this how ill he was. He called the police who had the warrant on me and said, listen, my client is in the West Coast. We could prove his flights, we could prove his hotel. But those 4 hours that whatever happened, he couldn't prove, but there's no way I could have went
Came
there.
back,
So
yeah.
he's telling them like, yo, he said, nah, I have to arrest Noriega because I want to be famous. Bob Kalina taped that shit back then. He taped that call. He had that, yeah. He's like, oh, okay, you gonna make him come in? Maybe I didn't play the joint for the officer. The officer said, all right, cool. You know, we're not gonna prosecute
That's
this
crazy.
case. Obviously, you're not.
Nah, Bob was ill.
You heard?
Bob was
oh,
ill.
yeah, big
Bob
up to
was
Bob
ill.
Kalina.
Easy, early.
Damn. So look, this is the crazy shit, right? So now, Jim Jones, you direct. You now in motherfucking Tales with Irv Gotti.
Yeah, shouts to Irv.
Big up to Irv.
Shouts to my man BJ.
Big up to BJ.
Old head, what's up?
Supreme team.
Really?
Supreme team, that's a fact. You heard? It's the
Now-
oldest one now. BJ, what's up?
Right.
Stop fucking with DJ. That's our family.
Now, is acting a thing that you thinking of?
Yeah, I like acting. I feel like acting is a natural progression from where I'm at now and shit like that. From doing music, doing reality TV, being in front of television, and and trying to stay into entertainment and shit like that, and find different ways to keep
Last
excelling.
time I seen you was auditioning for Grey's Anatomy or some shit. What was it? You did some real cracker shit. I was like, damn, Jim, you going there? It was some cracker shit. Blue Bloods. There you go. Sound like some white shit to me. I don't know what it is. I was like,
It's like Law and Order.
I you know, I was like, damn,
I was
that's that.
auditioning for that. So you know, I try different
dope.
things, man. You
Right,
gotta try shit out here, man.
Yo, listen, man.
Yeah.
I've told you, I'm trying to be a member of the Soho Lounge. Soho House. I'm trying to be
That's a
different,
hard
man.
membership. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that membership don't come easy.
I
That's an expensive membership.
I got 2 white boys who co-sign me, man. Let me big up to Trevor and Doug Banker, my
Baby,
white
you can-
connections. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some noise for them. You just can't big them up. You have white people just walking through that white world, goddammit. But they might deny me though, you know. I don't know. But I apply for the membership. I'm trying to be different. I be seeing you in Hollywood spas. Like, yo, your lady be in the Hollywood spas. My lady be in there too. I'm like, yo, that is a Hollywood place. What is that, in Bell Harbor? Ooh, we ain't gonna, should we bring them up?
No,
Or-
not at all. Not at all.
Cool. They
Keep
ain't
me
there,
low.
right?
Keep me low.
All right.
That's the wrong place to be.
Bell Harbor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
It is not.
It's very
It
expensive.
is not.
It's very expensive. But do you eat at Carpaccio's? It's the best. Carpaccio's?
Carpaccio's, yeah, I
Yeah,
take it.
Carpaccio's, and you gotta eat at this is little bar. I forget the name of the restaurant. What's the name of the Asian restaurant? No, I'm talking about in Bell Harbor.
Komodo. No, that's no. That's
That's
Komodo,
downstairs. Makoto? All right, you gotta get the lollipop wings from there.
Of
It's-
course.
Yeah, we been
yeah.
there.
Yeah, we go there.
Holy moly.
Yeah,
Get the
those
lollipop
talking rich.
wings. Woo! You gotta take a piss?
No,
Oh, these ain't
I
gotta
said you're
piss.
talking rich.
Oh, you took,
She's like $50 for 5 wings, though.
It is
I ain't
not,
never
babe.
look at I ain't never look at the price. I just been
So
there.
embarrassing.
So
So
now, how
embarrassing.
did you migrate to Miami? Because I know you even had a record called Summer in Miami, correct? Did you live in Miami prior to that? Or,
Tell the
Nah,
truth.
She always lived in Miami.
oh, wow.
I
She
was
put you
free-
on
I
in
was
Miami too?
freeloading
Let's make
on
some
her
noise.
couch.
Look at you again. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's where I met her at in Miami.
Now, what does Miami do for you? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. As a city, okay, I call myself a city guy, born and raised, you know, Queens, New York. Spent most of my time in Manhattan because that's where the checks was at.
Absolutely.
What Miami does to me is give me a peace of mind. Like for some reason, I could just, I'm still Nori, but I could like relax in
You could be-
Miami.
you could be
Like,
And I ain't
Oriental.
gonna front. I had an ice cream all the way up to this morning till I just got on the plane and I landed. I was kind of smiling when I landed,
Right.
like you heard, like
Yeah,
New York fuck
yeah,
you over,
yeah,
like
yo,
this.
yo,
You
let
just
me-
be like,
oh.
you just be up there like what?
Oh, I never
Who
thought-
that? Who you come to see? Like you said everything like
Yo, I never told you the story. I stayed in Miami for 10 months. Then I went to New York and I went to the club to meet my homeboys. And I walked in and I was like, yo.
You was too happy?
And them niggas was like, yo, what the fuck?
Are you so happy?
What's wrong with you? I was like, yo, they was like, yo, we don't smile up here. What the fuck you smiling for? I was like, oh shit. I had to literally change my face. Like, is that true? Like New York, you just gotta be mad just to be
the
mad.
atmosphere. As soon as I landed in New York, yo, why you ain't outside when I just landed? Why you ain't out here? I'm already on with it. Like, oh yeah. That's the only way niggas respect you in New York. You go to each other, laugh and smile and shit like that. Like this nigga high, he on drugs or something.
Yo,
man.
I'm gonna tell you something. In Miami, like, I'll see
Miami, I be out
13
here with
people
slip-
if I want to.
I go to the club
If
with
you
slippers
if
on in
you
Miami.
want to.
What'd you
I go to
say?
the club with slippers on in Miami. Like
You don't even get dressed here.
You look a
much
little
in
farther
Miami.
than I have. I never did that.
Yeah.
I got slippers on right now.
Nah, you've done that.
I'm sure you have.
At Sobe
I'm sure
Live.
you have.
So
They got workout clothes on, nigga. I don't care.
No, the Sobe Live was different. That was like our house. Like I had change of clothes in Sobe Live at one point,
That's how
nigga.
it just be. But that's how lackadaisical it is in
Yeah.
Miami. Like you to get this laid back, and there's still a lot of money out here to get. Like you can get into a few things and
Do you
shit like
remember
that.
your first show out here?
My first
Yeah,
show.
I think we was at it. Oh, I think you guys came to Cream. The spot was called Cream.
The Diplomats?
No, you and Cam. And my boy was the label
In the
rep
90s or
in the 90s. And he gave you guys DJ EFN shirts. And I got pictures I was looking for right now. Y'all threw the shirts on and came out on stage wearing my shirts.
wow.
And you got actually one of your tattoos. You got it that day because you
In
had the
Miami.
joint right here.
I
You
got
cut
that
the
out
sleeve
in
from my
Miami.
shirt, and you had the joint right here.
I got that shit done in Miami.
Yeah.
Which
100%.
one, babe?
I got a.
And that, what year was that, Paul? Do you know?
Not your hood one, right?
I think it was this one, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
the Diplomat one.
We got the picture. Yeah, I got the picture somewhere. I was looking for
Yeah, I
it.
remember that. I remember when we first came down here. It was me, Cam, and Bianca and shit like that.
Yeah,
and then
Bianca,
They
yeah.
took us to see
Oh,
Cali.
that was
Cali-
y'all sister?
Cali was doing pirate. Yeah, she was out. She was like.
was
she
at
wasn't
Mix
even a sister,
96.
She just they was like one of them intern joints that just go everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah.
She was there when Cam did the freestyle, which was after that day.
Yeah. So yeah, Miami was different. We stayed. That's how we know about that restaurant on 10th Street, because that was the first place we stayed, was on 10th and Collins in that bullshit hotel. But we fresh out the projects, niggas.
Wait, Timber Collins. You talking about the Kent Hotel?
Nah, they were
The one above a restaurant.
Shit that's tore
It's
down
not there
there. The shit
anymore.
that we used to smoke the weed out.
Oh, yo, yeah. I ain't gonna front you.
It looked
Y'all
like
put me
Gilligan's
on to that.
Island.
The only
You
reason
put
we
me
know
on to
about
that.
that because that was the first hotel we stayed in.
Oh.
You heard?
Yeah, and you can smoke right
What was the
downstairs.
spot that you used to like? What was the spot that you used to go to?
Yeah.
The hotel.
Not the Lowe's, right?
No. When I brought you out, you went there and we did the interview with Cannabis and Akinelli and you. What was that spot? You used to go there all the time on
I've
Collins.
been getting high.
This
for a
nigga
long
said
time,
cannabis and
I'm gonna be honest.
academic.
Yes.
You got a fucking hell of a memory. You
Yeah.
don't get high.
He can't because his memory
Yeah,
was
like
too
you
short.
bugging the fuck out right now. You talking about cannabis and Arcanelli.
That was two different eras. Yeah, that was two different.
I don't smoke.
Yeah, you don't smoke.
I'm just an alcoholic.
That was two different eras, man.
Damn.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers to that. Hey, you gotta fill you up.
Yes.
We gotta fill you up. This
Miami
is
got a
drink
lot of
10.
history, man. This.
Are you a Tiger Bone type of guy, Jim?
No, he's not.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, so I can use it.
No.
Okay. Can EFA, can you do the honors?
She don't love me tomorrow.
Wait,
Which
want
one
Tiger
you want?
Bone
Which one
shots?
you want, Jim? This one or this one? One is yours, one's mine.
On the side, okay?
Can you do the honors? EFA? Look at that. Niggas pulling out history.
That's fucking terrible.
He was dumb slim. You don't have to put him in the gym. He was too
that's right.
skinny when I met him.
I got this one. It was the Jim.
Let's
It
talk
was
about
the
it.
Jim Jones one. This bullshit one right here.
Okay.
You heard? I thought I was tough when I got that one.
Let me see.
Nori, when I met him, he was wild slim.
Okay now. With the DJ, oh, that's Cam too. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they
God
rocked the
damn
shit.
it. EFN had Miami on lock, God damn it. Let's do it. You gonna do the honors?
What we doing? The Tiger Bone?
Tiger Bone.
Where is it?
Can I have a little cranberry?
You
Oh,
can
this
have
is-
a lot of cranberry, sis.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that's not for me. All right.
Okay.
Thank
yeah.
you.
You tell me which, if that's not cold enough. I don't know if this
No,
one is cold.
I'm on ice already. I'm
Okay,
cold.
you good?
I'm cold.
Okay, we got
Now,
you.
get roll that one and pass me that one and roll this one.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna front. Everybody got vamp-like pose with us, man.
Can you pass me the lime juice?
Tell him every time I see him.
I'm here all the time. I'll make sure you get it.
Yeah,
I'll send it
please.
to you.
I'm gonna have my wife hit you.
Absolutely.
Because the wives is way more.
Efficient.
Besides like my niggas, I have never gave any vamp life to anybody.
Well, you should,
We
baby.
gonna change that,
Like
goddamn.
literally, like and again, like I
Be
ain't
your
really.
publicity team.
I'm sure people will wear it.
I just don't be. I
what
don't be
shot
like
is
gonna
what?
be on niggas' body
Oh,
like
you
that.
always.
You heard?
Yeah. Nah, it's all
Yeah,
love.
like
Stop being shallow.
Listen, man. Listen, this is to the career of Jim Jones and your lady. Every good man is a woman beside him. You know what I mean? We doing it. You're gonna have to stop walking across. I know you don't come to Drink Chance episode like that, but you're gonna have to relax.
Relax. That's the
Young
shit.
man, you gonna have to
gotta relax,
all right?
young fella.
So this is the Jim Jones. You doing your thing, your whole career, everything you doing. Your lovely lady. We're gonna salute you at Drink Champs because this is what we do. We respect our legends over here,
How
and
about
we're gonna
that?
continue to do it. Let's take that shot. Yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible.
It is. It looks terrible.
There's nothing good about
It
that.
looks like mud.
There's nothing good about
After yesterday's shit?
it. Nah, I ain't gonna front. Jermaine Dupri went too far. He went 8 shots.
Really? Of this?
Yeah, he went too far.
It looks like motor oil.
It's
Let me
really
see that.
bad. Just smell it. Just smell it.
Okay.
Yo, you remember that time in the tunnel? I was performing and I threw up on Cameron's arm.
What? Wait. Sit.
Me and Cam was going song for song.
Uh-huh.
So we got Jim is the hype man and Down Leezy's the hype man. And these niggas is wildin'.
Yo.
So, you alright?
Is it true that you used to come out in your underwear?
Yeah, I was in my underwear that night.
Really?
What'd you say? Go ahead.
I said, is it true he used to come out in his underwear?
Oh yeah.
'Cause I didn't
Yo,
know
Oh
him.
yeah. Cause and I had my hype man name was Down Leezy and they was just both wild. So they was like it was almost like they were out wilding each other
How did
while
I
me
end
and
up
Cam.
here?
Cause I always looked at kind of like me and Cam like the new age. And niggas might kill me for saying this. But we were like the new age Jay and Nas.
Nah, y'all had it. I ain't gonna front like let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky.
We were
Let's
like
keep
the
it
new
funky.
age.
Listen to
So
me.
I'm not saying that.
Let's keep it funky.
Okay.
You was on fucking fire, nigga.
Absolutely.
You heard?
Absolutely.
100%. You know, I was there. I sit in the studio with under them and shit. They be talking about you like, no, you on some Tupac shit right now. You hear that nigga talk? That nigga going crazy. We gotta get Cam shit just going just like that. Like, so it was
I
like,
agree.
they was following your energy. Like, yo, he got that. You did, but this was a time when New York was just so dominant in the game. Like, nigga, it was a precious situation. Like, people have no idea. Like, just,
Like that
man.
Source cover, they had the Source cover, and it was DMX, it was Corrupt, Silk the Shotgun, Cameron, Nori, Cannabis.
Capone wasn't on that?
Nah, Capone was locked up at that time. But out of like the 13 people, it was like 13 people or something like that. That was just saying there's a new generation of who people gonna take
Yeah,
over.
can't remember
New
that
York
shit.
had like 7
Was it
of
like
them.
was it like a fold out?
It was a fold out,
Okay.
and me and Cam didn't make the original one. And I know it was
Yeah,
like
niggas that's not
we
know
wanted
about them sauces,
to
nigga.
outwork DMX. 'Cause
All
DMX was the
sauces.
guy who actually
Nah, DMX.
numbers wise,
Listen to me.
because it was me, Cam, and
I
Pun
still
that
never seen
battled it
nobody
out.
perform. Listen,
that year, that year.
All right.
That's a different
No, let's go there, Jones.
Let's
We gotta
get
go.
into this now. We've seen a lot of people perform.
DMX is a
Who your
different
top 3
animal.
performers?
KRS-One, Busta Rhymes, and it shifts from DMX to Hov sometimes. So or Nas sometimes. It's those 3. Those my last 2.
I never really got to see a full Nas performance.
Right.
So I would go the Fugees.
Ooh, you changed the game up.
Yeah.
I seen them niggas perform in Apollo one night.
Together, all 3.
Yeah, when the
Fugees.
wedding-
Yes, absolutely.
You know, you can get the Fugees and one of them niggas will show up.
No, it's all
Apollo, it's Apollo. This is the 90s one.
Oh, okay,
Jay
this is-
performed there. I
oh,
seen
okay.
Big
This is
perform
not
there.
broke up.
Nah,
No,
Fugees.
it's not. No,
I'm talking about
This is the
best
Fugees.
performance I
Yeah.
ever seen. The Fugees in Apollo. Retarded. Busta Rhymes, I was on tour with him. He used to come out and shake that Puffy World Tour down.
Right.
Him and Spliff Star,
Right.
different.
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 Right.
Now, you know, niggas be having hits, so it's different. You got a hit, you gonna command the crowd. I seen nothing like DMX, my nigga.
He make you feel shit.
Nothing like DMX. I watched that nigga pray, have niggas crying, have niggas laughing, have niggas barking, have niggas fighting, have niggas, my nigga.
No hype man. No hype man. No hype man.
Just him. Yeah, he did.
My nigga, you see X perform, and they be like, yo, know y'all gotta come out after X tonight. Be like, Kim, like, come on, this is some bullshit. Kim, like, we gotta go all out. Now, me and Kim we running through arenas, performing, running through arenas, getting chased by a whole 10,000 people. We trying to do this when the competition of performing
Right.
was different.
Right.
When you was on tour with niggas,
Right.
it was different.
Right.
The fun that was going on,
Right.
dig the basketball games, niggas having water fights, niggas kidnapping niggas, like it was a whole different type of energy back then, my brother.
Right.
Like it ain't. And then again, we not as young as the youngsters is right now, so that energy might be the same for them right now. But I swear, our shit was different. I tell everybody that era.
Babe,
this
babe,
era-
babe, I've been wanting to ask you this question for a long
That's
time.
what I'm talking about. Take over the show, Chris. Goddamn it, let's do it.
I'm not saying who. I'm just saying somebody in your squad was fucking a midget on the road.
Freaky
you-
Zeke,
do you-
right?
do you know anything about that?
Freaky,
Oh, right. I guess that's Freaky Zeke. Let's go to the
Babe,
next question.
babe,
Yo, so let me ask you, because see, I seen y'all from the beginning. I don't even think y'all was Dipset. Y'all don't think y'all was Diplomats at first when I first seen y'all. But then Jewels came
No,
around.
we wasn't diplomats.
forget
the,
what we were.
the diplomat shit didn't start until I want to say 2000 about.
Right.
Like we was
Right.
doing Purple City Bird Gang. That was 1999. Dipset, that's that Purple City Bird. Wait, was that 1999? No. That was after. That was after 1999. That was when I met Shice. I met shout out to Shice and shit like that. So I met Shice in 1999. Over an ounce of smoke and shit like that. He had that bomb, you know, it was like party like it's 99, was going to 2000, everything was
Okay,
supposed to blow
Shice,
up.
that's the guy with the haze. He got haze every time I see him?
That was back in the day, hell yeah. He had everything
Dark
back in
skinned
the
guy.
day, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
So I didn't know. I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. What we talking about right now? I'm just.
When Dipset started.
Oh, with
No,
Dipset.
when, no,
When
no,
the
no, it did say
Diplomat.
when the Jewels.
Oh, Jewels.
Yeah.
Jewels. Yeah, Jewels came after 2000. He did because he didn't make it to the tunnel with us. Wait,
You
did
sure?
he make it to the tunnel with us?
No, I don't think so.
He didn't make it to the tunnel with us at all. Now, Joel, it wasn't no Dipset because that started gangbanging. That was right before my man Light died and all that type.
No, that was ill. I liked it. I liked the way you just said that mad lightly because I started gangbanging. That was hard. That was hard.
Nah,
He killed
I was
that. He killed that.
I'm just trying to just go through the history.
Do another shot, Tiger. Goddamn.
Come on, man. Hold on, man. You got me fucked up.
You can't let Jermaine Dupri did 8. I ain't gonna lie. You
No,
my nigga.
We're not trying to
I'm
mess
lying.
Okay.
Because Jewels was on SDE.
Sports, drugs, entertainment.
Yeah.
We were still on Sony at that time.
Epic. Yep.
Somebody Google that. When SDE came
Come
out.
on, that's his job. How
Googling!
yo, how he looked right at you? He knew that was your job. Yo. This nigga Jones is mad smart. I don't know if y'all peeped that. He looked right at the Googler. The Googler. Cocaine hands, goddamn.
SDE was on Sony because that was after Unlost his deal. And then they said that we had to go, Cam was going to Sony and shit like that. And then we went up in there with like 30 bloods with the camera.
30 what,
Made
babe? Really?
niggas sign Cam off the label on camera or in the Sony building. We pull a high power coup that I don't think it can never happen again.
You're going to jail. You do that today.
No,
Yeah, you're going to jail. Yeah.
Walked in the Sony building with gang members.
Right.
You think? See, and then once again, but this how influential that hip hop is and shit like that. Like we are from the street, so we know to do ignorant shit and shit like that. But now we mixing ignorant shit with shit that we watching, and now we in the game. We thinking we like pocking them and shit like that. Like what? We running in their blood and going crazy with everybody. Go sign up, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Like this was our mindset. Like nigga, we going in a whole nother realm. What you said? What year it was? 2000. See, that was so Jewels was 1999.
Yeah, because at that year you had to make the album a year before.
Yes.
It took a whole year.
Yes.
So whenever I look at,
So
like,
when
whenever I
was
It
the
was like
tunnel?
15, 16. Remember that?
yeah, I got the footage. I got the footage. We're gonna go to it on the what documentary.
Yeah, I mean-
I own that.
When you was the
Yeah,
tunnel?
yeah. I got you. We pulling that up right now. For people on Revolt, you can watch the footage of
Jewels did go
Revolt.
to the tunnel too, because the tunnel stopped in '99. The tunnel stopped. That was the last in '99 when the
How many
tunnel.
times you got banned from the tunnel?
That's a funny
Yo, I
thing.
had- I had
never
an order protection on me.
I'm gonna tell you
I don't
something.
think you had an order protection on you.
Listen,
I had an order protection.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
It
I
went
had an
fur-
order. The
Because you
club
didn't know
had
how to
an order
act.
protection.
I got banned from every club
I got
in
banned.
New York City.
I got banned from every club in
The
New York City.
mayor ordinance. I got banned from everything. Like nigga, every time I went to the club, they was outside with the cop car. Like,
Get out of here. Get out of
come
here.
on, let's go in. They was locking me up every time I went to the club and shit like that. Fuck you talking about wasn't a bit. But the tunnel was like, you know, I mean, first of all, we was going in the tunnel with 90 gang members.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you what happened with
No,
me.
100%.
The first time I went to the
You
tunnel, I
ain't
got
blow
beat
you
up.
up?
So
You
then
ain't
I
blow
went with every nigga I knew.
No.
Like every nigga I knew.
You never told me this.
Yeah, no, this is. I didn't really get beat up. It was.
But you
Paul
got
got hit in the head with a bottle.
You got pushed
Paul
around
got
and
hit in the
all
head
that?
with
You
a
got a little
bottle,
tussle?
and I hit the nigga in the head with a bottle, and it was just more there. And I was just like,
Okay.
oh, okay.
You got hit
And I
in
said,
your
you know
head one
what?
time. You got hit in your head one time.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And I said,
Shit happens.
listen, I was
Don't worry
like,
about it.
this is how. But you know, I'm not Noriega yet. Now I'm Noriega. I'm about to be Noriega.
Oh, so you niggas
So I
gonna
brought
pay.
every nigga from the
They gonna
Bronx.
pay.
I seen
Every nigga from
I seen him
all.
when he was in Noriega. Listen, he saved me when he was Noriega. They saved my ass in the tunnel one day. I never forget that story. The nigga named Nut, God bless the dead, from Brooklyn and shit like that. He was in motherfucking in the tunnel. It was me, Cameron, my man Saul, and Dave Lighting.
Dave
Cousin
Lighty,
Saul?
he's the runner of the tunnel.
Alright, so
When Chris
we in
Whitten
there,
run
right?
the tunnel.
The nigga Nut come up. He looking like Bach. He got the Versace vest on, bald head, dark skin nigga. His weight is up. He run up on Cam. He like this close to Cam. Like, yo, what's up? You know who I am? But now that I think about it, he wasn't really trying to be funny, but we just was only, you know, Cam, you know, I had to protect Cam. So he like, you know who I am? Cam like, nah. Right? So now, but we're in the tunnel, we're not tripping, but for some reason, this night it's
This
just
nigga's
me,
retarded.
Cam, and my man Salty and Dave Lighty. So me and Saul, look, and I think we got a knife on us or some shit like that. And we like, nigga, what the fuck? 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 And we like, n So now he talking to Cam, so I put my face like this close to Cam face. You heard? Like he gotta talk to me too. And my man Saw put his face like next to his Cam face on this side. Like, what's up? He like, man, y'all niggas been asked about me. So I mean, we back, we gangbang. We New York, we throw razors and knives. You dig? This nigga backed up and lift up the Versace vest and had 2 Glocks. Like, y'all niggas better chill the fuck out. Now keep in mind, this is like 97, so we still young in the game. We still don't know how niggas is really moving. We from Harlem. We know about guns and guns, but it ain't like we in the club. Like all this is culture shock. Backed out, we like. You heard? We didn't have no moves in this. We like, yo, we just stuck your man Dave right and start crying, all type of shit. One of Nori niggas, Nori had this crew full of numbers and shit back in the day. We ain't gonna get into that. They had football jerseys. They all had numbers on the back and shit like that. They was calling each other by numbers and nobody never had a name. Some real evil devilish shit like, yo, 63, you're 45, man. No, we're 65. Yo, you see 25? No, 2 yo, what? These niggas was straight football team. So now one of the numbers pull up. We ain't gonna say the numbers because
Let it go. Okay.
one of the numbers pull up, he had on a snorkel, he pull up, he like, yo, Jim, what's up? He pull out 2 guns after fucking snorkel. I was sleeping. He like, yo, Jim, what's up? Get behind me. Then he in front of the kid, man, like, what's up, nigga? And you, what's up, nigga? I'm like, oh my God. I want to kiss this nigga. Yo, we slid out that shit. We slid out that shit right behind that nigga. Like, stay behind me, Jim. Like, yeah. Come on, Cam. Fuck these niggas. I never went in the tunnel without weapons again, bro.
Listen, we had a plan of how we went to the tunnel. This is how we did it. We knew that they wouldn't search a certain amount of people that I came in with. But then we paid for niggas, and then we paid the security. We paid the security. Listen, we fucked up niggas in the tunnel so much that the security came to us one night and said, this is what was gonna happen from now on. We said, what's up? He said, when y'all got beef with the nigga, we gonna set it off. I said, all right, cool. We had the security beat niggas up in
Ain't
one
no
point.
front. After y'all get kicked out, I took over that. That was mine. After that, I took over that. I was coming in.
Peter Gation looked at the footage. He fired
pressure. That was the difference. I had him under pressure.
Okay.
You heard? He made a mistake and asked me to do something. Somebody had him under pressure one day.
Right.
I said, oh, we don't give a fuck about that. We're not going to club, you bitch ass nigga. I got 80 niggas with me, nigga. Fuck you talking about? They started telling me come in the club with 10 at a time. Like, yo, let's bring 10 at a time. Nigga. I mean, we used to go in the tunnel 5 ounces, 2 boxes of Dutches, 5 hammers, 30 razors. You heard? Like,
razors?
20 bottles. Yeah, razors. I mean, it's all niggas that get in the tunnel. And niggas, yo, you got a razor, you got a razor, you got a razor.
I'm gonna turn it up into some industry shit, but at that time, that's when New York had the business because that was Club Live prior to Club Live.
Don't pardon us with our ignorant shit.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, there was Ford models in there.
Yeah.
There was the biggest hustlers in there.
There's
the biggest
4,000
executives
people in
in there.
there.
Mike Tyson walking through, Big and them walking through, like nigga, like you
I ain't
did.
gonna lie. I used to see Mike Tyson walk through. That's my word. I was like, yo, this is the time we gotta relax.
No,
I used to tell my niggas,
the whole
chill.
tunnel was
Chill,
relaxed.
chill,
Mike Tyson
chill,
brought the whole tunnel.
My
I see
nigga.
his
That was my first co-ed bathroom, too.
Walk through by
The
himself.
co-ed bathroom.
The co-ed
that was in the
bathroom.
tunnel.
That
That
was
was a
my
bit.
first
I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, word up. I seen Mike walk through one night and he looked like he was on some Trump shit. He was grabbing pussy for a grip. Like he was just walking through just grabbing pussy. Like, I don't know if that happened. But it's just in my mind. That's just in my mind. That's how he walked through.
Mike walked through there with a silk Versace shirt on, mad jewelry on, nobody touch him. You heard niggas like, oh, that's Mike right there. You heard? Yeah, oh, what up, Mike? Nigga don't look at all. What you talking about?
I moved out of Mike's way a couple times with 70 niggas. Like, chill. Everybody moving.
Mike had niggas scared like you can punch all 70 niggas down the one side.
One more shot. I gotta do one more shot. Yo, that is some real shit. Yeah, my nigga. Yo, our era era was dope. And you know what? And we ain't old niggas. And we ain't old niggas just sitting around with.
Tunnel was the nice club. Speed was the gladiator club.
No, Speed was crazy.
That was
Listen,
the
I
Gladiator
broke Super
Club.
Thug and Speed. This is how you know this is how we really had it at one point. I mean, this is like, cause that was a hard club. So what we used to do was they stopped letting us in with the murder unit shit on, right? So what we did was we told these niggas to put it under this shit. So now you got a jacket or something.
you layered.
You got a throwaway jacket. So now we paid for the 30 niggas. Get it, y'all good. So now we went to Speed. Now Super Thug come out. What? And our shit was, yo, we just gonna pop 30 bottles and just shake it. And shake everything. And I'm telling you, gangster niggas just had to relax. Like we was just in there like this.
Too many
Oh
young.
wow,
That's
niggas. I
when
don't
the
even want to
whole
say.
bottom of Speed was shaking. Everybody in there.
Yeah, you think like you feel like
it was
it's gonna
hot,
die.
sweaty. The stage was in the back. You had to
Where's your shot?
New York
Where's your
was
shot?
different,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Speed
Come on,
Underground.
brother.
Yeah.
Speed had like 3 floors though.
Yeah, but
it
they
was
only
a
got the
very
niggas on the
performance was
underground.
downstairs. You gotta go
okay, I
downstairs.
remember that.
And you had to be a G to go
get your
downstairs.
This one is bigger. I'll take the
You
bigger
could
shot.
not go downstairs if you wasn't a G.
Salute.
Go ahead, drink the
Salute.
roots.
Salute. This is the Jim
Speed
Jones.
is what made me is how them niggas turn me blood.
Really?
God damn it.
What
The club.
the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, Speed was Speed.
We was going to Speed so long.
Speed
boy.
was like what's that shit? HDM. Yeah, it was like going to
It's
HDM.
nasty, nigga. I used to go. We used to go
What
to
the hell is
Speed
HDM?
every week just to fight.
That's a jail.
Nigga, we was going to clubs. We was going to clubs just to fight. You realize this ain't doing shit?
This was terrible. What we was doing.
Like the shit what we was doing was like unheard of. Like
Yeah.
these niggas talking about they do like this.
Right.
Like niggas like you
Right.
wasn't preparing every week to get your freshest outfit to go to the club to fight, nigga.
And do you remember?
You heard?
Yeah, do you remember we
You
was
had to
in?
have your illest ice crew, like my nigga. If your ice crew wasn't right, niggas might just punch you in your mouth in the club. Like this nigga soft right here. Like yo, nah. New York was different, boy. I'm telling you, like New York was different.
It was
Nigga.
different. And if you had a reputation, it was.
It was tested.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and then until you just demolished it, and but then every time you demolished it, you got banned from everywhere you did that at. Like we just got banned from La Souk. It was a little out.
Wait, recently?
Yeah, the guy he popped the champagne like it was your song came on. Pop champagne, and we had to throw the buckets.
On y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know,
There
sometimes
you
you
go.
don't know
Let's all have fun. You won the Super Bowl, nigga.
Listen to me. You want to hear the ill story about Pop Champagne?
Hear that record?
No, fuck that.
Okay.
So we down here in Miami, Memorial Day weekend. When Memorial Day weekend was
crazy.
popping, Fat Joe, pool parties, when BMF just started coming out, niggas didn't know
They
who
bring
these niggas
busloads of
is.
people.
They got 19 Lambos and shit like that, 100 bottles. So we go up in the party, me, Cam, Set, bunch of BMF niggas up there. Not mentioning them, just a bunch of BMF niggas and shit like that.
I'm about to ask you to be a man.
They pop wild champagne. Cam had on some pretty pink shit. All the champagne fall on Cam, right?
Oh, they popping into like.
Like this, you dig? I'm like, oh my God, my whole shit just went on fire. Cam like chilling. I'm like, chilling ain't nothing. What? We go upstairs, we get in, boom, 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 whatever. Right? This is like a 3-part story. So we tear ass on we tear ass on these niggas, right? Now we gotta perform in Mansion. Remember we
Out here.
in Mansion.
Yeah, Mansion,
This all
Mansion.
happened in one weekend out here in Mansion and shit like that. Now we gotta perform at Mansion. So now we don't know who the BMF niggas is. Like this ain't really what niggas knew who BMF is. It's just like it's Memorial Day. If niggas know what Memorial Day was, it was hustlers from every part of the country that was really getting
It was
money, coming
wild.
down
It was
in 40,
wild.
50,000 and blowing Cristal $500, $600 at the pool party. Like niggas are coming out here happy and shit like that. So we don't know who's now we at.
Talk that talk, Joe.
We at the
Talk that
motherfucking
talk.
Mansion. We motherfucking performing. It's like 60 niggas in the front. But we not really paying attention. But now, see niggas throwing the mad C's and mad gang sign. Niggas banging and shit like that. Like, yo, can't back up. These niggas, but Fat Joe was there that day. Like, back up. These niggas getting too crazy. And it was mess it was a Cam and Fat Joe performance. Like, can't back up. They banging, they trying to grab my feet. I'm stamping on niggas' hands and all that shit. So now we leaving out the club. You know, this is Miami. You young. This is when you walk up Collins and shit like that. We walking up Collins and we looking back. there's like 90 niggas behind us. I'm like, yo, Kim, you see all these niggas behind us? He's like, damn. We like, yo, walk, this was start. Walk a little faster. Walk a little faster and shit like that. We get to the palms and shit like that. So
Give me that big bottle.
I don't know what Cam doing. Cam left. I'm in the
big
front.
cup.
These niggas pull up to the palms. It's like 90 of these niggas, man. They like, BMF. They telling my man, like, yo, that's that nigga right there. I'm like, oh my God, these niggas is this like 90 niggas. Like, I'm like, oh my God. They had me sweating. I'm like, oh, they pointing at me. They're like, hey, fuck, nigga. They started coming towards me. I'm like, oh.
But why? What happened?
Because we
Because
got
of the shit they
they
got
got
into
in the
beat
other
them niggas up
club.
last
with the
night.
champagne.
I didn't know who no BMF is. Then we sitting there, I'm like, ooh, it's 90 niggas, I'm backing up. I start back busting moves. I said, fuck y'all niggas. Second thing I start running. I run to the beach. I'm on scene there. I get out of there. you heard? I get out of there. Boom, and shit like that. You know, whatever. I got to have a conversation there. I get booked one day to do a show in Atlanta. Right? I ain't thinking about nothing and shit like that. My man Daddy, yo, he had settled the whole problem and shit. He knew me and shit like that. I'm cool in this shit. Got booked, we go to Atlanta. I got some armed security with me. They like, yo, I'm in the club. They like, yo, BMF in the building. It felt like everything stopped. Like the music, like 90 of them niggas walk past me, all ice grilling me. I'm like, oh, we dying tonight. We definitely gonna die tonight. But nigga, like, they come in the club. Big security nigga come over there, like, yo, Meech wanna talk to you. I'm like, oh.
And you knew who he was at that time?
Oh, now I know what's going on, because I sat there, I already sat there and talked to him and shit like that. Now I know the whole
Oh, you
scheme.
spoke to me?
Yeah, that in Miami, I got some real niggas that put the whole two together. Like, now I understand who these niggas is. I'm like, oh my God. I like, all right, so now I'm like, oh my God, the big security nigga say, yo, Meech wanna talk to you. I'm like, talk to me for what? He like, nah, he didn't say he wanna talk to you. I'm like, oh my God, and my mom, I'm out there by myself with two security. I'm like, I kid you not. I said, all right, fuck it. I walk over there with the big security. Big nigga come up again, like, yo, tell them niggas to go. We gonna fuck them niggas up. I'm like, oh my God. So my security, right?
He said, tell him to go.
Tell them to leave or we gonna fuck them niggas up. I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to keep game face. I'm like, oh, all right.
Right.
It's 90 of them niggas. It ain't nothing happening. Dog. I'm gonna piece them niggas up. Like, yo, get out of here. I'm like, oh man. Walking in the knees. Meech got a stack of hundreds as big as this box, like this count, like this. Like I never see the nigga. You know that nigga had a stack like this, like I fuck with you, shorty. What's up? What you want to drink? And that was the first real introduction I had with him. Was a cool nigga and shit like that. But man, he had me sweating. I thought my ass was grass that night. Word up, man.
Yo, with Eddie, I remember we went to a club, them niggas sent us 14 bottles. It was me and Eddie.
Just yo two?
Yeah.
Nah, they was England.
I was like,
Nah,
yo,
they was-
I'm
nah, they
not
was
that ill of a drinker, y'all.
Like, you go in and what was opium at the time, and you go try to buy a bottle, remember?
They buy out the
Ain't
floor.
no
Yeah.
bottles of
There
no
was nothing
shit.
available. It was all
Not the
gone.
cheap champagne, not the expensive champagne.
They
got
got
everything.
everything.
Laughing like, oh,
Go ahead.
give Joe some
Yeah.
bottles and shit like that. Like, yo, how y'all buying all the bottles in the fucking club?
Yeah, that shit was it.
Yeah,
I ain't
I
gonna lie, that
definitely
era
remember
was it.
That was them shit. Miami was different for me, so you know, I've been in Miami for a minute, and from the industry that when I came back there here when I was doing my first album, I always had this thing about getting away and recording my albums, whether I went to LA and shit like that. So I wanted to get out because you know I was still busting moves and fucking with Cam at the time, and he just got the deal, and I was trying to do my Jim Jones thing, so I still was doing whatever, and I just wanted to motherfucking. So I came down here to do the album. I got a motherfucking. Yeah, I got the little mansion out here, and I remember we squatted right that shit. You know what squatters' rights is and shit like that. We had that shit.
Wait,
we
what?
supposed to stay.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Squatters' rights. You know what squatters' rights is?
No, what is
He
Squatters'
means
rights is when like you
An abandoned
what the bums
spot.
be doing in abandoned buildings, and they sit there and the government can't kick them out until they take the
because
bums
they've
to
been
court
there
and all
for
that type of
X
shit.
amount of time. Yes.
30 days.
After.
Yeah.
After 30 days.
People was getting cribs that
And
way.
here is a no-fault state, so you can really get away with a lot of bullshit.
What? I never heard of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know motherfuckers that got a crib that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nigga, that's what I did down here. My motherfucking first trip down here doing the album, and that's when I met her.
He ain't have no AC though.
Ain't have no AC because of squatters' rights. They try to shut the lights on, we cut the lights back on and shit like that. Still jugging the movie, had the pool and all that though. We was lit.
Right.
but it just was like my total introduction to the whole Miami and the life of Miami. I got addicted to this shit. Like I got to meet some very interesting people and shit like that, and I became friends with some good people and shit like that, and you know, like the Haitian people became like very good friends to me and shit like that. So you
Family,
know,
actually.
this whole shit, like when I see you move down here and get a piece of it and shit like that. Like I haven't lived down here, but I've been down here for the past 15 years. 14 years.
14.
Yeah.
14.
I think I lived out here 12 years.
See?
You've been out here for a minute.
You've been through a lot of different phases too. Like you
I
went
lived
from
in Puerto
rapping,
Rico, too.
you went from rapping to doing reggaeton,
Yeah, that's right.
to getting
You lived in Puerto
Spanish
Rico?
money and shit like
for a
that.
stretch?
Yeah, I definitely did.
You're
I didn't give
very
a
clever.
fuck.
You're a very clever dude, cause
What's about you
you're
today,
not,
baby?
you're not as drunk as people think you are. and shit like that. You ain't stupid, y'all. We're like, no, fuck this, y'all. Like, no, we gonna go through this. We gonna go through this. We gonna go through the genius of Noriega and shit like that.
Listen,
Let's start.
Young
Let's
man,
start Noriega.
Let's spray
Let's
some
start
cream.
Noriega. From CNN.
we gotta get him some Noriega cologne ASAP. We gotta
To
make him
be
some
able to do the
Noriega cologne.
Noriega, right? And then you put a lot of major people on. Yeah, and that's how I feel. You put people on that probably made way more money than we made
Yep,
and shit like
that's
that.
It usually happens that way.
Do they ever send you a check or some gifts or anything?
No, I just hustle.
No,
But I like it.
I want to ask because I've
Yeah.
never received anything.
No, I've never received
But I can name a slew of people
I know
that
you can.
directly
Yes.
help
I know you
get in the
can.
mix and some shit and shit like that. But are they supposed to pay some type of homage?
No, I think what it is.
If that was the case,
as
the
long
whole
as they
cast of
all-
Love and Hip Hop owe me a motherfucking check. Please don't get me started.
Let's go,
Okay,
sis.
okay, no,
Let's
no,
go,
no,
sis.
no, no,
I feel like it's your time, sis. You
I
ready?
didn't even do that, man. If I run around start kicking them niggas in the ass and shit when I see that, man. But, all right. Let's get back to what you were saying.
No, what you were saying. I forgot what you were saying. You were saying, do I ever feel like like people I helped out? Like as long as the person stands tall with me, I don't really care because the thing about it is, I look at other people, and the mistake I made in the '90s or in the early 2000s was I didn't give enough people opportunities to go there. Like, because I wasn't smart enough, you know what I'm saying? So now, and it wasn't that, I was giving the wrong people the right jobs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now, I'm giving the right people the right jobs. I'm not gonna give a person that I know belongs on camera the seat to behind the
To
camera.
do paperwork.
Yeah. So now, I know, like, it's like my man Sonny. Where's Sonny at? He's retarded. Watch this. Just tell Sonny come here. Watch what he say. Just
Okay.
say, yo, Sonny, they want it on the podcast. I bet you he say something retarded, right? Look. Just look. So you know he belongs on camera now, right? He's a great guy. Watch this. Yo, tell him they want him on the podcast. Watch this.
He's retarded.
Is he really?
Watch this.
He eats shells of the
Yeah, he
clan.
eats shells on the food show. He watch
The
this.
shells?
Just let it go, Jimmy.
Hey, yo, Sonny, we talking about you. Come over here, nigga. What's going on?
They want you to
Oh shit! Yes, I saw him earlier.
It's getting hot.
Sonny, what's going on, my
Come here,
brother?
son. Talk to the mic.
Yeah, talk to the mic. Has you ain't got a mic, they downgraded you?
Thanks for giving me the light back. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? We just was talking about how you used to be sweating.
Yeah, I sweat sometimes.
You-
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you sweat,
It's Miami. It's hot. You know,
And can you show me?
situation.
Can you show me your cream cheese?
Oh, what's that?
You know,
Show me the cream cheese. Show me the cream cheese.
I need to relax. I need to relax. Okay.
excuse me.
Oh shit!
That's that new Billy D.
How
That's
about
that
the
new Billy D.
AARP card? Is your AARP card
My
on you?
AARP card is good and it's valid, man. Every after here, happy hour on me.
Yes, let's go. You know what that is, babe? That's a sheet.
20%.
And he's brunch on you.
These girls are grand slams only.
You get all type of discounts.
But so that's the my bad. We just fucking with you. But that was the mistake I made in the past. When I see people with certain characters in certain positions, and I try to make them be like office people, I fucked up. So, and I'm like, and I looked at things from nowadays, and I'm like, you know what? There's so many internet stars, meaning these guys that just go on Instagram and they make themselves famous. But I got a crew of people who are funny as shit, and I want to put the right people in the right positions to accomplish the right things. Damn, did I get deep? Did I get deep?
No, but that's what you do when you evolve and you figure out your surroundings.
That's what I was talking about, because it's talking
Absolutely.
about evolvement. goddamn it.
Evolution, baby.
One more shot, we gotta relax. I think it's one last shot, and then we're gonna go to Club
Y'all
Live.
keep drinking this roots drink.
Let me ask you, Jim, because you worked with a lot of South artists early. Like I think you did like all, and not only just South artists, you work with all the new artists. Like if you see an artist, you go and show them love, like you share your light with them. Why do you do that?
The younger generation is always the generation that's going to keep you relevant and shit like that. You know what I mean? And when I started working with South artists and shit like that, I kind of felt like the music was shifting to the South. I kind of felt that early, like this where the sound was going. I need to tap into the sound so I could make some of this money. And you know what I mean? And I got the South to embrace me by working with so many South artists. When I work with like the West Coast, that was just me being a fan of West Coast music, like from my first album when I was doing the Certified Gangsters and all that.
You was the first dude who had a video with Game.
Yeah, that was a whole funny story.
Nobody knew even how he looked.
No.
We all heard stories. How did you pull that off?
Dr. Dre and them was
It
pissed
feels
off.
like a foul nigga move.
Dr. Dre and them was pissed off I did that.
Yeah, because I'm a foul nigga, so I can recognize another
You know
foul
what I'm
nigga
saying?
move.
I didn't even know who Game was. This is like this was the whole. That's when it's the whole gang. The whole gang banging shit was popping and shit like that. They was like. Game was Eazy-E's son. They're like, yo, what's this West Coast shit? Like, remember, like, this early though. Remember, like, it ain't no, niggas ain't no Instagram, no none of that shit like that. Like, you did. Like, they got this nigga named Game on the West Coast. He Eazy-E's son. He on fire. He blood, and you gotta get him over here, blood. Like, you gotta get in touch with him, blood, that nigga. So that's what we did. We got in touch with Game, and he got him out here with his homie Fort Bent and shit like that, and did some music with me and Jewels and shit like that, and then I did Certified Gangster, got to him to do the remix. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna come out there and shoot the video. He like, alright, but he not really believing me.
That you
I'm
can
like,
do it.
you dig? And like, and I was like, I'm going out there to shoot the video. Like, I don't really know too many niggas out there. And this at the time when niggas was like, oh, you niggas from New York is fake gang banging. You niggas is fake blood. You niggas ain't really blood. Yo, you Dipset niggas. You niggas come out here. It's gonna be problem and all that type of shit.
That's the ounce you taking, right?
Yeah, and you know, I was a real hothead about, you know, nigga, this is really what we doing out here in Harlem and shit like that. You ain't gonna tell me no fake such and such, so I took the trip out there and shit like that. I ended up getting with the Booyah Tribe and
Booyah, serious.
Yeah, they are.
Serious.
Yeah, real people.
and my man Wacko. Pyru, what's up? Bumpton, what's up? You heard?
Whack of the game manager?
Nah, not Whack 100. Shout out to Whack 102 game manager and shit like that. When I did Certified Gangsters, Whack 100 was locked up and shit like that,
okay.
shit like that. But shout out to Whack 100, shout out to game and shit like that. Wacko though, he's you know what I mean?
Okay.
He's a good guy.
Everybody know who Wacko was on the West Coast and shit like that. Like you did, or out in LA, or out in Bumpton and shit like that. One of the big homies and shit. You know.
I'm sorry, Jim, do you need a grinder?
Nah, I don't like grind. When you know, it smokes different when you
I
grind.
bought him several.
This
He'd
is the
rather do
hoodest
that.
shit ever.
No.
This nigga's
He'd rather do that.
You realize it's a different smoke.
This
when
how you know you Puerto Rican, though.
Hold on.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the Puerto Rican in you. I'm Puerto Rican. That's how I like to do it too.
Because when they grind the weed, it don't smoke the same as when you break it down by hand. I promise you.
You
Yo,
serious?
you really Puerto Rican, my
I
nigga.
am.
That's
I'm
the
on all
Puerto
type
Rican
of
in
grind.
you.
The pull is different.
It's not another black nigga who do that. I'm just throwing it out there. That's Puerto Rican. I'm just throwing it out there. Embrace your Puerto Rican side.
Shouts to PR, shouts to everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
God bless, God
I
bless.
got a lot of family in PR. They was telling me I got a aunt out there. She's like 80 years old. She
God
was
bless.
in the house by herself, and she was like, they got to get out of there because the house is
bless.
damaged. She's been waiting online for 7 hours to get
No,
2 bottles
unacceptable,
of water.
unacceptable.
Like it's just
God bless,
it's
man.
crazy
Yeah.
out there. In
We
Puerto
had
Rico
just did
right
a
now.
show. We did a whole show dedicated
Yeah.
to Puerto Rico, and I think just the audio boom, whatever we make of that show, we should just give that away
Yeah.
for that
Yeah, I'm
particular
down.
show. For that
I
particular
think we should
show.
do something with the gear where we get
Yeah, and
proceeds.
the gear too. Yeah,
I
we're gonna do that.
When my family put together one of them stations where they had like 2
Buses,
buses full of
Right.
supplies.
supplies and stuff, and Went up there and helped them out and all that type of shit. Then they took the 2 buses down to Jacob Javits Center where Fat Joe had the whole
Yeah,
Jacob
yeah.
Javits
Big
Center
up-
and shit
big up
like
to that. Big up
to
with Fat Joe.
and
Absolutely.
everything and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, of course I pick up my Puerto Rican side. I'm Puerto Rican.
And you got the flag too, like you.
Yeah, I got the flag. I don't
Yeah.
know too much. I don't know too much Spanish and shit like that. But
Nah,
I'm,
you don't gotta
I'm
know Spanish to be Puerto
definitely
Rican. I'm Puerto Rican,
That's
nigga.
a fact.
Just hold on,
Fuck,
Mike.
nigga, I don't know shit. I know chicharrón de pollo con hueso, cause that's my favorite meal. That's what I know. Like, but you know what? I did a whole Spanish album, nigga. Like, and I don't speak Spanish. It's okay. I'm a creative, people.
How about that?
I'm a creative.
How about that?
I had the #1 reggaeton record in the world.
One more shot. One more
Oh,
blunt.
look, he remembered.
Are you really?
No, wait, before.
One more shot.
Go ahead.
I got 2
Yeah,
kids.
you gotta pour the shot though.
No, if I'm talking, you gotta pour it now.
No, cause you pour the best type of
All right, listen,
shot.
I'll pour
right.
it. Just where is it?
All right, cool. No, cause you might
I got
kill
2.
us.
Okay, all right, forget it.
I got 2 very specific questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Because y'all were talking,
Yeah.
for you. But when y'all were talking about the South stuff. When Cam said in I forget the name of the record.
Yeah,
Listen,
it's about to
when-
get funky.
When the fuck y'all start
He
bouncing?
was talking about Jay-Z.
I know, but I felt like he was talking about New York in
Nah.
general as well, no?
Yeah, but that's because remember. You
And us
want me to
down
answer this
south.
question for you? Look, let me answer this question for
Collectively
you.
answer it.
Look, when he said,
'Cause down
Sean
south, we're
Carroll,
like, it
so
seems
when New
kinda
York
hypocritical
start
down the line.
bouncing, since when New York start bouncing, what was Jay-Z record out at that time? Would you
Yeah,
bounce
yeah.
with me? Bounce
With
with me.
Jazzo, the Jazzo record
Would
too.
you
Thank
bounce
you.
with me?
Okay,
No,
okay.
no, Jazzo, niggas.
No, it's
Bounce
him.
with me.
Oh, I'm thinking of originally.
Can
My
I
bad.
get a what,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, you're right.
And I had the what, so I knew exactly what he was talking about. I'm like, damn, why he saying what? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I felt like that. Me and Cam was on the same level. Like, I knew what he was talking about, but me and him was like, I said,
yeah, he
damn,
got
what
something.
he mean can he get a what?
I don't know, man.
I just had
Listen.
what? Yeah, I was 82. It was me too. I was part of that. All right, I'm sorry, my
I don't
fault.
know. I can't.
Give it out, give it out,
I went too far.
I can't say if he was talking about somebody.
you talking
or
about,
he wasn't
Slim?
talking about somebody.
speak
and
to
shit
Cam
like that.
every day that
But
day.
I know that at that time that we were fans of.
Yeah, but he said, can he get a what? I said, damn.
Paco, cálmate.
Cam
We all need to relax.
took a lot of shots at his music. He was a very, very dope artist when it came to rapping, and that nigga was different and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't back down from nobody long as time and shit like that. And he always knew that to get
So
a
when he
step
said
ahead,
comment,
he
since
had
when
to-
New York start bouncing, who was
Oh,
talking about,
man.
Jam? Come on.
I don't know.
Co-sign my story right now. Come on.
You can say it sounds accurate. It sounds right.
Listen, man, you know it's accurate.
It sounds
You know
right.
how much I sang on y'all.
No, I think you're right, but it just felt like it also talking about the whole scene going in that
I
direction.
got front. I've been through so much shit with Cam and shit like that. I mean, as far as in our travels and shit like that, I be forgetting a lot of the little shit that we've done and shit like that. We've done a lot of spiteful shit on purpose just to get our name known and get our face known and shit like that. We was the kings of that shit. Like
We were doing the same exact thing, just in different spaces. That's why we always fucked with each other, because and like I said, in a lot of ways, a lot of people can. They're gonna. There's so many internet nerds gonna kill me, but me and Cam, in my opinion, were like the new version of Nas and Hov. Like, it's a different version, cause you know, see, I didn't care. Like, I was just retarded. And he was the fly Harlem nigga
Right.
with the crazy nigga behind him. Then they had Freaky Zeke, and then they bring in Jewels. Because at first,
Well, Freaky was always with us because Freaky was Freaky was
no,
my
that's what I'm
best
saying.
friend. I
It
knew
was
Freaky
you,
since I was 8.
Cam, Freak at first. That's who I
Yeah,
saw.
100%.
That's who I saw. And then later on, then y'all brought in Jewels, and then Jewels made it seem like you guys are a company now. You know what I'm saying? Am I correct? Or am I-
100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because in my opinion, this is just me. This is my eye vision. Let me coming in. Are we gonna smoke another one? And we're gonna take one last
No, I
one.
got
right?
one more. I got one more.
Okay, no, you can go,
I got one more.
EFN.
I
Go,
got-
EFN. You can go EFN.
What am
Come
I-
on, everybody, go EFN. Go EFN. Go EFN. Let's go, EFN.
One of my favorite MCs is Big L, right? And I know that Cam was Children of the Corn and all that. Do you have any
shit.
Big L
Not
stories
the
or
children
anything?
of the corn.
Big L was just my memories of Big L is that he always was fly. He always kept his braids crispy. We'd be in the skate key, he be having on the Feather Friend with the Gore-Tex boots. Like, he had all the Pele's and shit like that. He was always in the rank. The nigga rap was like, he was like a god in Harlem at the time, especially to us, because he was one of the first people to get a deal out there. Him and McGruff and shit like that. So for
Big
Cam and
McGruff.
them to be doing music with
Rest
him,
in
you know,
peace,
that
Big
was
Al.
when Cam and Bloodshed and everybody was trying to get on. So that whole shit they was doing with motherfucking Big L was pinnacle and shit for them at the time. Big L was he was ill back in the days as far as for a youngster and shit like that. You keep in mind that we 15, 16 in high school and shit like that when all this was going on. Like, that's what people don't understand and shit like that. Like, we wasn't no grown men when they started in their rap career and started to want to be rappers and shit like that. Like, these niggas was doing this shit in 10th, 11th grade. Like, I don't know if Big L was older than them or nothing like that, but he was also a teenager too and shit like that. So it just was spooky and shit like that. And it goes to show what Harlem was all about. Like, most of us started as young teenagers in Harlem to growing up as adults. That we had to come outside and become our own men and our own women and shit like that. That's why you look at the drug trade and just like in Queens and shit like that. So it was like we was destined. As I look back, shit was just destined to happen for Cam and I happen to be lucky to be able to be affiliated with the shit, and I just was a little bit smarter than most people and shit like that. But Big L was one of the dope ones and shit like that. He was nasty when it come to the rhymes and shit like that. I don't know. He used to be battling in jail, like.
He was supposed to. I think Dame was gonna take him to Rockefeller at some point.
I don't know that story and shit like that. I just remember how he held a bad break when he put out the record.
Ebonics?
No, when Tupac put out the record with the same beat.
Yeah, it was the Children of the Corn joint. It was
American.
yeah, that it had Mace was on the record. I think McGruff, yeah.
And then Tupac put the same beat out and took that shit to a whole nother level.
Right over there?
I used to remember I used to think about shit like that. Like, damn, that's crazy how shit like that happened and shit like that. And I think it happened to him twice with somebody else who did one of his beats and took it to another level and shit. But it was kind of harder for niggas from Harlem to get on. It wasn't like, it seemed like niggas from the Bronx and Brooklyn and Queens was getting on way faster than niggas from Harlem was. So
That's how people in Queens felt.
Every time somebody from Harlem got on, it was just like a parade. Like, damn, we got somebody about to be in the game, and it kind of was, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of was like the lead. The niggas was cheerleading for him and shit like that. He had some type of pride and shit like that when you see niggas see somebody from Harlem getting signed, and you know, being on TV is always big. We teenagers, nigga. Like, you see Big L doing videos and video music box and all that type of shit. You like, get the fuck out of here. We going to school tomorrow. These niggas is on TV and shit like that. Like,
On the other record he had that the beat was the Biggie joint.
The Biggie
One More
joint,
Chance.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one more chance?
Kid Capri's on the Big L
The
version.
original or the remix?
Yeah, I think yeah. Put it on. Yeah.
Yeah. So he like got cheated twice on some big hits that Pac and Biggie
Yeah.
capitalized on. It's crazy, right?
But L was ill.
Now, a question for both of y'all. Harlem is probably the first place in New York to be gentrified. Now it's like Brooklyn.
The Clintons, when they went
Yeah,
in.
because the Clintons moved in, and then
Yeah.
Harlem is crazy.
prices.
man. That shit
Then
is
they got a
like-
Starbucks, and
that
shit
is
got
like-
real.
that shit's like-
Yeah.
It's a lot of white
Shit
They
got real.
Yeah,
They got
absolutely
home.
right.
They got home. What's this shit
Born
called?
and raised there.
Home goods. What's this shit
Whole
called?
Whole Foods?
Whole Foods. They got Whole Foods
They
in
got
Harlem.
Whole Foods.
They got H&M in Harlem.
I'm
They
gonna
got
be honest, we
Starbucks
got
in
H&M
Harlem.
been there, but Whole
Yeah.
Foods
They
is
got
big.
Zara in Harlem. They got
Zara, what's that? Sephora?
Zara,
white
clothing.
shit. White shit all over Harlem.
Let's just make some noise for Harlem having white shit. Let's just. Because it's bad, like you said,
Yo,
with
y'all
Wynwood
are-
area.
y'all
You
are
That's
said,
what happened here. That's what happened in
you said
Wynwood.
like Wynwood. This is the Wynwood.
This was the hood.
This
Yeah,
was the
no,
hood.
this was all
Yeah.
warehouses and
really?
all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was the hood, the Puerto Rican hood to be
Yeah.
exact. You know,
You
Roberto Clemente
You
Park.
still get robbed. You still
Oh, you get robbed, yeah.
Park too far on the wrong block out here.
Still got a homeless, crazy
Straight
people
up,
walking
right
up and
up.
down the
Yeah.
street in a dress. All type of shit is outside.
But yeah, it's like that at home. It's getting gentrified, but you make a turn in the wrong block, you still could get
Yeah,
some
no.
old school
Absolutely,
Harlem
because
shit.
it's the projects here and it's a $4 million condo across the street.
But my whole thing with the gentrification is that I don't think they give enough people from the neighborhood the jobs.
Well, that's not the plan, baby. The plan is to get us out of there.
No, I'm just,
So,
but that's what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
right.
Like that's
Absolutely.
my whole shit. They do
That's
all the
your right with it.
gentrifying and create all these jobs and do all this real estate, which do create jobs and shit like that, but they ain't hiring the
They don't
people
give it to
that
us. No.
live on the land and shit like that. And, you know, that's the shit that
Baby, we
I
been
don't
getting
like.
robbed. Come on.
How about the Barclays Center? Because they said the Barclays Center, they actually employed the locals.
I would love to believe that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I would love to believe that. I hope
got
so.
so much culture influence from Jay, so
I hope so,
I
yeah.
can believe that and shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do
It's
you-
only right.
Do you believe hip hop people, with all the influence that we have, should we start running for public office? Because the thing about it is,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
because the thing about it is, right? The one thing that Trump does give us is like anybody can run. Like that's the one good thing. It's
But
like
we have to have the
Conversation
responsible
with
right
Roc
person
Nation.
running.
I'm gonna run for
Don't embarrass us.
Harlem.
Congressman.
That's hard.
Harlem
See, that's
Congressman
hard.
for
And
2 years. You did?
Really? And you
Yeah.
gotta put the weed
And
down on it. You can't.
Nah, fuck that.
Maybe
nah,
not.
That's the
If
But
it's
crazy
not in the
shit.
middle of a, not in the middle of a meeting.
It's more of like when I see these political positions.
There's a
they
way to
ain't-
do things.
They ain't no different than who we are and shit like that. It's the
Right.
opinion leader and shit like that, or who the people believe in and shit like that. But these
Absolutely.
niggas don't be really out for the people and shit
Nah,
like that.
but-
They ain't really in the grind. They work
Alright.
more. You know what I mean?
But the thing about it, right, Jones?
Are you willing to clean up
Come on,
enough
come on.
for
You
that?
gotta start drinking more. Come on, this is your painkillers, brother. Come on.
He's not
You
a
fell.
drinker. He's
Remember,
not
you
a
fell.
drinker.
I know, but he popped champagne. You gotta hit record. Pop champagne. We gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Not a drinker. I
So the
gotta
thing
go.
about it is,
Did we take this shot or no?
no, we did. Let's take another one.
Oh shit.
No, we did. Let's go. So look, so the thing about it is, the thing about it is, right? Think about this. Think about
Oh
this.
shit.
I need some.
That's what
But
your shit is.
sis, think about this, right? Think about
What's the
this,
other
right? Yeah, I got you.
Really? Just
Think
give him
about
a
it.
small shot.
Imagine, like, Kanye said he gonna run for president, right? We know Kanye. He's crazy, right? But that's okay.
But if he wasn't, and we all followed him, then
But fuck
yes.
it, but fuck it, right? Let's just think of this for a second, right? And then now, Bun B says, fuck it.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
running for mayor, right? Or governor of Houston or Texas,
got a
whatever
chance-
that
he got a
is,
chance to
right?
win.
Boom. Now we tell Hov, we say, oh, listen,
Let's
nigga,
go.
We need you
To run
and the
for president?
Beehive
To run for president?
to run for president,
Yeah,
y'all.
I'm
They will
voting.
win. They winning.
Hold on, let me lay out my whole shit. Y'all fucking my.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I've been practicing this shit all
Relax,
day.
relax.
So now look,
Got my thing. Got my thing.
now look, right? Do we take the Tiger Bone now?
I only
Or
got it.
Yo, look at, you a gangster. Look at his
Look at
shots,
his
look
shit.
at ours.
There
I
you
ain't
go.
gonna
You
lie.
got two girls? Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen. But listen. But hold on. Even though Young Gotti and Young Dolph, we don't know what's going on with them. But we get one of them to run for Memphis, right? You mayor, governor, right? Boom. Now we go to Miami.
But wait.
Uncle Luke for mayor.
He's been
You gotta
trying.
make sure they don't got no felony.
Nah, man, this Trump fuck all
I'm
that
saying
up.
the Trump era.
He grabbing
Anything
pussies,
goes.
nigga. Listen, man, niggas don't give a fuck about that no
Come
more.
on. Fuck you.
He got to wait Charles in
Now
office.
you're fired.
Nah,
But it's
Trump fucked it all up.
But Trump don't
No,
got
watch how we
You're
gonna change
fired,
it.
Jimmy.
Above all, I don't really care for Trump.
Trump
and shit
can
like
run,
that.
anybody can run. Fuck
Didn't do
them.
nothing wrong.
Yeah,
when it
but
came to
listen,
him becoming
he
the
fucked
president.
it up. I'm
Yeah, but
telling
when he
you.
got
But
there, he showed us
fucked
he
it
was
up,
an
but he
asshole
didn't
big.
motherfucking
Listen,
break
Ray
the
Lewis
rules.
can run for mayor of Baltimore right now. He got a body. This is a fact.
No, he can't.
Watch.
can't.
Politics has been fucked up. He changed it to a
Can't.
smack
You
DVD.
cannot. Nah.
Trump
really
has
did.
changed
He turned it into a
politics
wrestling match,
into a smack
I love you,
DVD.
Yella.
Come on, let's take that
Nigga
shot.
with a body
You gonna agree with me a
he
little
can't
more?
run from nothing.
No, I'm saying
From
not
the
that
police,
bad.
that's all
Not-
you run from,
Solid.
nigga.
Not that bad.
What you talk about?
Solid.
Only thing you can run for is from the police, nigga. Fuck wrong
We
with this
haven't
nigga
doing
right
that,
here,
all right? Let's just keep it going. All right,
man.
let's go. All right, go.
This is some interesting shit here.
No.
I'm coming back here. I'm coming back here with my girlfriends.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm coming back here with my girlfriends. Me and
So-
Emily coming back.
So look, I forgot. It's still. after
You talking about politics. So who's
Listen.
going to Philly? Meek Mill?
Good one. Good ones. I got you. Freeway.
Freeway?
Freeway would
Give you
work.
that.
Freeway would work.
He ain't got no felonies, right?
We're not sure, but don't matter.
He's clean enough for us.
You dreaming right now?
No, the thing about it is.
Wait, let me know.
No. This
Are we doing what you want?
No, but is it
No.
facts
Ladies
that
and
you can't
gentlemen,
run
this is
if you have a
some
felony? I don't
I don't know
I'm
that.
asking you.
I don't think
You
so.
can't become nothing if you got a felony.
But
I
Trump
don't know. I think office might be different.
ain't bank work like a felony?
Google
Somewhere?
it!
I'm almost sure 99.9%. You cannot run, you cannot vote, you can't do nothing.
If you can't vote, you can't run. Now, come on.
Okay.
Let's think
Okay,
about
all right,
that.
so
You got a felony.
Okay.
That's what it
That
is.
makes
nigga.
sense.
If you can't vote, you can't run.
But we
That
do
makes
admit. We do
You
admit.
gotta be
But hold
born
on,
in
hold
the
on.
U.S. to be able to run for president and shit.
All right,
It's this.
all right, but look,
Arnold Schwarzenegger's trying to change that.
listen.
Go on,
Listen to
young
this
guy.
point.
He's trying.
Listen to this point. Even though he's correct, right? Let's suppose you can't have a felony, you can't.
Hypothetically speaking,
No,
Hypothetically,
just
right?
let it go. Just
No,
let it go.
listen. So listen.
Relax.
But even though if Jay had a felony, I think it wouldn't matter.
He stabbed
And he
somebody,
ran
right?
for public office, I think it wouldn't matter. And
Or he could just co-sign
It's tough.
something.
he don't have to run for office. He can let her run for office and be her co-sign.
Right, yeah, he can
that's
co-sign.
all. I ain't think of that.
Ooh,
There we go.
The beehive will win.
Yeah, the Beehive.
Everybody could be the manager of the politician.
Let's go.
I've been down with the Beehive forever.
That's happening.
Yeah, I'm a Beehive member. I
That's
forgot.
happening.
Forgot to tell y'all that.
Be
It's
president.
Be
Real quick.
president.
Beyonce.
How about that?
That's a fact.
Beyonce can run.
That's a fact. She would win.
So not Oprah. We going for Beyonce.
Spank Oprah in the race.
Millennials.
We need.
Oprah's a
So listen, are we?
Oprah, but
Oprah gonna hold
Yeah,
on.
you can.
No, you can't. He said you can't run.
Convicted felon can. It's up to the senator house to decide who they serve. Yeah.
Oh shit.
up to the
Mad fellas is gonna run.
Oh shit.
Hey yo, y'all, you.
As a reason, had 7 counts of corruption in October, and he ran for election November 4th on the Democratic Party.
How about that?
Did he win?
It don't matter.
Let's
He's
make some
red.
noise for fellas running for office.
I love this country. This shit is crazy. Craziest country ever.
Nigga.
I had a feeling.
And listen, I seen they did a left rack shit.
That's
Nigga run
crazy.
for office. I'm gonna go to the.
How you can't
No, I'm running for
vote if
left
you're a
rack.
felon, but you can run?
I got that, y'all.
What the fuck is that?
I got that, y'all. I'm running for that, y'all.
Some
I know
bullshit.
that. And I'm not stopping smoking bud. None of that.
Don't.
None of that.
At this point,
I'm like,
my
damn.
bad, y'all. Smoke
I'm gonna have my
bad.
mans.
But not flagrantly. Like, you know, you
Yeah,
can't
I'm
see the
like,
club.
yo.
I'm puffing like, you know, I'm puffing.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, that's what.
I mean, look at dude in Canada that was openly smoking crack and he got reelected.
Yeah, he was a little out of line. He was a little out of line.
He got relaxed. Marion Barry, he tried that.
Barry, it didn't work out.
It didn't work out. We take crack a whole different way out here. You can't be a fiend and be in office. We ain't
No,
gonna
we can't do that.
You can be a felony. You can't be a fiend. It's a different type of F. We ain't with that F. You
You
heard?
can be a felon.
Shit like that. Gotta relax.
We gotta
not done.
turn it into something else. It's time to go.
It's not dunnable. Now, recently, Jim Jones, my motherfucking brother, my nigga, you had the internet on fire, right? I'm out here, I ain't gonna lie, if I would've stayed, listen, it was my birthday.
When was it?
Listen, let me tell you.
left me and my lady. You
Don't
left me
do
and my
that,
lady.
Joe.
Let me tell you
What?
Let me tell you what happened.
Don't
Let me
describe
tell
it
you
like
the
that.
truth.
Don't
Let me tell
describe it
you
like
the
that,
truth. So
Joe.
I called Nori, right? I said, yo, I'm flying in. I'm gonna go scoop Chrissy. I heard you got the jet. He's like, it's Joe Jet. I'm like, tell
Oh
Joe.
yeah, nah,
It's
you help us with that. We
You heard?
shouldn't even be here, babe. We
Tell
shouldn't
Joe
even be
and
here. We
He's
shouldn't
like,
even be
Yala,
here.
I don't really know. I can't make that call. I said,
even be here.
Yala. I said, Yala.
You came into the
Hold
show
on,
on time.
hold
I
on,
forgot
hold on.
about that
I
shit.
said, Yala, just tell me when you're pulling on. I'm gonna pull up to the private airport. I'm gonna speak to Joe myself and shit like that. Next thing I know, I'm there. I see Yala on the plane talking about happy birthday. Just left a nigga in the
That's
dust.
fucked up. Really?
Yeah, first of all, he
And that's
killed
all I gotta
that.
say about that.
Nori?
Listen. He killed This is what happened. You know me, I want to stay. I went to the St. Regis. I don't know if y'all niggas know. This is my birthday. I really wanted to stay. And I'm a W nigga. Everybody know that about me. You look at my stays, I'm a W nigga. But when I go to the St. Regis,
It's different.
I just don't want to go, y'all. So Fat Joe comes to I got a birthday dinner, so Fat Joe comes to my dinner. He goes, "We're gonna die." I'm like, damn, Joe. They just saying happy birthday to me. Why would you die? When he's watching the weather report, he's going
I mean, you threw your party in the middle of the hurricane, practically.
I did not know, because I really didn't watch the news. I was having fun. I'm with my family, we chilling. I have no idea that, like how serious this shit was.
Right.
So we're in Prime, we in, and then he pulls me to the side again. Listen.
Listen to the voice.
Because he said it at first, like in front of everybody. Then he said it again. Listen, I'm thinking about getting a PJ because we're gonna die. And I said, Fat Joe, it's my birthday. Like, are we really gonna talk about death? I said, whatever, no. And I said, I'm at the St. Regis. This shit's gonna hold up.
Yeah, I can't
He's
do
a
this.
jackass for that one.
I can't do this. I'm trying, but I can't do this.
The St. Regis is gonna hold up.
I was like, yeah, because you listen. As living in Miami for the past 12 years, you know they always say something about a hurricane, and then sometimes they dismiss us.
It's a 52 fake out.
Yeah, so it's a hit or miss.
I wasn't
So
like
there been plenty of times I left and I spent so much money, and I was like, damn, I gotta just stay home. So this time this is my 40th birthday too, y'all. I was trying to plead with God, like, yo, my nigga, can you?
You're not
Like,
checking me out.
for real.
I told you, I said,
On my
I said, you
40th?
staying? You said, I'm taking my chances at the St. Regis.
Guess what? Jimmy called me. He said, babe, come to New York. I said, no, I'm staying.
So
I'm
look,
not leaving.
let me describe. So let me
tell
describe. So look, right? So it's the very last minute. The St. Regis called me and my wife. My wife, come over here. You want to speak about it, or
She's
you
here.
good? You want? Because me and my wife want to leave, by the way, right?
Okay.
But I'm like, this is my 40th, man. I'm never gonna be 40 again.
I'm not gonna do this
Hey, yo,
today.
me either.
I promise you.
I'm going straight to her. I'm out of here.
Listen. I'm trying to stay, and then at the very last minute, like this is we checked in, we good. They gave me the private, the shit with the private elevator, y'all. The shit opened up and
Yeah, that's
I said,
nice
this
over
is
there.
where we
That's
belong.
nice.
Niggas don't belong. And then Joe called me again and said, yo,
Oh, come
I
on.
got I got 2 seats for you. And I said, all right, y'all. And I'm bent, so I hang up. I'm like, I'm still not. Then the St. Regis called. And you know, I'm always on the balcony. So I never don't answer the phone when the hotel shit call. So the St. Regis called. And then my wife's face just got real. She was like, you know, at first she like, oh, I think she booked a spa and everything. She's like, yeah, we're gonna get massages tomorrow. Like we didn't take this shit serious. And then her shit went like, and I knew it was bad news because you know it's a soundproof shit. So I'm looking. I'm looking. My wife's face a little bit. She went from. And I was like, damn. And then I hit Joe back. I said, you got those 2 seats left? Yeah. Right? They evacuated us from the St. Regis, goddammit.
It was
that
crazy.
Huh?
It was crazy. Yeah, they evacuated us.
But I tried to get her to go home,
Okay.
right? I was in Atlanta, I think. So I tried to get her to go home to meet me in New York. Alright, clean ladies come clean the house, all type of shit. Now I'm on the way home on the plane, I'm calling like I'm about to go home.
Because why did you stay, period? Yeah, let's get to that.
Like, I'm not going.
Don't lie.
She's like, I'm not going nowhere. Look, so now I'm like, I'm trying.
She was like me.
But listen, so now I'm trying to be like, I'm going home. So now I'm speaking to her this whole time. I'm like, yo, I'm going home. Like, you bugging. You sure you safe? Like, I'm not really. She like, nah, I'm good. I get on the plane. She hit me with this. Oh, you going to New York? That's what you doing? Oh, that's what you doing? You going to New York? Like, I'm like, oh, I run off the plane in Atlanta. Like, I can't go. You know, I'm tackling niggas right there on the planes. I'm ready to fuck a nigga up. Like, yo, I can't go. Stop. I can't go. Niggas is looking at me like, And then, you know, the student like, oh my God, this nigga is pulling a DMX, this nigga's going crazy out here, girl. I run off the plane and grab my bags and shit, then they got police run up on me like, yo, why did you run off that plane? You ever had police run up on you in the airport?
Yeah, I'll get to that later. But
I said, yo, why did you run off that plane? I'm like, what? I had to explain. She's stuck in Miami in the fucking storm. She don't want to leave, so I gotta fly down here today to fly her out of here tomorrow so we can get out the storm. I get there and it was a wrap. Like, shouts to Chi-Chi. You know Chi-Chi?
Chi-Chi the yayo?
Yes.
That's all right. He tried to escape with me. He was like, when I got the jet.
When you left us, he called and said,
This is the real story. We heard Jones' story. This is the real story. Listen. This is the real story. I didn't even.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
No. I know how it is.
We just fucking with y'all.
This is the real story.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
He didn't leave us at all.
What happened was I didn't want to leave. I was really stubborn. I didn't want to leave. So when Fat Joe finally told me, I said, I get on the plane. And then I post the shit, and the fans is killing me. They like, yo, you don't see what Jim Jones just posted? And I'm like, mind you, because I posted shit before we take off. I ain't even looking at my phone. And then I looked, and I said, oh, shit, a nigga out there. And I called him. And he said, yeah, y'all. I forget what you said. I was like, he said, yeah, I'm here. In my mind, for some reason, your voice got mad low. He was like, yeah, I'm here.
He's probably hiding from me telling you that. Like, this bitch got me in the store.
And then everybody in the world called me and said, yo, you see what Jim Jones, like you was out there weather reporting.
He was wildin'.
I wanted to go to the beach to see it.
It was her, dog.
Wait,
I was riding with her, dog.
Yeah.
I was risking my life to save her, though. She's like, I'm going to the beach. I'm like, nah, we're not going to the beach. She's like, no.
I said, I
I'm
wanna
going
see
to
it.
the beach. I'm like, no, we're not going to the beach. She's like, no, I'm getting dressed. She came back fully dressed like, I'm going to the beach.
what?
I had to go get dressed and like, yo.
What did you have on when you fully got dressed? Like hoodie?
No, I had on like a sweatshirt and leggings and sneakers, sunglasses, so the sand wouldn't blow in my eye because I want to see some shit.
Right. And then y'all went out there, take
And
it
we
from there.
experienced it. Yes, I got my hurricane
We
wings.
got scared out there on the beach. We just
On the way back, the shit was blowing up.
She's like, I told you we should have drowned. We should have drowned.
We drove to the
Like, we
beach?
live
Nah,
a
I
block
wanted
away
to-
from the, we live a block away from the
Yeah.
beach. So she like, we should have drove the truck. She like, I told you we should have drove. We running back. The wind is blowing us so hard. Like,
Sand is slapping us in the back of the neck. It was real.
yo, nah, we
I
went
loved
live
it, I loved it.
for that weather forecast. Well, back to you, right? So, think about this.
He left us.
No.
He never did
I didn't even know y'all was here.
I'm just
I swear to
This
God.
kid from Left Rack,
Yeah.
right? You drink quarter waters, test
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
I still drink them sometimes. Just
Beef
sometimes.
cherries, all that type of dumb shit.
Yeah,
Bon
Fruit
Ton, what you like, Bon Tons or Wise?
Gotta
I'm see what type of hood nigga you
It
is.
I like
depends on the
You like
flavor.
Hold on.
I'm still a Giants and Jets fan, so I like both.
You're not going 52 me right now. You're not going to hit me
I'm
with
that type of nigga. Like I fuck with the Giants and the
So,
Jets.
all right, so tell me that. So if it was Wise, what flavor you was getting?
Barbecue.
All right,
Honey
so
barbecue.
Wild salt vinegar. You crazy?
all right, so if it
Wild
was
salt
Bon, it was
vinegar.
Bon
It was a
Ton.
honey
I don't, you got me on that one, God.
You didn't eat Bon Ton?
With Bon Ton,
I think Bon Tons is like more in
chips, or we talking
jail.
about
Bon
Boston
Ton
baked
chips.
beans?
No. Boston, that's what you was fucking with, Boston Baked
Yeah, I
Beans?
was a Boston and
You
lemon
fuck with the
head.
Charleston Shoes?
I was a lemon head.
You fuck with
How
Charleston
about,
Shoes?
Charleston
what's the name of that
Shoes
shit?
okay with
Utz?
me.
Yeah, Charleston Shoes was cool.
It was okay.
It was
You
cool.
ever had some Utz
That was-
barbecue?
I told Jermaine Dupri yesterday.
Utz, they even had the Old
I told
Bay
Jermaine
Utz.
Dupri
You
I used to
kidding
wear
me?
Pepe. He said he never wore Pepe.
Them niggas from the South, they never did too much. No disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect. That's a whole different era. You would never know about Pepe jeans and the clean pair Air Force Ones or the Huaraches.
'Cause that was a
or
New
the
York thing,
Jordans,
not even
or
New York,
something like
but-
that. That was a straight up New York thing. Pepe jeans? You told me you not.
Them big ass retarded
He said we
pockets.
took we named damage, we named cross
Pepe
color.
jeans was
But when I
so
said Pepe,
fly.
he stopped me. I was like, wow. I was
Pepe
like, wow.
jeans. Pepe jeans.
You can
was
fit a whole
special
notebook
type
in
of
your back
jean in
pocket
New York.
with Pepe jeans.
In '92 high school, Pepe jeans.
Especially if you
and the
hang
girls
around
was wearing-
Spanish people.
Girls was wearing Edwins. You know what Edwin jeans is?
Yeah, everyone was big out here in Miami.
In Miami,
Yeah,
Edwins
the
was
girls.
the
I
Edwins.
don't remember remember Edward's here.
The girl, the tight jeans and chicks was walking.
But Jabos had a moment.
Jabos had a
Jabos had a moment.
You know why Jabos was fly? Because of Grand Poobah.
Yeah, that's right. Brand
Let's
Nubian.
get this
Grand
shit.
Poobah.
Yeah.
100%.
Who you is, nigga? You're not gonna take claim for Jabos. We gonna get this shit right now.
Well, that's what you did for True Religion.
Grand
Right,
Poobah.
we gonna get the True Religion.
All right, sorry. I said that's what you did for them, all right?
All right, so I did
And
for
then
True
2 Chainz
Religion.
trying to take your wave after that.
2 Chainz, nah, but 2 Chainz my
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah, it's
2
my
Chainz
nigga.
my nigga. He like my style. You dig? He love New York nigga style. You dig? That's a South thing. They adore our style. You dig? New York is the Mecca. You dig?
Respect.
I'm not taking nothing away from the
Wait,
South.
what's going
That
on,
nigga's getting busy right now. He's stealing rose. He's stealing rose.
You all right over there?
He's stealing
Can't
rose.
be still- listen, man.
He's stealing rose.
Listen.
All right, back
I'm
to
getting a new cooler from now
Okay,
on.
sorry,
I'm
I'm
getting a
minding
new
my
one.
business.
You
Can I
have
just
the Drink
talk
Champs
ice?
cooler?
Jabos.
Yeah, Jabos, yes.
Stay focused.
Grand Poobah.
Brand Nubian and Grand Poobah, yup.
He got that. I did True Religion. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, talk about that old
Shout
story.
out to 2 Chainz. You dig? That's my nigga. You dig? Duffel Bag Boys and all that. He poppin'. That vibe record is crazy right now.
It's a vibe.
You trying to slide? You trying to get this somewhere? You can put on It's a Vibe right now.
It's
What you
a
think?
vibe.
You
That's a
think?
great
That's
song.
hard.
It's a great
That's
song.
hard. That's hard.
It's a-
See, I like you know why
Thank you.
I like niggas like us, Jim, is because we don't mind showing love to the new generation. Like that's why I think
But
we
that's Tim
survive.
Boy for the new generation though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but like he's a
popping
king
right
in
now.
this new generation.
100%.
He was a regular nigga in our generation.
He's on.
Okay.
But he's a king.
He's fire
And I don't
right
mind
now.
seeing him. I see that nigga everywhere. That nigga be seeing me. I see him at the Soho Lounge. I'm like, what's up, nigga?
But not the Soho House.
But you
No,
know
Soho House.
But
excuse
niggas
me.
like that.
Okay.
Niggas
Yeah,
like
Soho
that.
House.
Niggas like
He
that.
said, damn, nigga, you letting in there. And I had flowers on my jacket. I said, yeah,
And
nigga.
nigga, it's a
Go to Gucci store too. You gotta relax.
New York flavor. We started that fly shit, dog. Like New York,
Yeah.
I don't care. Listen. All right, let's get to it. Nigga told me back in the day. Listen, dog. It's as simple as this. But nowadays it's different because there's a lot of crazy shit going on. Niggas dressing different. I ain't even gonna get into that. But back in the nigga was like, yo, if you press mute on the TV, 9 times out of 10, everybody look like they're from New York.
That's hard.
Sad,
Hard.
sad.
You did?
And that's a vibe.
And it ain't changed
Started
since.
that.
You heard
That's
like
a
all,
vibe.
like we like that's where all the style come from and shit like that. I like to say everything come from Harlem because I'm just a Harlem nigga. We fly like
You
that.
gotta
and shit
relax.
like
It's
that.
New York.
I gotta relax. I gotta relax.
It's all of us, collectively.
But go all the way back to where I was like so as a kid from Left Right,
Yeah.
you get
Niggas in Left Rock was live, they could not dress. I don't care what the fuck y'all say.
she went crazy.
They was live, they was body, but they could not dress.
It's Queen's period. Listen.
Nowadays it's a little different. My man Slow get busy. You get fly. You want Queens.
Yeah,
nigga.
but listen,
You one Queens nigga that get fly, but
But listen, hold on. But you gotta remember, if you saying slow as fly, you gotta remember that came from the Preem era.
And
It came
that
from
was-
the E-Money
that was
Bags
learned
era.
behavior?
The Wise Not Seen
Okay,
era.
okay.
They was
The
getting a lot
Baggy
of money.
Ron.
They was getting a lot of money.
I'm just saying.
you a lot of Harlem niggas.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
here's
you know
one
what I'm
point you
talking
gotta,
about. It was a
and
lot of-
this
it was
is
a
true,
lot
but
of
here's
fly
one
niggas.
point you gotta respect. At one point, all the coke came from Colombia. When all the coke came
100%
from
a fact.
Colombia, what y'all gotta really realize is Griselda Blanco came to Queens.
'Cause of
So
what?
all the Harlem niggas had to
'Cause
come
the
to
water's
Queens,
right there.
and that's the reason why we migrated right then and there.
Okay,
Because
but can you explain to me this?
So was it an exchange?
Can
Was
you
it
explain to me
fly
this?
exchange for the coke exchange?
Well,
If it wasn't no money in Harlem,
Exactly.
why all the niggas had to go through
Because if you
Harlem?
was dumb, you still went
I don't believe
uptown. If you was dumb, you still went uptown because now you just paying that price to go uptown. But
Okay.
if you went to Queens to get
Okay.
it, Griselda had it. She had it right in Jackson Heights.
God.
Big up DJ
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Camilla.
did. Listen to me.
Right?
She did. She
No,
did.
that's not
I
what
would
side.
love to
Jackson
redo
Heights.
the story.
That's the next exit.
I was telling somebody that
Yeah.
yesterday was talking about, they was
Yeah.
talking about like, you know, you always have cold conversations. I'm like, nigga,
babe,
why
can you
you
help
think
me redo
Nas
her
and them is
story?
talking about Colombians and all that shit? That was,
Yeah.
like you seen all these Narcos movies, they was
Yeah.
dead, nigga.
Well,
That's
I'm
what
telling
they
y'all
came
had
to get
Dominicans.
that New York
Y'all
money.
had Dominicans.
But, yeah, no, we was talking about Queens and Nas and them and shit. I was like, why you think Nas talking about Colombians? They ain't talking about a dream, nigga. They was dead, nigga. They was geek. That was
They
dead.
showed in the new Narcos shit, the new one.
This is real life. I know.
They ain't
I know
Queens in
this.
it, in the new Narcos, yeah.
Oh yeah, but in real life, I'm just telling you. Like, what happened was one of my niggas we was going uptown so much. I mean, listen, listen. I'm kind of like a real Harlem guy. I used to go to Three Wise Men. You know when Biggie made that song called Machine Gun Funk? A lot of people don't even know that is a bag of weed from a weed spot called
100%.
3 Wise Men. Like I damn near worked for Branson on the low. Because I used to go there somewhere.
Branson.
Yeah. I'm real Harlem.
Branson was a
well,
delicacy.
I-
Branson was a delicacy, nigga. He was charging like $400 a jar. He was like, yo.
And it was
I was
worth
if you
it.
had
way
a
in.
jar,
It was
if
worth
you
it.
had
That was like-
nigga, there was a point that you pull out a Jason jar, you was like, God, like, oh, this nigga
that's
got a
a
Branson
Can
jar.
I tell you something? You know, I was born and raised in Harlem, right? The
Yeah.
Branson's been around since I was forever.
Yeah.
You know who really, really, really made me appreciate Branson? Jadakiss. That nigga would travel from Yonkers.
Well, look, we ain't stopping. I'm just going to the bathroom.
Okay.
Keep it on
Okay.
going. Keep it on going. Keep it on going. Come on, man.
Like,
What you got for me?
that was his religion.
Since you got all this history, talk to me.
The history shit. All right, let's go there.
Let's talk about it.
No, you know what? Actually, you know who remember Big Face Gary?
Yeah, I know Big Face Gary.
And I think y'all revolutionized the street team game. I mean personally, because I was working the streets for Dipset and all that. Didn't you have a lot to do with that yourself?
Yeah, I mean, well, I always combined everything that I've seen in the hip hop game and use it for what we needed to do as a diplomats. Me and Cam used to call it NWA rules. It was like premeditated murder. We knew that if we could get a powerful group like NWA, and we get the people behind us, we could kind of get them to do what we want. But the most important thing was being connected to the streets and me being affiliated with the Bloods and all that type of shit. It just felt like we was in people's houses and shit as far as Harlem was concerned, and we wanted to bring that shit to everywhere. And we was like, we need a strong street team to kind of just post up. And one of the things we always remember was that Benz that Dame and Jay had, and they put the Rockefeller logo on it with the buggy eyes and shit like that. You know what I mean? And that was like one of the most powerful promotional items niggas could have used. And we was like, man, that street beat. And then we just started getting busy in the street. Little dude named Ant Lava back in the days.
I've done it. Yeah.
Like that's who. He was like in high school when we first came. No. Lava still. He was in high. I seen him the other night. Lava was just responsible for a lot of the street team that went on with the diplomats and shit. A bunch of slew of other young kids and shit that came up that's still in the game now and shit like that. But that was when you could do poster snipes, and it got to a
It goes
point
to the budget thing you were saying before too. The
it was
budget.
different, but it got to a
Help
point
that.
when they was putting up posters, and then the fucking New York City, the police and shit started giving niggas started
The
getting
code
fines,
enforcement,
and all that type of shit.
Nah,
for
getting
putting-
locked up. We was getting locked up
all
for
type
that.
of shit
Yeah,
for
yeah.
putting
You talking about
posters
street
up and
team?
shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But it was just the vision.
You went away.
You gotta keep in
He
mind,
like, I laugh at y'all
this
with
is
the
time
street
you ain't
team.
got no internet. I mean, well, it was an internet, but
Right,
we
but it
wasn't using the
right.
internet like that, especially as
It
far
wasn't
as the
social media
especially
yet,
as far as the code period, the internet period, like this
Yeah.
is so fast action and shit, but social media is a whole nother story and shit. It was a time when you didn't have that, so
Right.
the only thing you had was the visual aspect of using the streets and shit like that, getting on the highways, posting up billboards, getting in people's faces, all type of shit. Like we would think of the most craziest shit we could think of and then send Ant Lava out to go do it.
Where he working right now?
I don't even know.
Yeah, he's still getting it.
I remember, he's still getting it. He said he's doing a bunch of shit. I seen him at the Valley Joint. I remember when I told him Jay had said, who is Jim Jones? I remember on the interview back in the day, like, who is Jim Jones? And I'm like, who is Jim Jones? I said, yo, Lava, Jay-Z gonna be at the radio tomorrow. Paint the whole Hot 97 with 1,000 posters that say, who is Jim Jones? Ask Jay-Z. So when Jay walk in the building, he see nothing but that. You heard? Man, Ebro called me that morning to call somebody to wake me up like, yo, my nigga, if you don't have somebody come take all these posters down, we will not play none of your music no more. That's how powerful Jay was back when I was doing and I had power when I was doing balling. That's how powerful he was, nigga. If you don't have somebody, and you know I had somebody come go clear all of the posters out, that nigga gonna take all of the posters down right there. Like, yo, politics of this game is crazy. When you got power, you got power. There's nothing to fade that. Man.
I actually meant Ant when I said Big Face, even though Big Face was at Epic, right?
The big face is at Rockefeller.
Was he?
Big Face
Oh,
Gary.
okay, so maybe I meant both of them because I dealt with both of them when they was over.
The street team was a major part of a lot of rappers' career and shit like that. If you ain't have no visual, everywhere we went, that's part of the budget. Everywhere we went, we had a street team. We landed in Miami, we landed in Atlanta, we landed in the Midwest. Like you had, man, the street team was there, nigga. When you land, you go to the club, you got
back
niggas,
then.
posters up, all type of shit out in the front. Like it was just like it was a real running machine and shit like that. Like
I'll tell you, one year I did so much tours for Def Jam, right? That I did it. It was this one tour, so you realize that when you go to the town, when you're on a tour, that there's other people on a tour that they know the street team. So what I used to do was, when you land, because you can't bring the buses through all parts of the city. You gotta park that bus. So what I learned was, I put the Hummer on back of the
remember
you remember?
yeah.
I put the Hummer, I had bought a Hummer, and I put the
remember that
Hummer
shit.
on back of
That's
the
what I meant Ali, actually.
the back of the motherfucking
tour
tour
bus
bus.
on a hitch?
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
hitch. Oh, I had every artist hating them niggas. We went to the town, everybody wanted the street team. They're like, yo, tell the street team niggas to come get me. We were good. We got the Hummer. We like, yo, y'all gotta relax. And we go straight to the mall and get fresh. And every artist went to Def Jam and said, why y'all like Nori more? And nigga said, no, we don't. He paid his own shit. You know what I mean? We gotta relax. We gotta relax.
niggas used to
That's
die.
it.
Niggas used to die to have a Def Jam jacket. Let alone to be signed to Def Jam. Like yo, Def Jam was a dream, and nigga. I don't know if it's still a dream like that, but when we was coming up,
It's gone.
you was down with Def Jam, my nigga.
Def Jam did lots of things.
That was the end all be all. You ain't even want to talk no more. You was guaranteed. Damn, it felt like you was guaranteed to blow on Def Jam back in the day.
Absolutely.
Are we gonna pop the Big Boy Jones?
Pop it. But back it up, I was saying, as a kid from left,
Shit. Backing it out. Don't
as
back it
as
out.
a kid from
This
left,
ain't-
right?
this ain't
right?
old enough.
Look,
That's a big shit.
you
We can do
Yeah,
the
we
big
know.
one,
We don't
too.
need that. No.
pop that, pop
It's
that.
gonna get colder.
Please, because if not, it's gonna be a champagne shower.
So Nori,
I'm listening.
as a kid from left, right?
Yep.
After all the shit we been talking some more shit.
I'm in. You can interview me.
Oh shit, let's go.
Did you ever
No,
think-
ask for that.
That your 40th birthday
Right.
would be in Miami at the St. Regis, where your dude Fat Joe gotta rescue you with a private
PJ.
jet to fly you out of here.
How about that?
Nah, and
That's
I'm,
big nigga shit right there, my nigga.
and
Like,
I'm mad stubborn. Cause it's like, I was like, so.
nah, but you
But
not
the
even
fact
listening-
that you have
you're
the
not listening
option.
to that. That
She's
shit we used
asking
to
you
watch
about the
rich
option.
niggas do.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Think
That's
about
a
that.
big
But
shit
in
from
my
where we
mind,
come
I
from.
wanted to do the rich nigga shit. I was doing it.
No, 100%.
Yeah, but I had to do that. I gotta thank Fat Joe.
From left, right.
He's just
Yeah.
saying
Like,
from there to
The
that.
options we have, like nigga, if a nigga can't get regular flight, he's stuck.
Yeah,
You
he's
gotta-
stuck. He's
you gotta
stuck.
buckle
That was
down.
dope. I gotta
You got
thank Fat Joe.
all type of options.
Yeah, I gotta thank Fat
You
Joe.
gotta
His whole
thank him, but you
family.
also
I'm just
have to
saying.
big
So
yourself
now,
up for
think
being in
about
a position to be
the power of the hip hop
respected that way.
community.
Exactly. Exactly.
That is-
Like when they made that secret society that we have amongst all the shit is powerful, my nigga. Like
Exactly. Exactly. And
No,
then
100%.
100%. That's the crazy shit is.
It was
Like
genuine.
again, I be thinking like, sometimes I see a wife, but I be thinking like you don't live out here like how I live out here, and that let me know from that instance because everybody, I'm talking about the fans killed me. They were like, how the fuck y'all niggas leave Jim Jones? And I was like, what? And nigga, I called you. Keep it real. This is the real story. I called you. I said, Jim, you good? Like, cause
Nori was concerned. Like,
I was concerned because the way the fans.
put on your Instagram and all that.
Yeah, I really was. And then niggas said, because I just called Jim Jones. He knows he's okay on Instagram or whatever. But then niggas is like, yo, Jones shit is lit. Yo, because at one point, everything in Miami was out. So
But we
niggas
never-
stopped watching the news. And they reporting on Jim's gram. This shit was amazing. I'm like, yo. Niggas are like, yo, I'm seeing regular people. I'm just regularly going out there. And regular people's like, oh yeah, I ain't watching that shit. I ain't watching CNN. I'm watching Jim Jones joint. This nigga said they're not watching CNN.
in the story,
I was a
we
cameraman.
was locked in,
cameraman.
nigga. I ain't gonna front one of my sisters, my nigga Reggie hit me like, nigga, you stuck out there, nigga. And you report live on the gram, you gonna go super viral. Nigga. He said, you know niggas fuck with you.
Oh,
I
he
said,
telling you that before?
Really?
Before?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Reggie was doing. He's like, nigga, fucking go live on the terrace, nigga. You in the middle of this shit. You on the water.
So
I
what
texted
happened?
back.
By the way, you have a balcony. A terrace is for people in the hood.
Get them together.
Yeah, she went-
Relax. Get your shit together. Okay?
Gotta relax.
You need to relax.
I'm for the fire escape. I'm for the fire escape. And you heard
I hate him. I hate
Did
it.
you guys lose power?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing. Our cable went out for a day,
Nah,
and
we
that's
was
it.
good. We was good. We just drove each other crazy, but we was
Pretty
good.
much. Me and my
Nobody
puppy.
else.
That pro, when we was filming the new shit, we laughed so
We had
hard.
so much
we had
fun.
so much fun filming that new shit. That was the funniest. That was the fun part of the whole being trapped in the storm.
And it's a whole conglomerate idea. We are not gonna say it on here. Did I just rhyme without trying to rhyme?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Pretty
I gotta
much.
relax. I gotta
You did.
relax.
Relax.
Try to relax.
Yo, but look, but listen, this is the big boys. Listen, Jones. We be having people come on the park and say, we be pulling, that's a little dwarf right there, right?
Yeah, no, that's another
Yeah,
that's
that's
another
the
situation.
midget. Yeah, because no, they don't like to be called midget, y'all.
Oh, sorry,
That's
little
it's
people.
a small.
It's a little people. It's a little
it's
person. It's a little
person.
person.
It's a little person. I apologize.
Jimmy, do you know
But
these
this-
little people? I
Who's
mean,
your favorite rapper
Granddad you, baby.
of
The
all
little-
time? Of all time?
And
The
Carol.
old time. Granddad
Who's your
you,
favorite
KRS One,
three
Biz
rappers?
Markie, and
Who's
Coogee Rap. That's
got four?
if you put them four together, and they
Say him again.
Granddad you, KRS One, Coogee Rap, and Biz Markie.
Biz
If you
Markie?
put them all together, because Biz Mark always had fun. He always said, "I'll
Yeah,
pick
he
a
care about
booger."
nothing. Yeah,
He
yeah, he
said,
care about
and
nothing.
if you listen to my rhymes, I always want to make niggas have fun and laugh.
100%.
Like,
You always say some wild
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? I
My
say some
favorite
shit
rapper?
like that because Biz Mark touched my life.
Raps around the planet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't even know what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying, y'all? You know what I mean? I said,
Yeah,
I burn
yeah.
a candle. I run laughs around the English Channel. Neptunes, I got a cocker spaniel. You said I when you burn a candle.
you know what? I always wondered what mindset you was in when you was
Okay, I'm
writing
gonna break
that
it
type
down
of
for you,
shit.
sis.
Okay,
When you,
thank
when I say I light a candle, that's because somebody just, passed
Passed
away.
away. Or you
right,
like
I light a
Catholic Church.
candle.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm so mad I run laps around the English Channel.
Yeah.
English Channel is the biggest body of water
Yes,
in
I got
England.
it, I got
I'm
it. Mm-hmm.
trying to be smart right now, right? So run laps around the English Channel, and Neptunes, I got a cocker spaniel. Back then, we didn't call guns, we called them dogs. So a cocker spaniel will be the little
Oh, you
John.
talking shit
You know what I'm
back.
saying? That was
Okay,
our
got it.
slang. You know what I
Now
mean?
I'm slow.
I know. I sounded stupid to the world.
I never knew that.
Yeah, but I'm dyslexic, y'all. So,
But that's the ill shit about fucking hip hop. It's like, you know how Africa got different dialects? That's what hip hop is. Because every gang or every squad or every place or every
Every-
side or every coast got a different
Even
dialect.
neighborhood was, yeah.
Yeah.
You did? And we didn't know what Baby and them niggas was talking about when they first came out. We had to learn all that South shit with Baby.
No,
and
nigga, I'm
with
getting
Master-
Cocker Spaniels
Master
every
P
day
and all them
now.
niggas. You dig? Like, nigga, you said Cocker Spaniel. You just fucked me up with that.
Yeah,
I
Cocker
never knew
Spaniel.
it was calling
Coño.
guns dogs.
no, that in my neighborhood at that time,
But that's-
we was so fucked up because the police was watching everything and we didn't know. So our crew, yo, Mr. Lee, you gonna fuck it up. You can pop this? Can you pop this?
You know he's gonna
You
shoot.
scared?
Let him do it.
Why
You
couldn't
scared?
it stop
No, this you will pop it?
Where-
All right,
where-
go over
where
there.
the girls
Go
you
over
need?
there.
Where
The
the
go
girls?
cameras
Don't
follow
use
him.
that. Listen, if you come
Hot
on,
champagne kick. No, no, go over there. No, over there.
When he does that, you gotta shout out these
Yeah,
new
we gotta
mics.
shout out Ro. We didn't shout him
The
out
new
yesterday.
mics. Shout out Ro.
Shout out to Ro for sponsoring
These are
with the mic.
beautiful.
I remember when y'all was calling police squally and
This
shit.
one right here.
Yeah, we had to catch on to that. We like, yo, what they
Yo, listen,
talking
hot
about?
champagne
Squally?
kill people.
Why you looking over there like
You are so serious right now.
Because I know how unexperienced champagne people open it. Now I
Yeah, you
just feel
supposed
like
to
I
have
should
your
have opened it.
hand over the top.
He leaves the metal on.
No, but he's still supposed
Yo,
to.
come
That
on.
shit can put somebody's eye out.
That's right. Tell them, sis. I know. Look.
Fuck out of here.
I apologize.
You got
Man, it's good.
nothing.
I apologize. I need to relax.
He learned from his mistakes. He learned from his mistakes.
I need
You
to
got
relax.
lucky. He got lucky today. I felt it. He was lucky.
Alright, listen to me.
Please get out of here. Please get out of here with that fork.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. I'm about to tell you some shit. Like,
This is your
y'all niggas think
champagne,
it's
right?
funny, like,
This is
you
your
know-
champagne.
you realize, no, No, you realize.
I need a new cup.
No, you realize hip hop is his own language, right? Like Spanish. Like you realize, right?
Ladies and
Like, so I'll be
gentlemen.
Look, sis, look, sis, watch
Do
this.
you want to drink some shit off of Norris for I don't know, off his watch? Oh, she turned around with no drip. No drip, bitch.
No drip.
I'm from Paris right now.
You from
Paris, you from Paris.
My name is Pierre. Call me Pierre. Pierre.
It was a nigga named Pierre. It was a nigga named Pierre in my hood. Light skinned nigga, curly hair. I ain't like him. He was too pretty. And he had the name to match. Like you got your name Pierre. You light skinned with curly hair. I don't even like you and shit like that.
He look like Albie Shaw.
Oh my
He was
god.
Albie Shore like
Was he Albie Shaw light skin?
Giving that to you.
Yeah,
Cheers.
no, giving it to you.
I'm gonna be right.
Yeah. Hey, come on, baby. You got your drink? Boom. We doing that. Look at that.
Jesus, blood clot Christ.
No, like back what I was saying. Right? I'm gonna tell you some funny shit.
Okay.
Because you know hip hop, like how strong hip hop is, or how strong just the hood is, or just or the white people call it urban culture, in which they learn, which they try to talk about. We're gonna make a whole new language for y'all called Ebonics. Fucking with Ebonics, but look, like it's like speaking Spanish, like hip hop. So if you in a white neighborhood and you be like, yo, I'm gonna pull up on you. Who got the gas or who got the lean? You did?
You ever fucked with lean?
But listen,
I hope
but
not.
listen.
Have you ever?
So if you go to a regular
Damn,
white
you don't even know.
person, if you go to a regular white person and tell them I'm gonna pull up on you, I need some gas or some lean. What they
You'll be like,
like?
I'm pressing charges.
Or he might take you to shut.
I'm pressing charges.
You did?
It's Grace.
It's crazy.
Have you ever fucked with lean?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have?
Only in Kentucky.
Is that how the scissor? Is that how you developed the scissor product?
No, I not a scissor.
Did I know you when you was in Kentucky?
Yeah, you still know me when I'm in Kentucky. Every time I do a show in Kentucky. But that's a whole nother story.
It got weird.
I
It
came
got
home the other
weird.
night
It
from
got
Kentucky. He
awkward.
was like,
I
yo,
like it.
fucking, what's you on?
I like it.
Yo, listen. Only, all right, so you want to hear when I first heard about lean?
Yeah.
It's a hip hop story.
Hey, my Haitian friend. What are you doing?
It's a hip hop story.
Yeah, let's
You
go.
want to hear a hip hop story?
Yes,
Yes,
I would
come
love
on,
to
let's
hear
hear
about
this
it.
hip
You know
hop.
who Dutch and Spade is?
Yes, of course.
Philadelphia.
Boom.
My niggas.
All right, so we was going to
Spade
Miami.
just came home for the body.
Yeah, shout out to Spade. We was going to Miami to chew the Puffy World Tour, and Dutch and Spade had just got signed to Entertainment. We all on the tour bus with Charlie Baltimore, and the nigga Dutch, the light skinned one, he like, yo, I'm about to drink this shit. And don't even worry if I don't wake up. I'm gonna be asleep all the way to Miami. Don't worry about that shit. We call it shit scissor, man. That's what we do in Philly. I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I swear to God, we drank that shit in New York on 26th Street there by under them office. That nigga didn't wake up until we got to Miami. That was my first introduction to lean. Like, my nigga, I was like, what? These niggas drove in Philly. And then, you know, being in state property and all that shit. And then, remember, I had lived in Houston for a while. I ended up buying a club out there called Club Dipset. This is where I learned how crazy that lean shit was. Like, in Houston, that fucking shit is a whole nother world.
There's
Like,
music for it.
Scissor, the lean.
DJ Screw, the whole shit.
Like, yo, I was like, yo, it's crazy. So when I got a chance to, when I came back after I lost the club, God bless my man D-Ray and shit like that, and I left Houston. I love Houston. Houston is one of the dopest places in America and shit like that. When I came back to New York, this is when not too long after Cam, I got the Rockefeller deal. There was a couple people asking me up there, and I got a nigga asked me if you had a chance to do liquor, what would you name it? I'm like, what? I named the liquor Scissor. But this is at the time that
That's what lean was called back then.
yeah,
It was called
listen,
scissor.
this is at the time we were drinking Alizé and Hennessy and
Yeah,
all that.
Hulk, what was it
The
called?
Hulk,
Incredible
yeah,
Hulk.
Whatever you did,
Yeah, we was out of
Alizé was
control.
big.
That shit was
Yeah, we
really
was out of
green.
control.
I was like, name it Scissor. I want to make it purple, and I want to make it just like Alizé. So if you ever drank Scissor, it was like the same formula Alizé. It just was purple and shit like that. So and this was a premeditated marketing scheme. And I was like, I know all the South niggas and the West niggas, and they all know what Scissor is and shit like that. You dig? So I just went ham with the shit, and you know that's when me and Cam went through our shit. So we had a chance to become filthy rich back in the day, but that didn't
I'm gonna
work.
tell you a funny thing about the scissor shit.
I never
was
tasted. I think
I
I did.
never fucked with scissor, right? So Jones hit me. He said, "Yo, Norman, I need you to do a drop with me." I was like, Yo, I said, nah, I'm not letting this nigga just come in my crib. I said, yo, I'm gonna let you gotta do a drop. And you gotta do a song. You gotta hang out with me the whole day. I can't.
A bunch of niggas from Queens in the studio.
I said, you got
had a studio. The first nigga that had a studio on Madison Avenue.
Oh,
that shit was big. That shit was big.
32nd and Madison Avenue. Sex and the City was filming right there. Nigga, y'all are like that.
Nigga, you on
Burning Bud. Yeah. We had roaches and rats, but we was on Madison Avenue. Yeah, my shit was 9,500 a month, nigga. Yeah. And you know what I was doing? I was invoicing.
You was one of the first hip hop niggas that had your own studio.
I was in.
I got my studio because I remember you had your studio.
Thank you, Jen Joe, because niggas don't give me that props. And you probably the only nigga that know that. Let me tell you something.
I haven't been paid for interior design
I was
yet.
invoicing. What happened was I went somewhere and they invoiced me for just walking in there.
What?
And then I said, oh shit, but I did listen to a beat and I realized, damn, they
This is a
can't
business.
actually do
This is
that.
a business.
And I said, oh shit, but I ain't gonna do niggas like that. I'm not gonna let you walk in my joint. Listen, let's rob them
Book some
together.
time.
You tell them niggas you here, look, I got a fax machine. I discovered something called a fax machine.
I hate you.
Invoice.
I hate you.
Invoices was
Oh, you know where I'm going?
Invoices was so crazy in this industry. An invoice was a check.
Yeah, that was a check.
I got the invoice. You know, walk in Def Jam and I got the invoice, yo. 9,000, I need that ASAP. They have that to you on Tuesday and Thursday when they cut checks.
So what happened was, everybody, if they used their homeboy, they couldn't get those checks. So I always told everybody, say, yo, listen, you can use it for free, I don't give a fuck. But you can use it, but tell your label. So I had every artist in the game just
How
come
about
into the
that?
Hood Lab. They're like, yo, boom, boom, I'm gonna tell my studio I was here for 3 days. I said, no problem. They said, but you know, Nori, I'm only here for 1 day. No problem, you got the whole joint. We had the hotel across the street. We would go to the hotel, we would just chill, we had balcony. And that was a whole hustle I did for like 10 years, God damn it. I'm gonna be
That's
honest.
dope.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's dope.
You know how I started hustling with the
I
studio?
had that shit before baseline. So I'm gonna be honest.
And
Keep it real.
Def Jam, now you did. In Def Jam, when Cam got to the Rockefeller deal and shit like that, you know, I've been in so many sessions. I remember the first session I seen
I didn't know it was that
Pro
low.
Tools. That was
No, yeah.
in the Hit
Low?
Factory in
Alright.
1997 with one of them white engineers that Cam had bringing the big Pro Tools.
Hit Factory out here?
In New York. Like, this is about to be the new thing. Because when we started recording, there was rails.
Yeah, real,
Oh, yeah.
You
carry
real, yeah.
You carried a little person around.
The first
reel
Pro
was like
Tools rig
this.
was about this high on wheels and shit like that. So I was watching Pro Tools for a
And
minute.
you really couldn't punch in, because if you punched in, they had to tape
I
something.
had to tape it. So then he was like, yo, you
So
gotta
you
get
can
your...
hear it.
This is when you had to
Yeah.
listen to your raps at home, listen to the beats at home,
Oh, that's fact.
come to the studio with
Write
your
it at
raps
home,
written
be ready.
and already remembered
Yeah.
and shit like that. So the Pro Tools came and shit like that. So Cam, I used to watch all the motherfucking engineers, and then Cam got signed to Def Jam. And then when we was in the studio, there'd be always assistants there, but the assistants knew everything the engineers know. I was like, yo, Cam, you know I know how to record. Like, yo, let me get the engineering shit.
Wait, how
These
do you know
niggas
how
is-
to record, y'all?
Alright.
Oh,
Alright. You ever heard of an M-Box?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm the one who made the M-Box famous inside of the hip-hop game. Not to say nothing like that. So, and
Let's take it there.
Cam had an engineer named Carlisle. Carlisle ever engineer any of your sessions? Chinese
We'll
nigga
smoke a
named...
cigar.
Chinese nigga named Carlisle? I got one. Chinese
No,
nigga named-
you got a backwood. That's the new Jim Jones. I used to know this nigga right here.
Please, oh, God.
Chinese nigga named Carlisle was engineer for Cam.
Okay.
So, I was like, when the Croaches, I was like, yo, Carlisle, it ain't no way to be able to do studio sessions on the laptop. He like, yeah.
I'm
Rock and roll niggas do it all the time.
I'm ill.
I'm like,
Hey, yo.
damn, get right, get
No,
right.
I'm good. I'm
Get
good.
right.
I'm gonna make it work.
Get right. Now, so he like rock and roll niggas do it all the time. It's on this shit called an M-Box. You could go on Guitar
Colin
Center,
Kaepernick.
go get the whole rig, get an
Kaepernick.
M-Box, tell him give you the cables. I'm gonna tell you what the mic to get and all that. He was like, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I got the M-Box and everything, and I came back to Carlisle and I was like, yo, I got everything. So he was like, all right, so I'm gonna show you how to actually record and shit like that. So he showed me in the studio how to actually record it. When I go on the road, I could take the M-Box with me and shit like that. I remember in LA when LA had the All-Star game in LA that everybody was at. years ago. What All-Star game was that in LA where all the rappers was at? It was
much
one of them
everyone.
like
Yeah, I was going to say, huh?
it was like, oh, and I remember I was in this hotel and Busted and them all came upstairs and I blew their socks over. When I came back to New York and I was showing Dame and them, Dame had canceled everybody from Rockefeller studio sessions and made everybody buy N-Box and shit like that. And that's how that whole N-Box shit went from me showing Dame to him showing Rockefeller to everybody now with them studios in their house. They got that shit from me and shit like that. So when I learned how to record from Carlisle and shit like that, and Cam started recording the album, I'm like, yo, let me just be an engineer. He like, yo, I'm gonna let you be an engineer. If you fuck with him on sessions, I'm not letting you do this shit no more, nigga. I ain't got time to be playing with you like that. I'm like, yo, Cam, these niggas is getting 11,000 a week, 9,000 a week for just engineering you a session, my nigga. I need that 9,000. I said he got assistants in there that know everything the engineer know. I'm gonna get the bomb assistant. Whatever I don't know, I make him do. He like, bet it. And that's how I start getting all that studio
I
engineering.
caught on to that early.
You heard?
I like that.
So
Yeah.
that's
I was on that. That was my side shit. Like,
That was, I was at Rockefeller when Cam
whole
first signed to
separate
Rockefeller.
company.
That's when I start that. And
I
that's
had
when
a
Sony
right carry in
Remember
there.
Sony
Had no
Studios?
furniture. Yeah, so that's what it was. Sony Studios. Now I'm telling you, listen, I used to go to the studios, and then I went to one studio where I really didn't work. I just went there, and I listened to a nigga beats, and a nigga invoiced me. And I was like, what? And I was like, that's kind of foul, because I was friends with these people. So I said, you know what? What if I put you on, though? I said, yo, look, this is my address to my studio. They can't debate this.
Right.
I'm on 32nd and Madison. They literally filming Sex in the City right there. You tell them you got a certain hours, and you put more on there. And whatever you put, I'll bust you down.
How about that?
I'll bust you down. I had every nigga in the motherfucking city.
He was early with that shit. This shit was hood as fuck.
And it was hood as
The booth
fuck.
was hood as
It was
fuck.
hood as
Everything was
fuck.
hood as
And I
fuck.
had two
He had no
rooms.
furniture.
I had no
Motherfucker ain't
furniture.
no furniture.
Had that whack ass wood desk when you
Yo,
walk in.
how
That
you
shit was
gonna
weak.
get off in that
That shit was weak.
furniture?
You had the view though. You had the windows on Madison.
And
no
I had the fake
Unacceptable.
balcony. Them niggas was doing construction. Niggas was out there barbecuing. You know, I'm a hood nigga from Niggas went and got a barbecue grill.
You had a futon. You didn't have a futon.
We had a futon. It was dangerous there. It was dangerous.
No. When they do construction.
No.
Scaffold.
Scaffold.
Yeah.
We barbecued on the scaffold. Yo, the police came. Listen, this is how real it was.
Done with
The police
you.
said, yo, put out the motherfucking weed or we're gonna come up there. We said, all right. He said, but y'all ain't gotta put out the barbecue. We coming back. Cause this shit smells so good. Niggas went downstairs and said, we
he
got
was
you, y'all. We got you, y'all.
barbecuing on the
Niggas went
scaffold?
downstairs. The police is like this. You know y'all niggas ain't supposed to be doing that shit, man. On Madison Avenue, my nigga. And what I realized, I had cut so many.
Barbecuing on a scaffold.
Yo, on the scaffold on Madison Avenue.
Like
Yo.
big time Madison.
I have so much respect for you right now. I
Yo,
have a newfound
and I'm
respect.
talking about, this was 9 years. This was almost 10 years I had this shit. The rent just kept going up, and they wouldn't let me buy the property. So
said
I
they
just,
merged it. Yeah, so you gotta let it go.
So it was
That's what
crazy.
happened
But
when
Same
I had
thing.
my studio, that shit.
But this is the reason why I bring that up. That day, you came and I seen the businessman of Jim Jones. Like you was there and I just kept making you wait because I was just like, yo, come on, let's smoke. And you like, yo, but you don't want to do this drop real quick? I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, yo, I want you on the record. You're like, you want me on the record? I'm like, yes, I do. You don't remember that day? I kept you there the whole day just to see and your business. That's when I seen the businessman of
Nigga,
you.
you know what? I had everybody
And I
on
made
that
you drink
fucking-
every bottle,
I had
too.
Everybody
You
on
bring
that shit.
scissors,
I had
I was like, let's
Juice,
drink
had
that shit.
Kanye,
And he didn't even know how to
had
drink it.
Fabulous.
I think you started with me though.
Everybody on that
I might have
shit,
been
my
the
nigga.
first person you called. You
was
came.
my yalla.
Yeah, you came and I was like, I made you chill with me the whole day. That's why today I said, I think he's trying to get me back.
Listen, you was listen to me. That was the era when you was on fire, so
Yeah,
niggas
right.
couldn't really call you.
Right,
You
exactly.
dig? Like,
exactly.
what? That's my
Exactly.
man. I'm calling Nori right now.
Absolutely.
No, but you was the guy on the street for the scissor, and then the scissor blew, and I knew your business frame. I knew it was a different person that
No, I just,
it birthed. Was the business mind came from scissor, or you already knew?
Nah, I just already knew. I
Oh,
already
okay,
knew.
okay.
I already knew. Oh, any of those opportunities that we was trying to get, I already was trying to capitalize. We didn't have no management and shit, but I used to see everybody capitalize, and I'm like, man, we gotta
Right.
snatch everything we can snatch. Like that was the one thing that we never had was like proper management or
Right.
Representation.
representation or an OG above us that tell us what the proper thing to do. Then by the time we got to Rockefeller, we was already full blown crazy. You did?
I
Like
understand.
you did like that. Niggas, what niggas don't know is like, okay, Cam, we signed the deal, lost the deal, was in limbo for like a year and a half. That year and a half was a treacherous year and a half. Like that, I seen Cam bust a lot of moves. Like I respect him for what he did to keep the food on the table. So one time we got back to getting the deal, our mentality was a hustler's mentality. You dig? Like you like we both were together, but we was on separate ways to support what we had to do. Like I was in the Bronx hustling, and Cam was busting moves. Like, and that built the character to what made Diplomats and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it just. But like I said, man, hip hop is a motherfucker, man. Without this shit, we wouldn't be here, my nigga. Lord knows where would we be, my nigga. Because I know we both was in a lot of devilish shit at a young age. That's the scary shit. It's like to be here today. You dig? Chilling with you, smoking with you, like
We gotta celebrate life.
everybody around the world know who we are. Like you couldn't dream of this shit. Like we
Right.
wanted to be hustlers and drug dealers because they was the most famous niggas and the dopest
That you
niggas
could start to see.
we knew and shit like that. I by far blew past all the biggest hustlers they talked about in my hood. Had more cars than them,
Just so you
more
know-
jewelry in them. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like
Just so you know, the other day, I'm sorry to cut you off, really sorry to cut you off, but the other day we worked on another idea that I wanted to do, and like we are kind of like the Al Poles of our era.
No,
like we are the new.
Hip hop
like,
was the new crack.
Hip hop is the new
I
crack.
told niggas that, like,
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
we went
Yeah,
from
yeah.
really having to sell
Yeah.
crack to making millions. What all the hustlers wanted,
Yeah.
like they sold crack not because they had to, because that was the way they could make $1 million. Remember, $1 million was all niggas wanted back in the day. Niggas didn't know 30 million, 192 million, and all that type of shit. Niggas was like, you got $1 million? What? They got $1 million? That's the end all be all, nigga. That's what the hustlers want. The niggas, you did like we been reached our goal.
So that idea that we talking about, me, you, and also
Relax.
You gotta relax.
You gotta relax. You got this. You got this. You gotta relax.
I know. I gotta just say this. I know people seen The Wire. I know people seen Empire.
You ain't seen this.
They ain't seen
They ain't
this
seen the
fire.
Yalla. They got a Yalla on the Yalla.
You're smart, you're reading between the lines, but it's just like,
Yeah.
nigga, we come from an era where
It was
it was
there.
1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Yep.
All the time.
We really,
It was never
we
comfortable.
really blessed to be here.
Yeah.
We were superstars that were still stuck in the realm of being in the street with
Y'all
our
was
niggas because
superstars.
we loved and the loyalty we had for our niggas was the most important thing to us. It ain't like how it goes now. Like, nigga, that era was a special motherfucking era because we ain't had to be here, nigga. Niggas
Definitely
was getting
special.
clapped, niggas was going to jail, niggas was, you heard? Like, nigga.
Yep.
So every time you need to look at yourself. Like, I always sit there and when I be like, all right, what's the next move? This shit ain't going the way I want to, and
But you stuck with it.
You walk through the airport and somebody go crazy, or I go back to the hood just to smoke a couple blunts to get my round right, and niggas look like they seen Jesus or some shit. Like, you be like, nigga, what's going on, nigga? You did like, nigga, you did some shit that niggas couldn't fathom, but we so regular in what we do that we don't think of it like that. You know what I'm
We
talking
gotta
about?
finish that. Yeah, we gotta finish
Please
that.
don't.
As
Please
men.
don't.
No, as men.
Nobody's got time for this bullshit.
Yeah, it was half full. It was half full.
No, baby,
Half
it
full.
was
Come on.
beyond.
We gotta
Okay.
finish that.
Where am I
Because-
dropping you
Whoa,
off?
whoa,
Where's yours?
whoa.
You know this is bad. For
We could
you.
do. We
I
could
know,
do.
that's what I said. Where am I
No,
dropping
this is
you off?
herbal. This is herbal.
Nah,
This
but
is
not
not
when you
bad.
drink it like the way we
I
drink
thought we
it.
should go to Club Live and couple it up. It's because Gucci Man and his girl is there. We might as well just go there and just be like, We coupling it up, motherfuckers. Do you know them? I've never met Gucci Man in my life.
No.
I've never met Gucci Man. I'm just coupling it up. What's up, nigga? We couples. It's couples. Are we okay? If not, then we just go to our own table.
Well, he used to be.
I never met him, son.
Gucci Man was one of the coolest niggas I ever
I know a
met.
lot of rappers. He one of the few
I mean, you know
niggas
what? I think he's
I
still
really
is.
fuck with. He's a special type of nigga, my nigga.
He was in special
He
education?
mean-
Because
he
I'm a
mean-
dyslexic special
Nah, he's just
education
like
person.
us.
No, he's
He just
like
like us.
y'all and
Okay.
beyond.
He means it.
Okay.
You did like
Okay.
like you. And,
He's
and
so
when,
nice.
When I see him now, the way he came home and operating and getting to that bag and becoming more of a businessman, that's just the dopest shit I like to see because it's just a reflection of
Here we go, yeah.
hustling.
Yeah, eye to eye. See, we didn't do eye to eye with him the whole time.
Fuck y'all
Come
drinking
on.
that
Eye to
roots.
eye.
That's roots water.
Yo, look at EFN. I ain't gonna front. You bossed up today. You got the big shots every time.
Every
I
time,
respect
every
it.
time. I said, I hope he got two waiting for him.
But he over there thinking about all that shit because he ain't
Relax.
say too much. He ain't say too much today.
You go home
But
by
y'all
yourself,
talk,
you got
man.
a hole in your
Y'all-
mattress.
I ain't even say too much today.
Y'all friends, man. I'm gonna let y'all talk, man.
Hold up. What happened? I gotta relax.
You gotta
You
relax.
just grew more chest hair right now. I
love
can
her.
tell.
Nah,
You
my
gotta
chest hair.
relax. You ain't got cream cheese though.
No cream cheese.
Okay. Yes, you. Okay, I'm sorry.
That shit is in
Yo, that shit is crazy, blood.
That is Sunny DB.
Did you drink it?
Hold on.
What? Pero because
Look, we're not gonna pop that big boy.
no, please don't. No.
Unless.
No, we gonna save that for when we do it real big.
That's right.
Okay.
So
Should have brought him some Haitian lobster, man.
is.
I have somebody teaching me how to cook Haitian food tomorrow.
Half the youngsters don't even know about anything that goes on in the 90s. You realize that, right?
I know, but you
That's
know.
not their concern
It's
though,
a
babe.
pivotal.
But that's what the show's doing for them.
Yeah, and you know,
That's where it all comes
that's
from,
the good
but-
thing.
And
How
even
many
in the early
people really-
2000s.
But you know,
asking
that's the
too
good
much
thing
of these
we
young
do
people.
about this show, right? Is we salute our legends, right? Like I don't want to get into anybody. I don't hit people and we gossip. We just sit there, we have fun, we salute our legends. And there's so many fans who come up to me and they be like, yo, I didn't know who this person was when they come on this show. And it's crazy because I be wanting to snuff them. Like, well, you didn't know who Boot Camp
But you
Click
can't,
was,
but you
nigga?
can't, but you
19,
can't.
20,
You can't
But
expect them to.
then they 19.
old school niggas tell me what a snuff them.
Not enough. I feel
No,
you.
for real. I said this story mad times. But a nigga, I checked into the hotel.
No, I ain't snuffing
young-
nigga in a while.
No,
Niggas
no,
don't
no.
wanna snuff with a
No,
snuff.
a young nigga came to me and said, and I'm checking to a real hotel, and this nigga, you put me on the Boot Camp Click. And I just like, whoa, hold on, you holding my bags? What the fuck this nigga just say? Like, I'm the guy
I'm
who
the
put you
guy.
on?
And you didn't know already?
Like, you didn't know? And he's like, but then he was like 24.
And you can't get mad at that.
And then he looked and he said, look, I downloaded everything. And I looked and it was like, as much as I hated him
It was
for
his
not
honor.
knowing,
Yeah.
I loved him for going and pursuing that. And then I just kept talking to him. You know, I smoked cigarettes and shit.
Nah,
so I
but you
smoked
know
a
how-
cigarette and then I was like, what was it? And he said, but look, I didn't know none of these niggas. And he put everybody that was on Drink Champs and he showed me their albums.
Wow.
And I was like,
That's a true
oh shit, that was ill. Like, and it's like, it's not his fault. He wasn't born.
He wasn't.
It's like
We get
Ali.
offended because we was.
I love Ali.
Blame his father.
I love Muhammad Ali.
Nigga.
But I'll tell you, Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer of all times to me because I got to witness all his fights as a person who saw them.
100%.
I didn't see all the Ali fights. So when I look at it and it's in black and white, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, my TV is HD, y'all.
Yo,
But what I'm saying, I'm just saying, it's not the same to me because I wasn't there. I didn't live in that era.
He was an asshole
Like
for that
I'm
one.
living with
Yeah,
Floyd.
he
I'm
was
saying
an
I go to the same Gucci store that Floyd go to, and
But
he
I appreciate
buying
it.
some shit that I don't even look at that section. Nah, y'all. I gotta relax.
That's not what I need.
But I'm
gotta relax.
I ain't coming for.
I'm bugging for. What's some Mayweather they did it? All black niggas ain't going like that. You're bugging.
Niggas gonna give me caviar now. I'm walking to the Gucci store.
Caviar in the Gucci store.
And Cartier too.
You niggas get
And
champagne.
Cartier,
That's what you
too.
niggas
Cartier.
get.
Cartier. You
Cartier
ain't go to
take care of you,
Cartier?
then lay it out.
Oh, Cartier later.
He knows. Oh, sorry. They
I
didn't
followed
treat him
them on
that nice
Instagram.
at first.
I don't even know they had caviar there.
Yo, you know who they got caviar at? Apollo Express. You gotta relax.
Stop playing.
At Apollo
Miss
Express.
Rose,
Why does she know better than offer me some caviar?
She also got a 44 Death Eagle.
Listen, we was in
We
Russia.
gotta get you right. You don't fuck with caviar?
No, we was in Russia. I think
Sis, you
nigga,
fuck
they
with
had
caviar?
a big plate of caviar, almost fainted, nigga. That
Can I say
shit.
something? I
No,
tried
my
it.
nigga.
Sorry.
No, my
Not for
nigga.
me.
You gotta fuck with nigga y'all. That's what I fuck
Listen
with.
to me.
I'm
I tried
some
all
nigga
from the
caviar. I'm
lowest to
gonna
the
show you.
highest. They sell it in the
Nigga caviar.
Nigga caviar.
Nigga caviar is salmon, nigga.
It's
Fuck you
Nah,
talking about, nigga.
I got you.
That's nigga caviar.
I got you,
Come on,
y'all.
y'all.
No, I got you.
He ain't fish
I got
ass,
you,
y'all.
y'all.
This nigga,
There's a lot of things.
It's not peanut butter and jelly,
Miss me with
fam.
you.
I'm giving you. All right, I know.
There you go.
All right. Let's
My
just
daughter.
finish this bottle.
We
I'll tell you
finished it,
more. We
brother.
finished it. Oh,
Thank
shit.
God. Shit.
Oh, shit.
We speaking Chinese in a few.
Jim Jones, listen, let me tell you something. We usually catch these bottles for show, but you here, we drinking this motherfucker.
Let's go.
And listen, you know it's Puerto Rican culture. If it pops, you have to drink it.
That's the
All of it.
culture.
Yeah, in Puerto
I
Rican.
think he might be making
Puerto
it
Rican
up,
culture.
baby.
That
I
is-
don't know.
that is
He
a
might
fact.
be making it up.
right now. Don't make me call some waste
No,
somebody
no,
up
no.
because I
Listen,
think
it's
you're
a
trying to
fact.
Too late.
This is a fact. There's way too many Puerto Ricans here. It's okay.
How many Puerto
You're right
Ricans?
here. We gotta finish
About
this.
Let me
17?
hit the weed though.
Okay, I got a blunt for you. Let's start this from the beginning.
All right.
I'll give you a half a blunt before. And for some reason, I know you're gonna leave in my lighter. I just feel like.
So exactly. I'm gonna
just
send you
feel
one.
like
Look,
this
I got
is
some really
good.
special
I'm bad
lighters.
with- I'm bad with
Yeah,
gonna
no,
send you one.
I already know. I already know. I already know. Come on, where your cup at? You
I
want a
have
new
a
cup?
special lighter I want to send you. It's real fun. It's real cute.
Look at that. Look, sis. Look at my shit. Look at that.
Okay, sorry.
My wife loves France.
Yes, yes.
What's your favorite place to vacation?
Mykonos,
What?
Greece.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
I've never been there. I want to go there.
They floss on us, baby.
No, I want to try to be
Is that joint at the mountain and all the colorful buildings?
Oh, that's all
We
right.
gotta go.
Damn, Chrissy,
What
God.
half these places without me? I don't do
This
all
was to
that
warm it up.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you just shut us down. She didn't even say Greece. That's how you know she's rich. Look.
She said
Most people
Greece.
say Greece. She said, what'd you say? She said
Mykonos.
Mykonos. Oh.
She said Post.
Let's just throw it to Mykonos. That's some rich shit right there. Mykonos. I thought Santorini was the shit in Greece. There's another one? Okay.
Yeah. So
Santorini is like a couple
I
of,
ain't gonna
like
lie.
7, yeah.
She be putting me on a wild shit for wild years.
yeah,
I don't
that's
know
my
about
wife.
nothing.
My
you
wife-
heard?
my wife-
I don't know about shit. I tag along, whatever. I'll pull out. You heard?
That's exactly. Yo, I've been to Paris 13,000 times. And just was like, I'm here for the bag. And then my wife came with me to Paris and was like, we're gonna go get a baguette.
Absolutely. I love you for that. Absolutely.
And I was like, what? A baguette? What kind of weed is that?
No, that is bread, bro.
I know. And then, yo, my wife showed me culture. I'm gonna
Okay,
be honest.
thank you.
Like I was out there. Like I didn't appreciate Paris. I didn't appreciate Europe. I didn't appreciate that culture, the art, all that shit. And my wife, she made me be a tourist. Yeah. I actually, I got sentimental. You know? It's an all moment. All right. 1, 2, 3.
I thought he said,
He was a tourist,
like, your son.
nigga.
A Taurus?
I'm a virgin.
Hold on. He had a blonde moment. No, I'm sorry. No disrespect.
I'm not an actress.
Okay. So you're not a Cancer now. You're a Taurus.
My bad.
I'm a Taurus smoke.
So, how about you?
You don't
Have you
know
ever
about
used to go to the towns and just you there, just perform? You didn't really appreciate it.
Nah, nigga, we been everywhere.
We
That's what
went
I'm
to
saying.
Georgia,
My nigga.
Russia.
My nigga.
Oh.
They ain't speak
My
no
nigga.
English.
My nigga.
And they'll kill
You
you.
ever think
This
about
nigga
that
was.
shit?
Yeah, I went there. Me and EFN went to
Yeah,
Russia
that was the
together.
worst trip
The
I've
lights
had in
went
my
off
life.
at 9
Niggas been
o'clock.
everywhere and don't see nowhere.
What? Foul the
You
Russians?
think about that shit? Niggas been everywhere, ain't seen nowhere, nigga.
What is happening?
We pull up to the hotel, go to the club,
Oh yeah, you're right.
and leave.
You're right.
nigga.
You're right. You're right, baby.
And then be standing like, yeah, what? Nigga, I got the passport still. I've been in Nigeria, nigga. Nigga don't see nothing.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah, that's what my wife fixed my life. Like I ain't gonna lie, everything.
Good.
I've been everywhere around the world. Then when I met my wife, she was like, "What? You going where?" And I was like, "I'm going to Paris. It's nothing." Like,
Because you didn't do
I
nothing.
fuck with I my African nigga ETN. He cool. He got guns and shit.
She's like,
what? She's like,
Have
what?
some coffee in the beginning.
Yeah. We gotta stop knowing the niggas with guns.
Nah, this is crazy.
You're in Paris.
He's my friend.
This is what I'm saying.
And he got props, but he has guns.
This is what I'm saying.
Why do we have to know these people?
Why?
Yeah, we gotta start knowing people at the Soho
I'm
Club
talking like that.
and other places. Yeah, we don't need that.
I don't want guns everywhere.
I grew out of that. You hear my new record, Uno Mas? I want to go to the other people.
Yo, Jeff, I want to ask you, what's the crazy story with Stack Bundles?
What's
Like your crazy or your most memorable moment? Because I remember I was watching Day in the Life with y'all on tour, y'all in the rooms. When I was on tour.
The crazy.
These two are your their favorite rappers. And Twin, come over here. You ask the next question. Both of these dudes.
Stacks is special, man.
Twin is
And
strong
this
as
is
fuck,
steroids
right?
Twin. No, this is steroids Twin.
Nah, that's strong as
And
fuck.
that's
Nah, Jay, you know the top of his brother lift every day.
Where he did that?
come on, you gotta relax. You
Nah,
know that's steroids.
Stacks
Let's
is
go.
just
You my brother,
a
man.
special individual. He's like to this day, like besides like in my favorite rapper, Stacks has always been like. So you got Cam, you got Jay, and then you got like Stacks, and then you got Pop, and you know what I mean. Like he in there with them, like he was just always special and shit. But he just was one of the most funniest niggas I knew. Like I remember we was in Miami. I think it was like the same time we did that shit, and it was these two twin girls that Stacks had was trying to get, and he fell asleep on them.
Oh, shit.
And we
All
told
of them,
him,
literally?
like he was going back to the room with both the twins and shit like that. He fell asleep, and we tore his ass up so crazy the next day. Like, geez, you fell asleep on twins, geez.
He
lost
was
your
tired.
mind.
Fuck them hoes. He
Like,
was
he was
tired.
special, man. Yeah, it's Stacktober now too. But he's one like out of so many stories in this world. He's been
Too soon.
cheated. You know what I mean? Like he's just like I said, like you know what I mean? Like just he was a great one though, man. Like I haven't met so many who as talented as Stacks and shit like that. So R.I.P. to Stacks, man.
Good, Twin, go over there. on that
You
one.
fuck with Queens niggas. I see you honorary Queens
this is too
member.
much.
Shouts to
You wanna go
You
there,
was
man?
fuck with a lot of Queens niggas.
Yeah, you gonna spill my drink?
Say something.
Can you hear? Can you hear?
What's up, Twin?
Yo, Jim, man, like, bro, like, the thing is, when you listen to music and you have a memory in your life, that shit, that's when it means something to you. So I was 11, 06, and then a product of my environment came out, my nigga. And I used to be in school, my uncles, my cousins, everybody listening to it, and that shit paint a picture. And I was like, no wonder y'all niggas ain't working, son. Y'all niggas is hustling, my nigga. Yo, so Jim Jones made me realize my family's, I was capo shit, like real, like,
Pictures.
yo, like everything you said in the music, my uncle was moving Bentleys, like from Beamers to like, you know, and all the moves flying from, it was just, that shit was dope, man. So, and then Summer with Miami came out, I'm riding in the Beamer with my cousin, and he's listening, with Trey Songz had just came out.
Yep.
So that shit, you know, that shit, my hair stands up, and then my other question was like, and then when Ghost of Rich Porter came out, I was just like, damn, dog, I felt like you locked yourself in the booth, my nigga, and like, you just went
He
in,
actually
like,
did.
I feel like you poured your heart out to that.
This is a real
Like,
fan.
I feel like that shit was like an album to me. So I was like, yo, Ghost of Rich Porter, I was like, what part of your career, like, what was in your mind when you
Nigga
did
asked
that?
you 1,900 questions.
At once. You better answer them all.
I don't even know how you
You
supposed to.
understand what I'm saying,
I don't even know how you supposed to take
Hey,
this.
so Ghost of Rich Porter was probably one of my favorite bodies of work that I've done. Besides On My Way to Church and Poem.
That's my favorite one.
But this was a different time, so I've always rubbed shoulders with a bunch of hustlers and a bunch of drug lords and the people that you wouldn't want to glamorize, but these are some of the most compelling people that I've been around and shit like that. And
You gotta relax.
Give me the big boy.
So you want
Keep going, though.
I don't have to say the whole story.
Listen.
This is drinking.
You gotta relax. Everybody here's gonna take it.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why we're gonna pop this. This is the reason why we're gonna pop it. First off,
Roll me backward.
I didn't get a chance to celebrate my birthday in Miami.
Okay,
with
so
my
you
whole
with family,
people.
so let's fucking
Can I say
go.
one more thing?
And I never got a chance to bust this with a
He
guest.
got one already.
Listen, with any guest, we always bring the big ones out, but we never bust it, right?
Yeah, he left.
You did.
Pay attention.
Puff?
50?
No,
Yeah?
because 50 ain't drink. He only drink effing. So if we bust that after the 50 episode.
Right.
You're absolutely correct.
Somebody-
No, you're absolutely correct. After 50 left, we said, because I couldn't believe I could get 50. So then I said, yo, put the big ones on ice. And then we popped
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
You're right. Look, my wife is on point.
See?
Goddamn.
I
But I was on point.
I remember seeing 50 on his first album when he was signed to Sony. and when
Hold on,
we
he
got
asked you 1,900 questions.
Yeah,
did.
got you.
stay focused.
Because I feel like,
No.
I
Ghost of Rich Porter.
No, I was saying that Ghost of Rich Porter is one of my favorite bodies of work because of at that time of life, man, I was rubbing shoulders with a lot of hustlers and drug lords and killers and
Really?
all them type of people and shit like that. You know, not to say like that. Rubbing shoulders mean I was just next to me.
I understand what
saw-
I'm just making sure that they
No.
know.
But so it was just a reflection.
Publicist, right?
And just a reflection of things that I was going through at that time. But these people that I was connected to is a story that all the rappers tell. You know what I mean? And glamorize and want to be like and shit like that. And they never get the proper just due as far as niggas from the street and shit like that. And every time I put an album out or put a body of work out, it's pretty much in the mind frame or what I just been through and shit like that. Like my music just pretty much been a reflection of life since I've been doing it and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like you get a hit, but the music pretty much tells a story of where I'm at. And I always talk about what I've seen, things that's going on as far as politics, as far as shit that goes on in the hood, like shit that people don't want to talk about, you know what I mean? And so when I see people like you that tell me how you feel and shit like that, it always gives me that reassuring feeling to make sure I go back in the booth and tell a proper story and shit like that, because with music is two type of raps. There's niggas that's talented at doing rap, and there's niggas that's reporting the story that needs to be told. Needs to be told apart me and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I never was the most talented shit, but as me doing music for so long, I've become kind of dope with my flow and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I still tell the stories the same way and shit like that. You dig? But that's always been my kind of niche, is telling that story that everybody else kind of doesn't tell. Like, we always know about the get money side, the cars, the bitches and shit like that. But where I'm from, I've been bailing niggas out, paying for funerals, waiting niggas to come home. Like, it ain't really been all a glory story. Like, all the niggas that I fuck with are not in my position. They still living real life and gotta do. I'm not saying we're not living real life, but they in the midst of what they gotta do to live and support their family and shit like that. And a lot of that comes with consequences and shit like that. So I always try to reflect that in my music. And you know, I may not go platinum all the time, but there's people like you that
that's what it's
remind
for.
me.
You paint a picture.
This nigga came and slapped my back one day. He's like, yo, nigga, I met Jim Jones. I said, well, yo, you gotta relax. Yeah,
Yo, cause something at Nixon, my nigga. Yo, he be at Nixon at the sandbar. I'm like, yo, I saw him there one time, and then at Revolt, I saw him too. And then one time before my accident, Chrissy, I don't want to blow this up. I went up to Chrissy. She was at the bar. I don't know if you remember. You were at the bar. I don't want to blow up the spot. And I was like, yo, tell Jim Jones I wanted to go to drink check with his twin. And I was like, yo, if Slime finds out, he's gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I don't gotta do that, you know. But I was just like, yo, I'm gonna, you know.
Nah, that nigga love you. That
You know what I'm
nigga
saying? Yes,
came to me. I seen me one day. He's like, yo, Slime. I was like, what's up? Bam, nigga hit me in my back. I said, I met Jim Jones. I said, damn, I got this nigga phone number. You gotta relax.
I still be surprised when niggas be like, see me and kind of get like, oh, I be like,
I'm not gonna lie. I lose every like fifth fan. Cause when niggas just be looking at me, I be like, yo, what the fuck you looking at?
Yeah, yes.
that always been the problem. That always been the
Every
problem.
fifth fan, I know they don't fuck with Slime.
It's all right. It should happen.
Cause I be forgetting I'm famous.
Don't worry about it.
I just be
Core,
forgetting.
man. That's what it is, from the core. I ain't no love of hip hop fan. I'm from the core. You know what I'm saying?
Talk
You gotta
that
be,
shit to him.
and they be talking to Jim Jones. Oh, you and Chrissy still together? Like, nigga, what the fuck
Yeah.
up, my nigga? Like, it's Harlem, nigga. Like, he's from the core fan.
I know how you, I know. I
You
go
feel
through
what I'm saying?
I go through that every day. I be in the airport. They be
Yeah, like, you know.
oh, that's Chrissy man. Like,
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Chrissy man. Like,
Recognize, nigga. My man.
Chrissy
Get it
man. Like, what? Like, yo, what? Any of the day I don't go through that and somebody come, oh, that's Chrissy man. Like,
Imagine what Jay go through. They be like,
What?
you
know they
Beyonce.
fuck
How you
him
doing,
up.
Beyonce?
Exactly. Mr. Knowles.
You gotta relax. It's okay. Jim, it's okay.
Here's my analogy with.
Imagine Kanye.
Here's my analogy.
They call
with
that
TV. You
nigga
just said that
Kanye
earlier.
West Kardashian.
The power of production. I always tell people
love
it's like the
Beyonce.
difference between football and basketball. You never know who the football players is because they always have their helmet on. You know who all the basketball players are. When you're on television, you know who everybody is. When you do music, you only hear who they are. You gotta find out who they are when you go to the internet and shit like that. Chrissy been on television a quarter of the time I've been in this game, and she's just as famous as I am. You dig? So when you talk about production, that's the power of production. Nigga don't even Jim Jones. Like, we know you for being Chrissy's husband. Like what? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
That's real.
That's why we need to
get
meet.
that production.
Yo, bitches was screaming right now, Chrissy! It's funny, yo, because it's not niggas be in the street like, yo, what up, twin? I'm like, yo, what's up? I just come up for like 5 seconds, my nigga. But like, yo, it's that people love the authenticity, man. It's being authentic, man. When you yourself, dog, I feel like everything just, when you put your heart to everything, shit just plays out.
I feel like you gotta smoke a blunt and relax.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, this is half of
let's
the
light 'em up.
blunt
Let's light
that
'em
Jim
up.
Jones smoked.
Oh, days.
There you go.
I can't say
You might as well save that.
Hold on. What was your
Yeah, you can switch it on me.
was it?
Because listen, first off,
because I'm gonna tell
I'm
you
gonna be
something.
honest.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I want the Jim Jones and Chrissy podcast.
You sure you want that? Because I don't want to go in his neck. I'm trying to be good
Y'all don't
I
fuck
already
y'all
fuck
fuck
like that.
at all. Because I tell the truth.
I feel like
you
you
don't
so
like
cool.
it.
So I want the Chrissy podcast.
Yes, there you go.
The Chrissy
Listen,
podcast.
I feel like
He
And
gonna be
then-
there. If I'm there, he there. So
I
he
think
gonna-
Chrissy-
okay, do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Do you agree
Talk
that?
that shit.
Hold on.
Talk that shit. Okay.
Do you agree that we need to do a drink like for the girls?
Absolutely.
A ladies drink shit?
Absolutely.
No, ladies.
ladies
Champ,
dance?
this is ladies. This is a lady.
I think so.
Ladies?
This lady something.
Ladies talk,
They
ladies.
drink.
I said that to him a couple of minutes
They
ago.
drink.
Absolutely.
Drunk ladies.
I think
Drunk
the
ladies.
ladies.
No,
Yeah.
drunk
Okay,
ladies.
sorry. Listen, we need to come up with a name. And it's not drunk
Y'all can
ladies.
get, what's that shit called? What's that shit? What you
Manicure,
trying to say?
pedicure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get pedicure, manicure.
Nah, just
Girl
cocktails.
talk.
Just
They
cocktails.
drink.
Okay.
They
Let's-
drink
let's
like
not
What
get
ladies.
manicure, pedicure? You gotta be fly. We
No,
gotta-
we gonna be fly because we fly.
No, we're gonna send that though. We're gonna send that manicure, pedicure. You can be sitting there. You can be relaxing
No,
with the
no,
relaxing
no,
on
no.
the
You gotta
yalla,
stay
at the
focused.
yalla.
Conversation,
Yeah.
shaker, somebody keep bringing the
Shaker.
bottles,
Yeah.
keep the icy. That's all we need.
And we just
This
talk.
conversation is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, we're not gonna stop.
I tried not to step on his toes. I tried to be quiet. Right here is a live wire, baby. Try to be good.
I'm taking care of production.
That's it.
That's it.
And,
here.
I'm the
I don't
food
want to
caterer.
do with this shit.
Yeah, I'm the food
Good.
caterer and the production. That's it.
Food. We gotta have food.
Craft services.
What type of food?
Ladies, how's that?
Mr. Chow? Fry?
Jesus. Let's go hype with
gotta relax.
We get you some. But this is real shit. In hip hop, we gotta keep continuing to support when you see people out there, having relationships, being happy, and just, being themselves. That is exactly what hip hop should continue to support. Okay, my bad, Camilo.
Okay.
All right,
You read them
sorry,
tight in the
Camilo, you
middle.
gotta relax. All right, this my nigga.
Shout out to Camilo.
That's my nigga.
Warning.
The reason that me and Jimmy last is because we're
Tell him.
because we're friends.
That's right.
First,
That's right.
like I'm his homeboy.
Yeah.
Like I'm a live nigga.
God damn it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed.
And you
that's
got on
first and foremost.
matching yacht masters. Let's throw that out there.
His and hers.
Let's throw that out there.
I've actually bought that one for him. I did. But anyway,
That's big in the That's
I'm not gonna lie, sis.
I don't like how that went
I think
down.
you should pop the big boy. Yo, Jim Jones, I don't think we ever popped the big boy. I don't know. Listen. Let's pick up the good people at Moet. Keith, you got a good picture of me?
let's go get it together.
What's going on, Keith? How my nigga? This my nigga. You already know I mean. You know my nigga.
I don't know who you is, but I like you too. Send a couple of them things through you. Heard?
Yo, listen, this is the midget they sent for my 40th birthday. I celebrated half of my 40th birthday in Miami. That's the only place I wanted to be. I could have been in Vegas. I could have did the private plane, dumb shit, Remember, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Right now?
No, but I didn't. I wanted to do it all in
I
Miami.
like the private plane talk.
Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, y'all. And then, hold on. Make sure them niggas get me clean.
Okay.
I was going to do that, and then, right, babe? And then we said, yo, let's just keep it in Miami because.
You trying to give me some assistance. But like you were saying, you want to stay in
I
Miami.
hate
I
everybody
wanted to
right
stay in
now.
Miami, and then
The hurricane fucked
the
up.
hurricane came, and they fucked my whole shit up because you only turn 40 once.
How about that?
So, you know what? And my wife planned it all out. She wanted it to be special.
Yo, you know what? You know what happens on birthdays?
Oh, shit.
That shit don't never go the way you want. You
For
can plan.
real, you can plan it.
plan like a
Let's be honest.
motherfucker.
This might be like how Mr. Lee popped this last time.
Oh, shit. Everybody
So,
close
twin,
your eyes.
back up, twin.
I got
Just in case.
glasses. Everybody put on
I can't
sunglasses.
predict this one. This is a little different.
Protect the
It's
shields.
not cold at all. And I do it. Watch out.
No.
Yeah, no. He good. It's gonna be nice. Nice and small. Listen.
Look, I'm from Queens. I know.
That's years of popping champagne.
I'm from Queens. See, a lot of people. I know Harlem niggas.
You hear the shit? You hear the shit that's going down right
This is
now?
what we did.
Is my fucking mic on?
No, I'm not against each other. I'm just saying, just Queens niggas.
All they did all was
Whatever.
No, I'm
on
saying.
every
But
corner.
y'all didn't know because y'all ain't come to ours and we ain't come to y'all.
Nah,
But
but we
listen,
was popping, we
Queens
was popping
niggas.
champagne. We was
What
popping
y'all was doing in
Moet.
Queens? Tell me
They was
what
like
y'all
you
was doing
ain't.
in Queens.
No,
They was like you had to pop White
we had
Star
Supreme
because White
King
Star was whack.
and Fat
You
Cat.
did, yeah, no, you definitely had that.
Yeah,
we had a
we
few
was out
grapes.
there.
We had Fritz. We
I
had
ain't even
Rich.
gonna lie.
We had a few
But
grapes.
them niggas
Fritz?
ain't even had this joint.
Are you kidding me? My father owned a liquor store. We had several of those.
I'm gonna shut up.
She just shut it down.
I lost that one. We changed the subject. So pop champagne. Come on, nigga. We gonna drink this hot bottle.
Let's go.
He's not in for
That's
this.
fair.
And where you want to go? Where you trying to go?
Look, we going somewhere, we going
I never
outside.
How about you give everybody some of this right here? Look. They don't have drinks.
It's not the really way I usually do it, but I'm in.
Are you guys done? Because I want to talk to you. Like, are we done? Or are they still filming?
They're still filming. Well, we could talk after.
Nigga, what, you thought I didn't want to be here?
Right?
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
Baby, this is the best interview. This is so
Listen,
much fun.
It's fun, right? It's like
not
if you're
even
not
an
in
interview.
camera,
It's like,
nothing.
this is really fun.
I'm bent.
Right, you're gonna.
I'm coming back whether you want me to or not, nigga.
Look at this. Look at this, Joe. Keep
Wait,
it
that
real.
was another one, I guess. Here.
No, I'm just keeping it
Yeah,
real.
me too.
Like,
I was like,
this is
okay.
some real shit.
That's how we supposed to walk in and live.
Happy birthday.
Nah, look. I got more lined up. You, if you want to. I'm not buying it from
No,
there.
no, we're gonna
No
ever,
way.
ever.
Will I sneak him in? I got so much we can sneak in. But look, this is how niggas supposed to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest. We are the new Alpos.
No.
We are the
I
new.
ain't that.
Not that. No, I don't mean in a negative way. I mean in popularity. No popularity. Yeah. I said Alpo. I totally forgot. I understand.
Yeah, I mean,
we
he ended
new
bad, but he
riches, the
started
new
that way.
creams. Exactly. The niggas that stood tall. The niggas that Yeah, this is us. So we gotta salute to that. You want me to do you Paris style?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
If he don't get that fucking
I need a new
forearm
cup.
out
If
of
that's a
here,
new bottle, I need a new cup. Who got a cup?
Nigga, this is like buying Louis the 13th right here.
I don't know.
This shit right here. Yo,
that
listen.
shit's heavy.
Listen, this.
That's like a 6-month-old
I ain't
baby.
pouring you shit. Nigga.
I'm gonna pour this old paint. I'm gonna pour this old paint out.
Right.
And you give me
You
some.
gonna sign up for some new pain? It's all pain, baby.
Celebration. Right here, right here.
No, nigga, you got.
That's at the bottom. It's not
Okay, I wasn't.
inside.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I got you. I saw.
Wait,
The forearm pour.
Oh, I don't know why everybody coming up like that.
Yo, blood, you gotta chill, blood.
You gotta relax. You gotta
Really not like that type of thing.
Relax, though. You gotta
Can I show you something?
Niggas gotta relax.
No, really.
This is for the guests, man.
Baby, I'm so mad this didn't happen.
Yo, y'all are.
Yeah, man. I'm fucking with niggas. Nah, come on. I can't drink that with me.
We need some ice, though.
Yo, but listen,
Yo, we really
sometimes,
do. That shit is hot.
sometimes you just gotta think about it.
Here, look, I got you.
All right.
Can we please have some ice, Maurice?
Yes, you can have ice. Listen, I think we got a little bit of ice. Look. Hurry up, it's about to go.
We have another one,
It's
pretty
about to
please?
go. And you mean? I like hot champagne after it's poured. It turns into Hennessy for me. And I don't drink Hennessy
But
at
you know,
all.
that's how, you know what? We're not even gonna
Some
talk
people
about that.
die.
No, that's how champagne is made.
Tonight.
You know what? We're not even gonna get into that. Baby,
Look at that though.
Gotta
Like that, look. Oh, you just put that on my.
what happened?
Just look at what? Yo, you about to be banned.
Where's the aura at?
You about to be banned.
Where's the aura at?
What aura?
It's all over.
Okay.
We already. You ain't gonna smoke on. You ain't
Where
gonna
man Bing at, man?
Chick
no,
Big,
you
Chick Big.
already know. He's celebrating his birthday in Tao right now. Nigga been in Tao for a month.
Baby birthday, so he's gonna celebrate.
That's how the nigga do.
And you have more parties than any nigga I
My
know.
birthday in July. I do birthday parties in August, nigga. Fuck that. Fuck they talk
He
about.
just popped his
My
bottle.
birthday, nigga.
Who shit is this? This is definitely not mine.
I think
That's my wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta relax. It's my birthday.
So you know one strange thing is when I walked in, you recognized 8 and 9 immediately.
The spot, the clothing store.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, this is my spot right here. They be having the jeans I need and all that in here.
8 and 9.
And foot soldiers. I think foot soldiers. He called foot soldiers.
You know, I get busy out here. I still gotta get fly. I bring my little splash of all down to Miami. You gotta find the proper stores. I got what I need. You heard? I gotta be seen a certain way. You heard? I can't just be running outside.
Jimmy.
Why?
Jimmy.
You heard? I thought he was talking. I thought he was talking
That's
fly
yours.
talk. I thought he was getting
No,
into that
you
and all
go
that
in
type of
there.
shit. You heard?
You'll go in there.
We ain't gotta get into
how you
that.
get
We ain't gotta get into that. We ain't gotta get into that. We ain't gotta get into that.
Yeah, because what's the address to 8 and 9? We gotta tell
I
these
never
people.
get my
It's the
credit.
pop-up
Here?
shop happening right now in case you
Ray,
out
what's the
here
address?
for vote weekend, in case y'all out here for
2225?
BET weekend.
Northwest?
When is the vote
Can we
weekend?
get a little pop-up band clothing? Can we get
It's
it?
next
Okay,
weekend.
thank you. I just want to
Not
make sure
this
we
weekend
get it
coming?
right.
You don't got
The
dicks?
next. Come on, bro.
Baby,
I ain't got dicks.
Google it, has.
I'm
Google it.
We
The
need it
Googler.
We ready?
You can either be the Googler or cocaine.
I think it's October 9th.
Yeah, listen. All right,
We
listen.
have
Let's
a
take a
whole
vote.
section.
Sis,
Yes.
let's take a vote, right?
Okay.
My nigga, Jim Jones, and my sis, and everybody here. This is our fantastic, famous engineer, Hazardous Sounds. But recently,
Breaking news.
recently, breaking news.
Recently is always sketchy.
His name has been changing. Right?
Okay.
It can be either Cocaine Has
Okay.
or the Googler. So I want to know from
I
votes.
like the Googler.
He's being very political.
He's saving it. But that is.
It's
like the Riddler, the
watch this.
Googler.
Hold on, watch this.
The Google is hard. It's like an evil dude.
Because see, women are smarter than men automatically. Watch this. So which one are you picking?
You know what? I'm on the fence right now
Okay, why are you on the fence, Chris?
because my mentality has stopped my money for a long time. So something tells me that I can't be so hood and so honest and so straight all the time. So sometimes you gotta go with it. So let's Google this shit.
Cocaine
Let's
Has?
just
No,
let's leave it
Google
alone.
her. She wants
Let's-
you to
you know what I want to do.
The cocaine Googler?
Look,
Google cocaine.
Come Google. No,
That's
all right, but hold on. It's either Cocaine Has or the Googler.
you know what I want to go with, but
What you gonna go with?
I'm trying to
sis?
conform at this point in my life.
I
So,
think you should go with cocaine has, bro.
so what
I
you?
mean, that's the best name, but you can't take
don't gotta
cocaine
be
hat with you
extreme
everywhere.
cocaine.
Hello, you can't take him everywhere with you. Cocaine hat. You can take the Googler with you anywhere you go.
We been outvoted?
Figure it
We
out.
been outvoted.
Figure it out.
Yo, my man,
Figure it
cocaine.
out. You want to take him with you? You can't call him that.
What? You really do cocaine?
Yeah.
Jimmy, are you serious right now?
No, I'm just giving.
But the
You're going to the wrong
Googler,
place.
the Googler can go
The
everywhere.
Googler could go anywhere.
All right, so how about this?
A nigga with a coke problem can't go everywhere you go.
Not because your beats is straight cocaine.
No,
What?
he's Colombian. That's why they.
I get it. No,
Oh, he's Colombian.
it was a joke. I get
You
it.
don't want to tell him the story of why you call this cocaine has?
I didn't really think he was on drugs. He's like,
He
no.
said he seen something.
No, I don't want to
I didn't really think he had a coke
You say
problem.
you don't want to tell the story. You don't like
On the set of Narcos.
I'm just teasing.
Exactly.
Go ahead. They got you. Yeah, I got that.
I'm not talking to him
Why are you opening that door?
ever.
Why do I work?
It's a
I
setup.
like
Listen,
Lamar
I
Driving
just
Lights.
feel like
So
when
someone's
I hear
doing something,
somebody
I'll be
named
like, yo.
Cocaine Head, I want to buy his beats. I'm just throwing it out there.
Bro, we got selling beats right
Yeah, he
now.
sell beats too.
Oh, we selling beats too?
His beats is cocaine.
That was a
You
commercial.
gotta think about the bigger picture.
I get it,
You gotta
I
think
get
about
it.
the bigger
I
picture.
Oh yeah, the bigger picture that I'm with.
Oh, you
the
got
cocaine,
beats
yeah.
too?
Yeah, we got beats.
We changed the
Nigga
whole
named
scene.
Cocaine Has, I'm fucking with
I
him.
like cocaine has, man. I'm not mad at
Listen, let me
cocaine
tell you something. I kid you not.
AK is a Googler.
I kid you not. Like I was a little high at the time, and these
I like
niggas.
cocaine Google.
How about
They,
coke beats?
cocaine Google is
Coke
hard.
beats. Coke beats.
Cocaine Google is hard. But listen, I was a little high at the time, and they gave me like 5 different niggas that I was supposed to work with, and it was like
The
they-
name stood out for you.
Coke- Cocaine
Neptunes.
has?
No, it was Neptunes.
But the name, was it the name?
No, they gave me 5 different people that I never knew. But when I looked at it, it was everybody. It's like Robbie Rob or Yellow Raymond. Like,
Yellow Raymond?
yeah, it was shit like that.
And then
And then
Neptune.
it said Neptunes, and I
You
said
said, oh.
Neptunes. I said I don't even know about Jupiter. There's something further than that.
Absolutely.
And I knew they was a part of the galaxy somewhere.
That's where he's
I
from.
knew that Neptune's a part of the galaxy somewhere.
You got that right. 'Cause you put them
And
on
then
the map.
them niggas came and I said, yo, y'all. I said, I got you. I killed that.
So does that mean cocaine has?
And then that's what I'm saying. Cocaine has it immediately.
You know what it is?
Like I want to do business with cocaine.
But if you go
has.
into politics-
I'm not gonna be. I'm not.
Drop the cocaine.
Like the Google is cool
Just
too,
be
but it's
asked.
like, all right, cool.
Yo, you
I got
wanna
white
hear some funny
friends.
shit? The first time we met Pharrell, me and Cam was in the summertime. He had a fur coat on.
Huh?
Pull up to the mic. Sorry.
Yeah, say
The
that
mic,
again.
the mic. We can't hear you. We
The
can't. I can't
first
hear you.
time, yeah.
The first time we met Pharrell was at a session that I guess the label set up at Quad. It was in the summertime, and Pharrell had a black mink on.
Ooh, nigga.
The full
cold.
mink or like
short
maybe the
joint.
vest.
The short
He had a
joint.
bolero
It
on?
had sleeves, the short joint.
A bomber.
Like you would take the
A
sleeves
bomber, like
off.
a baseball jacket.
No
Alright.
shirt
The
on?
mink, the light mink, no shirt on, definitely. He was definitely there was no shirt.
Yeah,
on.
No
naked chest.
shirt on with
Naked
the black
chest.
mink.
Oh, he Hollywood already.
Nah, he was
Fuck
gone.
y'all.
already. He was gone. This after you had God, this after you had God and shit like that.
You gotta relax.
Correct. So then he did
Really,
the hook.
babe? You
Then
gonna
he
do
did
that?
the hook with some shit. It said, I remember his hook was like
Please leave that out.
some shit
Leave
with
that part
guns
out.
in it, and then we backed out mad guns in it, and he was like. He went to the bathroom and then we didn't see Pharrell no more.
Never again. You can never do that. Let's big him up right now.
Shout out to Pharrell, man. That was our Pharrell story. But he should have been used to guns because he used to fuck with you.
No, that's not true.
From a distance.
I didn't
From
bring
a
guns.
distance.
Don't.
I tried
do that.
to
Don't.
not bring guns around him on purpose. You gotta
Oh,
relax.
that was all.
You gotta
He's my
relax.
brother.
You were
He's my brother.
smarter than me on that
Big
one.
up for bro. Yeah, big up. No, you gotta know. You gotta
Get
know.
your shit together.
Yeah, no,
This
listen.
was like this.
No.
And you wonder why.
I'm
Get
just
your
trying to
shit
tell you,
together.
it wasn't my beat. It was for Ken. I'm just telling you.
It don't matter. Don't try to clean it up now.
Went on in
Now.
quad. I'm just telling you my first introduction.
You see
I
what's
got-
happening to my
I
life
got
right
a lot
now?
of introductions.
You're here, and
I
then you're
met so
here.
many people. It's just been hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I love y'all relationship. It's like y'all niggas. Like
We
that's how that I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
I got
sis?
it.
Yeah, it's
Like
true.
y'all
They're
homies.
Best,
Like
best friends.
yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Like my wife,
unfortunately.
like if I say something corny, my wife be like, shut the fuck up. She'll be like, nigga, you are not doing that.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Like if I say that, you know what I mean? And that's the same shit. It's in a different level, but it's the same shit. I love y'all relationship, man.
Thank you.
I really do, man. And I love you, Jim Jones. I love you, Chrissy. I love y'all. I want to continue to support y'all, whatever y'all got to do, whatever,
Same here.
when y'all want to do.
Dude, you know we
And-
looking bad right now, right?
Why?
We have been drinking, smoking. We looking like some old cokeheads.
No,
right
we
now.
Cocaine has.
I gotta disagree with you, other than the engineer.
Wait, who does coke?
Yeah,
Cocaine has.
no, it's because it's beat.
I feel like my mama back in the days right now. It's mad liquor, it's marijuana around. Like, how do you indulge?
He is clean.
A lot of
He's about to piss
indulgence.
test him right now.
Whoever says it,
Hold on,
I do
hold on.
not do coke.
Stop out.
I didn't come here to indulge. I did not come here to indulge. I merely came here
Yo,
to do
you
an
are so
interview
fucked up right now,
with a
man.
friend of mine.
No.
Baby,
Give me a
you
light.
are
No. Let me break this
I
down.
feel like I'm doing.
Give me a light. Give me a light.
Yo,
Give me a
you
light.
don't see no lines, you don't see no cards, you don't see
You
no
know,
mailers and
listen.
shit.
Let me break it down. I got this.
The table
I
is scary. It's feeling like 84 on the table.
Why? You see
Only
oranges?
thing we missing is scattered coke. I promise you.
I got cooked Colombian white right
I
here.
don't know what your childhood has done to you, nigga, but ain't no coke on
This
this
is
table.
terrible. This is terrible.
Cocaine has.
I don't need my son to see this.
Hold on, no. Let me break it down for you. Let me break it down for you.
I'm trying to be an
Hold on,
example.
everybody.
Well, you shouldn't
Yo,
drink.
look.
You know you can't drink.
Or it's
Give me a moment. Hold
You can
on.
smoke
Everybody,
all day.
I need everybody. One moment.
Cámate.
Let me tell you exactly what you at. Let me tell you exactly what you did. Back in the days, they gave source mics. They gave you 4 mics. They gave you 5 mics.
They didn't give me no mics.
Okay.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about right now.
He gave me
Yeah,
a
gotta
cover
relax.
and gave me no mics, nigga.
Okay, listen. Shh, just listen.
Just listen. So
All right.
right now, where you at right now, I can't believe that we upgraded this generation. We upgraded this. For some reason, these 16s to 24s are the people that's coming here and representing for Dream Champs. and making us. There's no podcast that ever made it to television. This right here is on Revolt TV. I don't know if people got Revolt, people care about Revolt, but I'm telling you, that's a black-owned
How about that?
televised station, and we fucking behind it. We got Ciroc, and the thing about it is, the only other podcast that ever made it to television that I know about is the Ricky Gervais show,
Oh shit.
which
you
is
went
on
back.
HBO, and then there's the His and Hers podcast, which made it to ESPN. So as a music podcast, this is the only other podcast that made it to fucking television. And the thing about that is, I made with my fucking good friend, a person I look up to. His name is Leo Combs, and he said to me, he looked at me, he said, "You know why your thing is winning?" I said, "No, Leo." He said, "Because you celebrate hip hop, and you don't do gossip."
Yo,
and I
listen
said,
to me. Leo is the illest nigga to walk on his face of the earth.
"Yes, he is."
He is Houdini. He will mindfuck you in a second.
Yeah. I wasn't in the mind.
His work on the no, I'm saying his work
What
on the
to push
game,
it?
his ethic is crazy. Like he the things he'll tell you to make you get on your job is retarded, my nigga. Like
Right.
I you know, I've been in the building with these type of niggas. These niggas is the illest niggas ever. You dig?
Those are people that taught me to be savage, mind state, business.
The biggest
Yeah,
savages
they
in
taught me
business
that.
there
They
is.
taught me that
And there's
since-
nothing wrong with being a savage in
No,
business.
it's nothing. There's
Gotta
nothing
be,
wrong with
nothing.
it. You
Gotta
just gotta
be.
understand it. I remember one day, I'm fucking up because I'm making it about me. I don't want to make it about me. But one day, I seen Chris Lighty do a deal with Michael Ovitz, right? And the deal was just some savage, some brutal shit. And then that day, I went to the Bronx to see one of the homies, and a nigga got shot for $7 in a dice game. Meanwhile, this
You
nigga
just
just robbed this
witnessed.
nigga for $70 million. And that was the
And
day I
walk
was just
away.
like you would think like you want to stop being in the hood because of your own hood. Like I'm in the Bronx, and I was like, damn. I said, I just had a meeting with Michael Ovitz and Chris Lighty. They wanted to come to me like, yo, we want you to promote our company, and I'm a fucking young idiot. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in. But really, I don't have nothing. I don't know what the fuck are they talking about. I'm high and shit. I came to the meeting. I'm in. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then I can't even say talk to him because that is the person that I talk to. It's Chris Lighty. Yeah,
Right,
so I'm
so
just
he's
like, all right,
already in.
just do what you gotta do, Chris, and I leave. I had no idea what Michael Ovitz is. That's the guy who sold Mickey Mouse.
But listen, this is, and
exactly
when I
who
think
it
about
was.
shit, when I be hearing back in the day, be like, yo, the game is to be sold and untold. I didn't know what that shit meant. I knew what they said. I used to say it all the time, but I didn't know what that shit meant to like right now. You heard? Like right now, my nigga, imagine you would have knew what you knew now at 20 when you signed the deal.
I definitely did. Yes. I hit her like 2 times, maybe 3. I'm not sure. Something like that, yeah. But then I got it together.
Absolutely. Youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah. I got it together, and I was like, oh, I knew how to start moving with y'all. And that's the reason why, like, Drink Champs kind of works, is because I just stay cool with everybody. I never complain. I never complained when I was down, and I ain't brag when I was up.
Absolutely
So I
not.
just stayed the same. So now all these people that I took care of is just say, yo, come smoke a blunt with me. These niggas is now Sean Pecos. These niggas is now
So now
Sam Cresco's.
You hear how
These niggas is now Mike Kaiser's. These niggas, let me keep going.
Go ahead.
They now Julie Greenwalds.
How about
They
that?
now Randy Ackers. They now motherfucking Mr. Lee, you gotta
Where you
relax.
learned that?
They now Ali.
And where you learned that from?
I just learned that from just my father, I'm gonna be honest. My father one day just told me, he said, yo, treat the fucking janitor the same way you treat the president. This is my father.
You
And he
never
old school
fucking
Puerto Rican
know.
with a tail. He got a tail. My father had a tail.
Not a DA, but a real tail?
No, real tail.
All right.
Real tail, y'all.
Okay.
He play handball
All right.
all day.
I ain't handball? He's
Oh, he
serious.
play handball.
He's
all
serious
day.
about his tail. All right, sorry.
This is my pops, and he got earrings. He got a picture of naked woman on his body. It's not.
Let him live. Let him live. Let him live. Don't do that. Let
It's
him
not
live.
of my mother. The naked woman's not of my mother. But it's just how I was raised. I'm just throwing it out there. It's 100%. And it's real shit. And I'm nice in handball too, just in case.
Just to let me know.
Just
Thank
in
you,
case
I tried to
anybody
tell
want
you.
to throw that
Okay,
out there.
okay.
That's
But
probably
yeah.
the only thing you'll beat me in is him.
Oh, I bust your ass in handball. Jim, I'm trying to beat you in something very soon. I need
fuck
my
with
shit back.
basketball.
No. Listen, chill, baby. You can't lay. You can't lay. They jumped me in basketball. Them niggas.
Play this nigga right now. That's right.
Oh, I'll fuck him up with his leg hurt. With his leg hurt. But I can't do that because I can't claim that win.
Okay.
Because I can't claim that. Because he gonna be like, yo, you seen how I walked in here, y'all. It's on tape and everything. I can't really take that win. I'm a person with honor. I'm gonna let him get good.
I'm
Okay.
glad. I'm glad I got to do this, man. It was, I was
Right.
holding reserves about this shit for a long time.
Like,
But-
let's just be honest. You thought I was gonna bring up some type of nigga. Yo, Jim, let me just tell
I
you
got a
something.
lot of
Let me
negative
just-
shit
yeah,
that I
but
did. Niggas see me, that's all they be like, yo, the negative, like the negative outshines the positive.
No,
so
no.
that's where it goes, and then this goes back to what I was asking you, like, yo,
Right.
where you learn that shit from? So
Right.
when,
Right.
pull my leg. So when me and Cam got to it, we didn't have that tutelage. We didn't
Right.
have no. It was me and Cam in my
Right.
5H apartment.
Right.
We went on what we thought was
Yeah,
was
nobody
popping.
would leave.
Nah,
But
but
the
ju-
funny, but listen,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
funny thing about this game, and I tell people about this all the time, when you hot,
Right.
you could kick a nigga in the ass literally. He be like, "Ooh, I like it. Kick me again."
Right.
You did,
Right.
and do whatever else you need.
Mm.
Soon as that sizzle go down, them niggas that kick you in the ass turn into them people that you was just talking about.
Right.
You heard? And they be like, "Oh, hey, did you just kick me in my ass the other day
Right.
when you was hot, nigga?"
That's why you gotta treat
You
everyone.
understand?
Right.
This is why you gotta treat the janitor the same way you treat
And this is the reason why. Let me just interrupt you for 1 second, Jim
Please do,
Jones.
please.
Let me tell you something, my brother. We love you over here at Drink Champs. We want you to know that you're loved. We want you to know that this generation, whether it be new, old, in between, across the back, from the left shoulder, everybody, they know what you did. And if they don't know what you did, that's what we're going to emphasize right here on this episode of Drink Champs, to make sure that these people know and they appreciate that everything you contributed to hip hop has not been unrecognized.
Nah, I mean, shit.
Let me preach.
I thank you for that.
That's my Jesse Jackson moment.
Thank you for
That's my
that.
Jesse Jackson moment.
Thank you for that.
Don't you ever think that anything you ever did, that's why, I don't know if we can rewind the interview, I haven't really brung up, like, you and Cam's relationship, because at the end of the day, I just want that to be fixed. I don't give a fuck which way it happens, you know what I'm saying? And you my brother, I know exactly who you is, I know exactly who that nigga is, and let me tell you something, I love both of y'all equally. And at the end of the day, there's probably only 2 crews that I could ever really be like, I seen them they developed it. That's motherfucking Terror Squad, and that's motherfucking Dipset. Like, I knew y'all even before y'all was diplomats. So, whichever way we can fix it, or y'all fix it, and I don't even want to emphasize on that, because today is about you. I want it to be focused on you and your lady. But whatever way you can fix it, and even if it can't be fixed, for people to move in the same generation in a
make it
positive
better.
way, I'm with that too, because I would have never ever think that I could sit here and ask you, just so when you and Cam, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have never, cause I seen y'all from the beginning, y'all. Like, I'm like, this is like, fuck the cameras. This is me and you talking for real. Like, y'all was brothers. Y'all are brothers. Not, let me
They still
say
are.
that. Y'all are brothers. So I want y'all to fix it. You don't gotta answer this. You don't even gotta say nothing.
I don't never think it's as difficult as people see it and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Sitting down, always thinking about life. Like I talk to Chrissy about shit all the time and shit like that, and I try to analyze it as best as I can and shit like that. Like we was young and we was thick as thieves and we was running like thieves, doing whatever we could to get $1 and better ourselves. But a kingdom is never ran by two men.
Okay. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
It's
understand what I'm saying?
Never two at the top.
You dig? And not saying that everybody can have their own kingdom, but that's what it grows into and shit like that. You run thick as thieves until you get the money, and then we all fall in line or fall in love, and you go into something deeper and shit like that. Not meaning that you can't have alliances, but when you have two brothers that know each other like they know each other, that is your strength and your weakness all in one.
Right.
You heard?
Yeah.
Like you become so accustomed to each other. It's a relationship that's damn near like a marriage. So when you separate that, there's a lot of animosity and there's a lot of pride and there's a lot of
Makes
things
sense.
going on with that. And that's both sides. It's not just one-sided and shit like that. Like that's my nigga for life, no matter what goes on. Like
Something your phone off.
we struggled together. We ate chicken sandwiches for $1 together. We took jets
Chicken
and
wings.
we ate the most expensive of dinners, and we thought Philippe Childs was everything. Like you couldn't tell us shit. Like you dig. Like I could not credit Cam for everything that I'm doing. Like it started with him, and not saying that I wasn't there, but it started with his talent to get us to where we had to go today. And I never discredit him for that in my life because I wouldn't be here. You dig? But along with that, I was smart enough to know how talented he was, and if I hold him down in turn, I have my own time to shine.
How about that?
You did? And that's how it was. Wells came along and he got his own kingdom. Cam came along, he got his own kingdom. Jones came along, we got our own kingdom. And it just hurts me to know that we're not smart enough to know that if we build a line between these three kingdoms, which everybody loves us for, we can have all the riches in the world and shit like that. So, you know, that always fucks with me. But at the most part, I know that my niggas is doing good. We done did everything in the world that people could possibly think of. When I see these young niggas right now and they be like, I'm on the Bentley or I'm doing a new Patek. We did that 10 times over, nigga. We used to buy them shits to match the outfit. Literally. Am I lying?
I was there.
When
I saw
Jacobs
ya.
was out and niggas was
saw
niggas
ya.
was getting
I
the
was
red
in-
and white Jacobs, the
I
yellow
was in
and
the
white
jeweler
Jacobs.
with
Like we
y'all.
did 100%. This is what I'm trying to say. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
Understand
So
what niggas say,
you know
'cause
what
I
type,
was actually there
what
that-
type
in
of
that
life
era.
what type of life we came from and the type of life we live in. That's what I said. I always count my blessings and I think about nigga. I really came from the projects of Harlem. Like, I grew up in the Bronx. I lived that life, but I really came from the projects of Harlem to end up all the way around the world with niggas I grew up and niggas I adored, and every moment I was with them, it was nothing that I wouldn't do for them. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not like now, like you couldn't be nowhere in front of one of my niggas, even if I didn't agree with them. That you're not gonna do that to me. You dig? Like you still gonna get reprimanded to me the same way I reprimanded you if they was with me.
Right.
My differences with them is a personal difference. It's not for everybody to understand. But we brothers and shit like that. The same like you shit you go with Capone is real shit that niggas done been through. Like, and this is 20 years of it. At some
I had an
point,
argument with Capone yesterday.
but this is 20 years of it. Like I spoke to Cam a couple days ago. He hit me like, yo, what's up, lady? But it don't stop. Like you dig it, and it's not like you see a nigga call you, and it's not like you hate a nigga till you're not gonna pick up the phone. You like you gonna pick up the phone. Like what happened?
Right.
You heard?
Right.
You dig? And then you like what happened? Why you understand what I'm saying? But it's like it's much deeper than people think. But it's 20 years, nigga.
Right.
I know Cam since I was literally 13 years of age when he was the nicest nigga in basketball, battling my cousin Dave and on the east side and shit like that. Like I know him forever. You know what I'm saying? We all get grown at some point and shit like that. When you get grown, you go through differences. You can't all be going agree on one thing. I wish it was different and shit like that. But one thing I learned from him was a lot of business. That was one of the illest niggas I could know that does business. And even my time right now, when I do business, I always think about what he might do because he's so vicious with the paperwork. He never did nothing that I knew that didn't come with paperwork. That was all the only thing that I learned from him. Like the most important thing I learned from him that I struggle with now because a hood nigga that fuck with so many hood niggas. Like nigga, I got you, nigga. We doing this. That's what you said. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. But that don't work all the time. And he was the master at that. That's why when they sued everybody in the game because his paperwork was right. You dig? And niggas like, oh, he ain't sucking and all that. But that's what the game is about. When the white people do it, it's justified, right? But we doing business. We not selling crack no more. We in the game. And there's certain things that I always learn from and I always think about like that nigga's ill for that shit. But shit, we here now. Whether the Diplomats continue or see another album and all that, we made history.
Super history.
Absolutely.
Super history.
That's the most important part for me. Like, the history of what we did to be allowed to be in hip hop, the same way you made history. Like, there was a time in this game where we
Our
changed.
history is almost right next to
It's
each other.
100% next to each other. It's neck and neck.
Absolutely.
You dig?
So
We all
I
kids
love
from
y'all
New York
niggas,
that
man.
came from nothing, nigga. We knew each other as some teenagers, nigga. Now we 2 decades later and shit like that. We got kids
I love
growing
y'all
up.
niggas.
They
Just
don't
in
even-
case you don't know.
Shit, nigga, I
I
love
love
you.
y'all.
Nigga, I
I'm sorry,
love you.
this is a emotional episode. I want to make sure, like everybody
Relax.
know.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not too many
relax.
niggas.
I gotta
that-
know how things.
Nah, it's 100%. Like we really came up from the same path. Like it's a whole different cloth, man. That's a whole different story. But you know, the Diplomats, I love the Diplomats, man. That was something that I worked hard and daily on, my nigga. Like when Cam said, "I'm gonna get you up out of 5H," he did it. We did everything we dreamed of, my nigga. So I can never be mad at the dream, my nigga. Like we here, we in Miami. We get to go live. We get to pop bottles. Our ladies get to get what they want, like nigga. You dig? Like I had roaches in the house when you put the lights on and shit like that. You dig? And you gotta think about that. You gotta think about that.
Got any more questions, really? You good?
No, nobody asked him another
That's it,
motherfucking
Whatever.
I want to know how y'all got the name Diplomats and what made y'all pick the bird?
because they was all 3 birds.
The Diplomats came from Master P. He had the record "I'm a No Limit Soldier."
I thought I told ya.
No limit. And this one Mace was hot, and me and Cam was doing hype man for Mace. Mace had us doing dance moves and shit like that. He was like, yo, we had practice. I'd be on one speaker, Cam be on the other speaker. We'd be like, yo, when Mace come out, you'd be like, yo.
You gotta relax.
But Susan has doing dance moves. But like I said, like no, for
I
real.
can't even picture that, but it's hard.
He just did
In the leather mechanic suits and shit like that. Came on one stage, I'm on another stage.
Okay, do me a
Mace
favor.
about to come out. We dancing and shit like that.
Really?
Mace come out. Come on, you
Well, that's the dream. It's a motherfucking.
in the sequence.
Yo, no.
You
Listen,
gotta relax.
hold on. All right.
No.
But I'm gonna keep listen.
gotta
But this is what I'm saying. All right, so. Fuck it. Cam is my nigga. But listen to me. No, I'm gonna tell you some G shit. Cam is my nigga. This is why I always respected him when it came to the game. We did it like 2 times. He said, get your bags, nigga. Fuck these niggas. We out. Fuck HUD. Fuck it. God bless HUD and shit like that. But at this point, he's like, fuck all these niggas. They trying to play us. We ain't no dancers, nigga. We don't dance. We out this shit. And that was like, when Cam and May started breaking, it was like, it was from that, she's like, we out this shit. Fuck them niggas, nigga. We out. We gonna blow, nigga. Don't worry about nothing. And that's when we came back and sure enough, he blew and shit like that. But like I was saying, so he was going into fucking
Jesus Christ.
buildings with Mason, these big arenas, and that was when shit. Me and Cam had some shit called Legacy. That's what we was trying to be, the Harlem Legacy. But Cam was like, yo, I looked it up. The Harlem Legacy is already taken as a trademark. Yeah. So I was thinking, so we walk in the building. I'm like, I'm a Harlem World Diplomat. You need to get your get. Harlem World. And then all the niggas start saying it. I'm like, yo, Cam, we gonna be a Harlem World Diplomat. He like, oh, that's fire. You dig? And then
Please, no
Digga
one
made the
ever-
logo.
Never again.
Digger was the producer. My man Six Figure Digger. When we did the Diplomats, he made the logo. This one came and had brought the silk screening machine. Like, niggas was early with making t-shirts. They brought the silk screening machine. Digger said we're gonna take the shit off the dollar, back of the dollar bill, the eagle, and we gonna put Diplomats through it and shit like that. And Digger was the man that made the Diplomat shit. Digger should sue somebody for his creativity.
How about that? How about that?
I don't know if he got paid for any of that, but Digger definitely made the Diplomats logo. It's a lot more, but man, I appreciate this. We didn't drink well. I don't even drink like that.
This
no
is
more.
why he's so chatty patty right now.
Somebody gotta get punished tonight. You know?
No, that's not the way we roll. Listen, Jeff.
Somebody gotta get punished tonight.
Jim. That's not the way we roll no more.
I ain't with it.
We are halfway.
Y'all got me fucked up.
We are halfway.
She gonna get the punishment.
Okay, that's good. Oh, that punishment is welcome. But we are
Hell, y'all got me completely fucked up.
Yeah, we have cocaine. When you live in Miami for more than double digits, you gotta relax.
Okay.
Don't put it on Miami.
Before we
Like in this
get out of here.
Put it on ball. Or some shit.
But hold on, before we get out of here, right? I just need to get my take on your opinion on. Hold on. Because I be home high and think about shit like that.
I'm home high right now.
Yeah.
This is a
I try to
fucking
get
52
away from
fake
him
out.
when he gets high.
These niggas is faking. All right. What's your opinion on niggas in football kneeling down?
Come on.
Because if I was on the news, I'd be talking about it right now.
Oh, shit.
Very too much political for Drink Champs, but
No,
Not at all, bro. Not at all.
I'm gonna tell you my angle.
Ready, y'all.
I'm gonna tell you my angle, but you can tell me yours.
that was just my intro.
Okay, that was your shit. All right.
Don't get fucked up. There's more to come.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Hey,
But of
be
course.
careful what y'all say, man.
Yeah, exactly. Can we not talk about that?
It's a lot of
See, the thing about it, every time.
But we gotta get deeper, cause we gonna talk about this. My man Yala right here. We ain't
Listen,
got nigga.
every time
This is XXXXXXX.
a player kneels, they think it's about him disrespecting the flag.
No, it's about everybody
The
that's
thing
fallen.
ain't,
been
it
victim.
ain't got
Nothing to do with the flag
him
or the anthem.
disrespecting
Nothing.
the flag.
It's
It
about
got
the
nothing to do
injustice.
with the anthem. It got everything to do with the injustice and the people of
That's it.
uninnocent black people getting shot and gunned down. That's what the
In a
protest
country
was
that
about.
we helped build.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
So that's what I think about the nail.
That's how you feel about it?
That's exactly how I
You got
feel.
more to
Again,
say
the
about it?
Marcus Garvey shit,
Wait,
right?
you got more to say
You
about
weren't
it?
expecting that.
No, but wait, you got more to say about it?
No, I'm saying it's about kneeling. It's about the injustice.
100%. You wanna hear what I gotta say about it?
Yeah, yeah.
No, but you're gonna tell me anyway.
I'm gonna definitely tell you. Right? So, for one, you dig? It's crazy how everybody does shit for popularity.
Right.
Right? When he kneeled by himself, nobody held him down.
Absolutely not.
Right?
Right.
But now the cool thing to do is Black Lives Matter and so forth and so forth. So now the football players want to act like they in tune with whatever's going on. Cool. I don't hear what nobody struggles because we all got to hustle and we all got a boss and we all trying to get our money. You heard? But if we really making a conscious effort at doing a protest, right? When we kneel, cool, right? We all kneel. That's what we did to the flag. Now, is that a protest that's worth something? Because all them niggas still played and got paid.
And gave nothing to the cause. Of
I'm
what they
cool.
doing.
I'm gonna get out of here. You ready to end that? You heard? Everybody took a kneel,
But they got paid.
but they still played and they still got paid. And the person,
Meanwhile, homie's
and
not
the
getting
person
paid.
who set this off didn't get it done. But one more thing, what I was telling somebody yesterday, if one of these NFL owners take a stab at taking that young man in and embracing what he do, because he is a good football player, they're gonna make all the money in the world if football is about money. That's all I'm saying at this point.
Thank you, Jones.